Attention Dallas, Texas. The Trailblazer Poker Tour makes its first stop of 2025 at Texas Card House Dallas and TCH Social Austin from January 21st through February 3rd. 21 big events, including the $400,000 and the $1 million guaranteed multi-flight no-limit hold'em tournaments, plus PLO and hold'em high roller events. For more details, visit texascardhouse.com. Attention Austin, Texas. The showdown at the Capital $20,000 guaranteed tournament is here. $300 buy-in. Only at TCH Social Austin on the last Saturday of every month starting at 12 p.m. For more details, visit texascardhouse.com.
Welcome to TCH Live. We're here at TCH Social in Austin, Texas. I'm Kyle Frisbee here with America's favorite uncle, Uncle T. Uncle T, how you doing tonight?
Perfect. It's warm.
Yeah, it has actually, comparatively, it's a much warmer day. We've got an exciting game here, a lot of familiar faces, action players. We've got some promises from one player to play a few speculative hands. That'll be interesting. It's going to be 5-5, no limit hold'em, probably a straddle on most of the night. 2K buy-in for appears everybody except just James coming in with 900. This is a match to stack game, and as is customary, we'll start off with a $15 double board PLO bump pot. Got Carolyn in the box, dishing out the cards.
Yep, I hope everybody stayed warm. It was cold at my house. I love seeing that snow. I just couldn't believe Houston got as much snow. I don't know if you saw pictures.
Yeah, I actually spoke with someone in Florida today. They had snow on the ground in the Florida Panhandle.
Pensacola, yeah, a friend of mine lives there. My old stomp near Fort Walton Beach, Florida.
Not that game.
La Bamba. Welcome, everybody. We always encourage you to chat often. We love put appropriate, funny, entertaining things in the chat, and we'll even pop them up on the screen if you reach the highest level of chatdom. So please give us comments to go by.
We can make your comment famous.
Aces
if
for
we
just
choose to do
James.
so. Here we have a set of threes. Didn't catch the name. It'll cycle back through here. Bottom set always a little scary in a PLO bomb pot.
Always scary. How much you can do.
That's going to be Manny Fresh with the set of threes.
Rainbow board on the top. Not much on the bottom to hang your hat on.
I went by Lake's house like the other night and took down his Trump flag.
Anybody with hearts? Here to have anybody with hearts.
We're over here.
Yeah, amazingly enough.
There's the hearts. Just James.
With
Nut
his
hearts.
aces. And he's got clubs, so he's got a lot of outs there on the bottom board. And he can hit a no, he can't actually hit anything on the bottom or on the top.
Yeah, as it stands, just James with the highest equity. He will bet 135.
Yeah, in spite of playing just one board, which is always scary in bomb pots. Looks like Ryan's going to call him.
Yeah, good strategy if you've just got one board. Try to build a pot so you can make a huge pot
Kevin
size bet.
does get a set. That's a misread on the 10 on the bottom. That is a queen on the bottom, as we get corrected. So Kevin has got it on the bottom. No, I take it back. It's the
I just went on a
you don't catch up with the grab. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Ryan has a queen with a friend.
Yeah. Better. No, they're both playing queen 9.
Oh, yeah. No, he has queen 8 for a full house on the bottom.
All right,
so Ryan and just James are going to be winning this.
I think I pulled a muscle already, Kyle.
You don't have to show.
A lot of cards to follow in a PLO bomb pot.
And that one went fairly quick, so it's a little harder to catch up. All right.
Actually, Ryan got a fold there and is actually going to take down the whole pot. So very nice start to his session for Ryan.
Well, he was the only one with just cold second nuts. Actually, about third nuts.
Well, Doug got really mad at me because I had the nuts and I re-raised him.
Now on to No Limit Hold'em. As we said, it'll be 5-5. This group is likely to be straddling quite a bit. Appears not to be the case in the first hand here, though.
Oh man.
Emily, I'm gonna have to look at what you're talking about. I'm not sure what you're talking about. The board in the bottom right.
I know I did.
But you made the correct
We're
decision.
seeing
made
it
the
on the
correct
upper
decision.
left or all the way bottom left, actually, and up.
That's all you. You're playing that
I know.
face
It's
up.
all me. It's all me. All right. What do you got?
Maybe
A
just a
strike?
smile,
Are you
okay.
allowed to reveal your own cards on stream?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not?
Give him a strike. He already has one. He just.
I'll show. I'll
He just
show-
picked it
I'll
says on
show-
two.
I'll
And then
show
James
him.
accidentally
I'll
flipped
show
over.
him.
Doug
That's
with the
all.
suited Doyle.
One hand in.
It was
Two
me,
10
Doug.
deuce of
It's
diamonds.
gonna be
That's good.
5. That's fine. But just that everybody needs to
I
know
could
that
tell
you have
Carolyn's
to
gonna have her
know.
hands
Can't
full
do it
tonight.
after
This is a
I've already
yakety
started.
group.
Let
They're all
that
over the
go.
road.
Wait, you're gonna show us if I just.
Yeah, here you go.
All right. Well, what a guy. What a guy.
Oh, they're showing one card.
It's folded
My
all the
option?
way
My
around.
option?
Yeah, it's your action.
Here we go, getting the hands loaded.
Probably no pronouns in my
Took the
name.
opposite
Tell you what,
and
tell you
raised.
what. No, no, have to.
Can we bet on who we think is going to
Like
win?
for heads up between Swiss James and Manny Fresh.
I wasn't born in this country.
I mean, I
Showing
think
one
King is
card
higher
each,
than a
making it a
three.
little
All right,
interesting.
your heads up. You have other actions.
Good for
Some
them.
interesting gamesmanship here.
Yeah.
Well, no, I could be transacted.
Yeah.
That's
I
impressive.
love
James,
that.
Do you think?
what you
We
can
may be
tell-
just playing this for $25. I'm not sure.
Grandfather, my transgender in.
Sorry,
Sorry, Chuck.
Use
My
my,
grandfather didn't.
Schizophrenia there.
I'm not sure the grandfather.
I'll put a 3 out there.
So talk to us about Bernie.
That is a dryness. Actually open-ended for James.
I mean, it's not
Well,
a
look at his
Nazi.
shirt. He's,
I think they blurred it out. For
I
the
won't
shirt.
look.
He's not a Nazi.
Yeah,
do you think they'll blur it out?
Yeah.
almost
Oh,
even equity here, relatively.
I think
King high is still actually the best hand.
I think Elon Musk. Nazis. It's too
Now
easy.
just James is going to turn a pair and go into the lead.
I just.
It's the pair of the card that he has face up. So
I was like, wow. Okay, all right.
looks like he got a
I think
call
it
though
says it
from
all.
Manny. He's got his 5. He's open-ended, and they both get there.
I'm gonna be socially awkward.
Chop pot
I'm gonna make
on a
Oh, God.
single card face-up hand.
4 bets 75.
Interesting way to start.
Yeah, this is a little bit, I mean, Jess James, he knows he doesn't have 5-7, so he's like playing for getting a little TV time here as he's about to raise.
Hurry the fuck up.
Yeah, 4-liner to straight,
And
no
he's only seeing a
blushes.
king for Manny, so he's got to bet. He's
Hey, y'all are picking on this.
Barber's calling.
praying that Manny's got kings. He
What
doesn't.
is happening?
Yep.
No, I love it. I love
Vern
it.
says you guys
What a
rock.
hell of a first hand.
Well, thank
Thanks,
you.
Vern.
Yeah.
Might
As
just
Dee
have to show
Snyder
you
would
on the
say.
screen here.
Yeah, but we're going to put all the compliments that you and I
There
get
we go.
tonight. We're going to put it up.
Yeah, if you say something awesome like that, we'll make you famous.
Even say something sarcastically, we'll put it up.
We gotta have at least a pair of
Yeah, I
threes
got
to
threes
call.
clutch. You know
Oh, here
what?
comes the
I'm gonna re-raise.
It's not as skillful.
He's
And
gonna
Manny's-
Wow.
So we've got a 4-bet all in.
Nice, he just
Both
called.
players with a 5.
Look at Manny. Manny's like, dude, I was praying that you had 2 pair there, or even a set of
What is
threes.
goes total 5? And then someone
That
jams
was
because they
great.
have a bigger
Oh, what a
street.
great
5-8.
entertaining start.
Yeah, that's the most entertaining way to have one person win $3 and the other
Really?
$2.
Tanking with the 5 there?
Yeah,
I mean,
James got the
Here,
early
here,
position
here,
foul right
here.
here. That's,
Neither of
I'm
you
sure he
showed a
gave it to
5.
Carolyn.
But if they both had nothing there.
You know, the way they were needling him, it's almost like they
There's
knew
a
they
straddle
both
from
had
Doug.
fives, You know, it was like, let's just.
Yeah, I fully anticipate straddling
Yeah, if you
tonight.
both have 5.
I told these guys if they're not entertaining, I'm gonna hit the ejection
That was
seat.
less impressive than I thought.
We'll go flying out the room.
Doug is a set magnet.
That's why you get banned.
He is.
There's no way.
Oh,
We both.
We got more stories.
No, I'm not straddling.
All right, straddle 10.
See if he can get one tonight.
No, you should.
You're beating the problem.
The rig
Okay, because I didn't straddle.
Ryan winning that initial bomb
I
pot,
mean, I don't know.
the
3 clubs.
early
is good.
leader.
3 clubs does not want to be played.
one thing, folks, tonight we have got great player mics that our production crew and David and Coop have got just really working well. So you're going to hear a little bit less out of Kyle and I today. We're hoping that this table will be very talkative, and we're going to let you listen in.
Is young.
4 raised to 25.
There we go.
We're such an aggressive
Making
fan.
like 40 or something.
3.
Why did you make it 4?
Couple of aces here for Manny and
I
Dante.
definitely would have made a 40 if I thought you guys would fold.
Just James playing
You
the
guys don't fold. You guys
very,
never
very
fold.
sought after
All
8-3
right,
off.
discard 1 card.
Okay.
Hold
So
on,
the
you got
3
another
clubs, is that from the last
No,
one?
we're playing something.
Huh?
I'm waiting.
Yeah, I flipped
What
it
about
again.
discarding a card?
So that 3 was shown? God. Yeah, it was
I
shown.
believe they're talking about the previous hand.
Is the 3 shown? I just want to know. Can we see the 3 of clubs?
No, you're just. You're seeing
All right, cool. Thank you.
Put your glasses
First
on.
card dealt to
That actually
James.
hurts me.
Oh
What?
boy.
Are you ready?
Actually, it helps
Sorry.
me because I know it's not
All
coming.
right, I was doing
I
okay.
think
Call-
Dante's
call
trying to get
on
him to
the
play
producer.
something silly.
3 clubs of bird.
If the 3 of clubs shows
Oh,
that
it's
they'll
gonna be on
show
my
a card or that they'll
They had
discard a
some audio
card.
issues last
When
That wasn't
Doug just drills it,
Since you pressed the
big
button.
surprise.
Yeah, King, Queen, Deuce. Doug with top and bottom pair here, way in the lead.
Nothing else for anybody.
Gutter for Manny. Needs a jack.
Oh, yeah. Good point. Good catch. Kyle, you obviously did your stretches as Manny does hit a 10.
4 check, 5 bets, 100.
I started my NAD injections. I'm super sharp.
NAD?
Yeah, it's a something to maybe Google, but it's a compound that's supposed to help with energy and focus.
Oh.
We'll see.
Snake oil.
Bet 100.
You know I'm a medical guy. Gotta be critical.
Well done.
Manny is sweating this river bet by Doug and lays it down. Just
Doug
fair
doesn't
game.
even show the king.
Thank you.
Yeah, Doug loves to be an international man of mystery.
Spades, whatever. Take the pot.
He had a good hand.
Yeah.
I don't know. He didn't like me to raise it. So
Can I get a seat?
Doug and Ryan in the green early.
Uh-huh.
A long way to go. We'll be with you until
This is my
10
favorite
o'clock
seat.
Central Time.
I think everyone deserves to.
Hop in the chat. Talk to Uncle T and I. Glad to engage.
For the year.
I want to buy those chips.
We're all owed it.
Dante's excited there with his Eagles shirt.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
Yeah, there was a little bit. Yeah, I went outside.
I have to look at that stuff all the time when I play with him. I don't want to even
yeah, but
acknowledge it.
I took that.
Yeah, it's all.
I don't know what that was.
Doug's stealing money.
Yeah.
Actually, I think he was trying to give it
Taxes
to
on
you.
it.
You
Just
should
put
have
it
taken it.
back. Put that 5 back over.
No.
All right. 6 fold. 7 fold. 8 raise to 20.
Melon Zone waking up with a ace jack offsuit. Under the gun +2.
That was a diesel.
He'll raise it up.
9 fold. 1 raise to
How do
65.
you know my dog?
She told me.
Kevin's going to 3-bet with King Queen off.
He's all right, man. He's
And just James waking up with the ladies.
And does 4-bet.
What is this?
really big.
What can you
To
even
165.
Somebody
Not too big, but Kevin being Kevin is going to be smart enough to lay that down. He just knew he was dominated.
Yeah,
He's about at the halfway mark.
relatively easy to lay down there with King Queen offsuit
Yeah, it
to a
really
4-bet.
is. It really is.
He's the biggest of 10.
Just James will
He's gonna be a big.
profit $100 there.
But yeah, he's
Brings him a little out of the hole after that initial bomb pot.
Whatever you want. Yeah, we can go all the way around.
we will.
Well, folks, we're going to roll out a couple of things for you on the bottom of the screen. I'm going to start talking about hijack poker. Play poker online and earn real cash.
should be potty trained at that.
Yeah.
Raise to
Love the hijack app. I play almost every
you?
day.
You know, you guys have got me. I downloaded it and I haven't done anything with it, and you're shaming me.
I was counting. I already have 12 tournament caches on hijack.
Wow.
A lot of fun tournaments throughout the day. Also, twice a day, there's a free roll that costs you nothing to play.
Wow. All right, I'm convinced.
No, I think
I am
7
convinced.
fold, 8 fold.
I was playing some PLO on hijack last night. Ran pretty well.
Something weird.
Actually won $80 at 10 cent, 20
I
cent
didn't have much.
Yellow.
Really?
in about an hour.
But
So,
that sounds in an hour?
yeah, so folks, there's money to be made on hijack poker.
4-3.
Oh, that's mine.
I deuce 3 off.
Oh, I suck for not putting them back there.
Come join. I am Whammo. Say hi.
Had it ready to go. I am certain.
Yeah, he was like,
I just felt the weirdness.
what are you going?
Well, Emily, I'm not seeing what you're seeing. You got me. You know, I wonder, is
She
it
was
the
saying
configuration down here?
The at the bottom right, we're now showing the flop cards or the community cards.
Really? Okay.
So it shows it along with the pot size. I believe that's what Emily is pointing out.
In the bottom right, in this little square right there that I'm pointing at.
Right above the top of it, we'll see the cards here.
I missed missed it. Obviously,
Yeah,
my observation powers
overlooked
are
that as
limited.
I don't want to be you. I want to play with you as
That one
much
dude,
as possible.
Josh.
All right, thanks, Emily.
Yeah,
You got my
the guy
attention.
that
He
he's
kept
at,
like
eights.
Melon Zone is tired of folding. He's going to raise up Jack 9 off.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Optimize is going to call with a better Jack here. 10 Jack, and he's going to flop open-ended.
That's awesome.
Him?
No, this is like
Ace high flop,
Another guy.
along with the Queen and 9.
fucking 2 other people all right.
Bottom pair for Melon Zone.
7K, but like he won some crazy all-in pots.
And Optimize is going to bet his draw
I tried to make a move with like ace 10.
and draw a call from Melon Zone. 3 of hearts on the turn. Basically a blank. Does bring in a backdoor flush possibility.
Yeah, he lost.
He had fucking king. Oh, he left.
And Optimize is going to keep the pressure on and take this one down.
Doesn't like 2 flush draws out there. Good bet.
I stayed. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, like 240.
Because I came up, no, it was later.
Never bad when you win a pot without a pair.
Yep.
Yeah, I was great.
Did have a draw, though. It's a great way to play your draws if you can profit both when you're chasing as well as when you hit, obviously.
Andy was in position, which is critical to do that.
Yeah,
You
great
know,
point.
you start off with a bet, you know, a pre-flop bet.
I
You get
only
checked
have
to.
the absolute nothing to play.
It's not a bad plan.
Even though she won't lose.
I mean, you could always be getting trapped, but that actually is less likely.
Second absolute, third not.
Most 1-2 players, recreational players think about that immediate
No matter
bad
how hard-
news. But if you
No
run
matter
the
how hard
numbers,
you try.
the chances that you're getting trapped
Fold,
are pretty rare with that kind of a pre-flop bet.
We're talking about the player that when you bluff, you're the most afraid is going to look you up.
Oh.
It's definitely you.
Me?
Yeah. I mean,
Right.
I don't even.
Some pretty mediocre holdings here for hand number 7.
Well,
There's an ace
yeah,
queen for
there's
Dante.
Something.
See, that last,
Our
Doug will
friend
play
Dante.
his.
that last card,
He raises
I
to
was with
30. He
you.
gets 3 bet
I
by
was with
Dante.
you. And then I'm off the Blake train after
I
that.
think he did too.
Optimize just folding to the 3-bet his king jack, and
Yeah,
I
I'm
would
starting to
definitely
You're
agree with
tapping.
that fold.
You're tapping.
Yeah.
Overrated
You
hand.
started this, though. You asked.
See it played a
I
lot.
actually agreed with
I
that.
typically start
It's
most
definitely not overrated in my mind. I look at king jack very
Okay.
unexcitedly
Yeah,
when dealt.
yeah. Same
But-
here.
Bluffable.
Yeah, you know that you have those range of hands that are limp or flat, and
I did that.
No,
I'm
I'm
floating
trying
that
to
hand
figure
out
out.
pretty
I
time
don't
unless
have an
it's a
answer for
really,
that.
really weak
I'm on the podium for that.
show up,
I would medal
Yeah,
on
you
that.
medal.
and then it's not about the
Maybe not
card.
the gold, but definitely the silver.
Dante's going to have taken that down really quickly with
Oh, you're
his
pretty good.
3-bet pre and
Bluff and Kev. It just feels good.
on to hand 8 here.
It does feel good to bluff.
Okay.
Just James
player
with
that
queen
you
jack.
most enjoy the feeling after you successfully
Going to raise it up under the gun plus
Yeah.
2.
I mean, what do you want me to say?
That's a
You
good
or
one.
Kevin?
That's a good
Caleb,
one.
also known as Barber.
Yeah.
You or Kevin?
Yeah, Kevin's
And
close.
Barbara, a regular,
Yeah,
very
Kevin's
solid
like-
player
Kevin's
on the
running-
You get
screen.
him to bluff, and you're like,
Optimize
but
being
you can't
asked to
show
do
him.
a
You're like, oh.
Kevin
Nice.
imitation.
He doesn't
Kevin getting a
I do
little
like your speeches
spicy
after
here
you
with the
fold
9.
that.
Oh, he did
about when you
fold.
fold
It
it
appeared that he had
spades?
called.
I'll
but
get
Yeah, I
away
thought he
with
threw something out there. Must have missed card.
Remember folding
Maybe
the
that'll.
jack
There
of
he
spades
is.
after
Kevin's
10
back. He
at
did
the
not
clock
fold.
call?
Okay.
I don't really enjoy
Yeah,
for
our
just
graphics
James.
are not stretched out either.
I don't bluff.
Yeah, we've got a couple draws. Caleb with the better draw here. He's
Yep.
got
Remember that.
clubs.
No,
16?
Dante?
it could have been.
Yeah, I'm seeing that, Emily. Thank you. This is nice.
Yeah,
As long as the graphics are right.
Last week somebody
Is
bluffed
that
me. I
right?
can't remember.
You fold
Not-
ace king.
Yeah, the RFI.
Johnny
Oh,
saying
you
hi in
said-
chat all the
I
way
did.
Somebody
In
did.
December I
from
did.
the
Wow.
UK.
Oh,
Right,
Well,
Johnny?
that's right.
you want me to
Yeah,
start speaking in my really crappy
It was
English
queen.
accent?
I
No, it-
actually had a
I don't know
conversation
what
with
it
somebody
does.
about that today. How much smarter you sound if you have the right accent.
No, Doug-
Yeah.
Doug, you can
Yeah.
bluff.
You had
Yeah.
9-5 off when I had ace.
Well, you know,
I ended up with Texas.
Well, you know, honestly, I don't think
You
any
got a lot of
American
money.
accent is
doesn't
smart.
want to
I
put
mean,
money in, you know?
I was probably like at the
He
very
plays
beginning.
better
That was
when
my
he doesn't
stint
have a
in
lot on the
premiums.
table.
He plays better when he has the nuts,
Turned
too.
nut shot. Yeah.
Well,
That's
you know,
easy.
usually
Then I also.
Oh, you folded that one.
Yeah.
Doug's like, how do
I
I
was
get
pretty
dragged
close
in this
that
much?
I have the range advantage. I have the nut advantage.
Right.
It's hard.
Oh, wait,
Action
no,
here is
that's-
on
that's-
just James, and
that's-
here's he's
that's-
thrown a
that's-
black
that's-
chip out there.
Just not the calling advantage.
I showed a lot of my hands.
Can't imagine Caleb's going to be folding his flush
No, I'm
draw
saying that,
to
like,
a
It made me feel good. That-
Oh, because you had those jacks?
Yeah. that-
yeah, I mean, he
Two-thirds
could put his
pot
opponent
bet.
on the ace,
That
and
one, that hand I think I had like 9.
I mean, you know, he's not got the nut clubs, and the eight's a complete blank.
got it.
Did make the call, so 430 in the pot.
And James is going to bet again and win this hand.
Yeah, Caleb actually has the best hand with king high. Very hard to know
I'm
that.
saying he bluffs a lot too. So
Well, is he show? He does.
Actually, I'm pretty on bluff.
Jack's so hot.
All
I
right,
didn't
throwing
smell
down the
it.
gauntlet
It's not
early.
big.
Anything gonna be hot this week.
I called off a couple of spots.
It was
Like,
it was a bluff.
All right, you got to tell me where in the UK though, because I spent time in Manchester,
Pretty mellow.
spent time in Oxford,
Doesn't
London,
matter.
of course.
Airball?
do you mind hitting
First time somebody said something to me in Manchester, I just stared at them. I had no idea what they said.
I don't bluff
The European accent that's
Obviously, every time
toughest for me
I have it.
is
I know. I always get it.
Scottish.
Oh gosh, yeah, especially strong
I do
Scottish.
struggle with that one.
Yeah, well,
No offense
people
to
in
the
England,
Scottish, just
they struggle with that.
have some difficulty with certain words.
I have the best position.
Really fun folks,
Three
though.
fold, 4 call, 5 fold.
All right, so hand number 9 here.
You're not-
Dante's going to raise up 9-10 off. Caleb with the real hand, ace queen.
Started now.
8
I was
raised to
just a simple
160.
And Melon Zone's got a lot of folks'
Well, you
favorite
are
suited
right, Manny.
connector,
Limping is
6-5
really
suited.
4 fold.
The mathematically
200?
best hand versus pocket aces.
160.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I always say there's two different kinds of math in poker. There's that math, and then there's
Only 10 more
economics.
bucks right.
So he's going to make a 160 bet and get
Go
called
ahead,
twice,
check.
which makes the
Nice
economics
job, Donovan.
It's my,
increase for him if he does
If it's my
hit
right,
this.
I want to go ahead.
Yeah,
and
and this
check.
is getting a little uncomfortable for Caleb. I mean, ace queen offsuit, we can see he's way ahead
I wanna,
here,
like,
but
see, like, oh my God, I have middle pair.
can't love
Anyone who needs
having to call that raise. And
But this is a pre-flop aggressor's dream right here.
I get a black call.
yeah, Dante now with top
Who
pair,
wants to drink? Blake?
Coffee.
very modest kicker.
Yeah, very modest.
Do it for Bertram.
Yeah. Oh,
And Dante will fill up on the turn.
so much for modesty.
Unfortunately for him, the only person that can really give him action is Caleb with an ace high.
Well,
go
the
two pair,
spades.
but-
I mean, there are spades out there. So if Melon Zone was really,
Yeah, Melon Zone could
got a
chase
vote. I got a
spades,
vote.
but on a double paired board, that would be highly speculative.
I thought it was heads up. I forgot.
See what Barber decides to do here. He may think Dante is trying to bluff him.
You want to sweat?
Off what a lot of the time will be the best hand. I'm going to guess that Barber folds here.
What flavored vodkas?
Thank you for offering.
Dante put in about a 80% pot bet.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
And Dante looks like he's waiting on a bus. That Dante doesn't have any tells if you play with him like we do, but that's about as relaxed as you're going to see him.
Yeah, you know, the funny thing is, obviously, we know he had it there. That casualness,
Was good.
sometimes it makes it look like he's trying to look too relaxed in his
Yeah.
bluffing.
Yeah,
So I
My 10
think it potentially works for him.
it does.
I honestly put you on 9.
I got the
Lamington Spa. Lamington Spa. Wow. In the Midlands. Okay.
Warwickshire.
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 Me?
You said that like
Sounds like-
Worcestershire. Like
I was
you're
going
from
to say,
Texas.
Warwickshire sounds like something I would put on a steak.
Everything with shirt.
you bring the Warwickshires?
Yeah, it's not the way they say it, but that's all right. I'm a Texan too. I just spent a lot of time over there, so for a good amount of time, not a lot. I love that country. I mean, you know, Manchester was cold,
You play 1-1
but
for a min-buy.
it was kind of a cool kind of cold.
7 call.
And I'm a Man U fan, so it was like just great being there and driving by Old Trafford. But I love that country. People
First-
ask me if I want to travel anymore, and I'm like, yeah, to England. I want to go back and see my relatives in Oxford and just take the trains everywhere.
Yeah, the train is fun from Heathrow.
King does.
125.
Couple of Cowboys here for Kevin.
Cowboys with K.
I didn't get you, did I?
Nobody else here with much to
I don't think I did because I paid cat. I didn't do it.
fight back.
Yeah, I watched it all day.
Yeah, all day.
And Kevin being with his table image, with all these guys play with him a lot, he's probably not
We
going
were
to get
celebrating
anybody
the
to
war.
call him.
I can't look. No, I can't. I'm in
He's
bed.
trying to get you kicked out, though.
Yeah.
Tempt you.
I watched it. It's crazy.
It's
crazy.
Back to 9. Yeah, 125.
Donald Trump had the best.
See if Optimize likes Jack 10 enough. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he was considering it because he'd have position on Kevin, but
was good.
ace full. No.
check 10 offsuit, a little too weak to make that call.
Oh, shit, I get in there. But
I am going to have to look up.
And then just
What
like
is
a
it?
king queen or some shit.
Is it Leamington or
Ten life
Leamington? Biggie, Smalley, Limiting Spa. I'm gonna have to look that up.
All right,
John,
I got the next round.
mate.
When I was in
You
college,
paid for the drink,
we were
so
all
you
doing,
didn't
like,
call
shots
that
of,
hand.
That sounded Australian. They say mate too much.
You
English
could have called
guy.
that hand if you knew.
Yeah, slightly. It probably leaned Australian.
I'll
we did it real
pay later
fast.
if we order
King
that.
10 suited for Caleb, a playable hand from the low jack.
50, 8 fold, 9 fold.
He'll raise it to 60. I believe the $20 straddle was on this hand.
University of Illinois. It's fucking awesome.
Just James also with hearts.
4 call.
Lets it go.
3 players.
You know, you want to hear something silly? I do like King 10.
Did you give me a Coke
I do too, particularly suited, and Caleb will smash top pair here.
5 check.
in college we were doing
Excuse
shots of
me.
whiskey, but
Can I
one of
get
my
a Coke
buddies
Zero?
didn't go to the
Won a
bathroom.
huge hand
After my
yesterday
said
with
his
it,
whiskey
too.
was soy sauce, and then, like,
Got
I was
ace
just
10 to
like,
fold
"Hurry,
with
we gotta
10
go."
high board, very similar to this.
Two shots fast.
Chase was all in, and we were all chasing
I
Chase.
because I was having oxygen.
And
I
got the ace 10 to fold by a jam.
I'm not on that.
But again, that was a positional play. You know, Chase went all in on the flop with God knows what. You know, it's Chase. He had 2 callers because it was only 97. I'm sitting there with 600 in front of me, and I'm like, yeah, I'm about to clear the field. So I jammed, and the ace 10 who was sitting to my right, young man next to me, panked, showed me his hand. I had showed the player to my left the hand.
Still in the car.
He's like sweating it with me, and the kid finally folded. And when I rolled my hand over, he's like,
Oh, yeah.
because I mean, it was a huge pot at that point. They had called 97-97.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of dead money in there. It was
5
wonderful.
players.
Yeah, that's one of those sickening spots. I empathize with that player because it really is hard to call with just one pair, even if you have top pair
Yeah,
and
top
an ace
top
kicker.
is exactly. And he said, I just feel like you got a set. It doesn't feel like 2 pair because it's disjointed board.
Check, 5 check, 6 check.
Well,
Well, there is an ace for James.
Yeah, second bomb pot, and just James is going to smash the top board with trip aces and a set of kings for Melon Zone.
Wow.
He's
Trips
going to
and
have the
set.
nuts at the moment on the bottom.
Check, check.
Pretty disjointed board. Diamonds at the top. Melon Zone does have the king for a diamond, so he's really strong equity-wise here on both boards with top set.
Yeah, just James in the driver's seat on top, Melon Zone on bottom.
No more 5s coming. You'll think about that with top set. I've got a 5. There are 2 more 5s out there. Of course, we know Doug has the other. You got to think about, you know, pairing the board up if that club hits.
8
I
call.
did another gross shot thing. I was betting on like the Cubs versus.
So we got a $535 bet by James, called by Melon Zone. He's too strong on both boards. Ryan's thinking about it. He's got an ace as well. He's got the exact same kicker or kickers.
Yeah, just James filled up on the turn there with
Yeah,
ace
with the 3.
3.
Yep.
Pretty unfortunate for Ryan. He makes the call and
If it's his toilet, it's
actually is
slightly
drawing
better.
nearly dead here.
It's just recycling. That's all.
Well, there's no saying about having your own outs.
He's
With
going
the
to need
sevens.
a jack or a
You're not
7.
cleaning
And
your
just
toilet?
James has one of the
But
7s,
I'm
so
just
he's
saying,
you're not
you
getting
know,
a 7.
I feel better about my toilet than the
Famous
average.
last words.
Go outside.
I mean, he
3
does bring
players.
a lot to do a shot out of the toilet.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'm not
What about a shot out?
Would
of
you
And
do
he
a shot
doesn't.
on the toilet for
And
$1,000?
the clubs do get there, so just James has got the nut clubs.
Wow, a
And it's
scoop
gonna-
for just
it's
James.
gonna
There was a line though.
1740 already in the middle.
Flush it
This
once.
678 is going.
And then do it.
All right, that's
Be joining those chips
Yeah.
Wow.
right
I,
now.
I clean the bowl, but I don't clean the rest.
And
of
Melon Zone hates that club.
It's better than doing old TCH.
And does he make the call? Oh, he goes all in? He goes
Oh.
all in.
Wow. $3,000 pot, and just James is going to scoop.
Merry freaking Christmas, Mary
I mean,
Jane.
it's not a low price.
What a hand for just James.
Yeah, ace 3 and nut clubs.
Ooh, mommy. Well, there's a candidate for hand of the night.
Damn, I folded a 3.
I don't like bomb pots to be our hands of the night.
Bad flush,
Well,
bad flush.
Obviously, just James made the virtual nuts on both boards there, but
I made 3,500.
I was chatting with him. We're poker friends, and he's been focusing on bomb pot only tables. Has had
It's like
quite a
best
bit of
turn
success,
cards ever
so
for you.
I think he's got his bomb pot skills sharpened.
Oh, good for him. I tell people all the time, there's a bomb hut tournament on Thursday night here at TCH Austin, Social Austin. Come play it just to get your reps in. There's also a PLO tournament on Tuesday night, although I don't recommend that one as highly because it has tendency to be some real good PLO players. But again, it's about getting. When I played the Deuce to 7 tournaments, I was there to get hands in, and it really helped the single draw Deuce to 7 game for me.
I had the other ace.
You know what I mean? If you don't declare player,
I had 2 sevens.
Yeah, I
and I had
definitely
a
want to
five.
join that next yellow bomb pot only tournament. It'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, TCH Social Austin. Come on down. It's a lot of fun. And with the antes rather than blinds, towards the end of the night, it's crazy because there's so much money in the center.
Did you feel like the
before
need to
you even
entertain, or were you like
start.
analyzing?
Well, he was really lucky because I was there. So.
Oxford is 30 minutes away from my little sister. Well, my cousin, my first cousin, works at the university.
There's your hand,
Oh,
Uncle T. 10-8
Dante
suited.
got it. Yeah. So we were told by Manny that he would play our favorite
No, I've asked
hands,
him.
Non-premium
non-premium
hands.
hands.
Yeah.
Mine is
Oh!
10-8 of hearts.
Heads up.
Hold on a second.
Said 9-7 suited,
wouldn't
so
do it.
You wouldn't do it.
see if he gets either of those hands tonight.
Yeah,
Trip
like,
6 is here for Manny.
Then do it.
Well,
This is more positive EV.
looks like the
All right,
10-8
one more
of Bill.
Yeah, Dante really, he's going to make the call with
If and only if you're
not much of a prayer here.
$1,000 guarantee.
Okay, want to see my poker income?
Yeah, he does have the 9
Yeah,
he can hit.
I don't log my rebuy.
He turned
he
some
can't.
outs.
Yeah, he can hit the 9. No, that one. Yeah, the 9. Okay.
You're crushing it.
Does get a 10.
Who
That's
does
probably
get
a
top pair? This is probably going to cost Dante a river bet.
yeah.
150.
75. No,
Is that what
150
happened last
looks
week when he
like.
needed Venmo from
Yeah.
Donovan?
I think Dante's going to be kissing 150
Yeah.
goodbye here.
Yeah.
The reverse rolls
I
today.
don't talk about the reason.
Unlucky river there for Dante,
He
really.
really had
Yeah,
a 6.
it was.
Is that fake
really
news?
Sticking around to the
This
end.
is how you produce fake.
Now that the America.
Yeah, it's really tough to fold when you make top pair on the river, especially
I mean, he has
I'm so
when
excited. I don't
making
pay
the
taxes
call.
anymore.
You only have to be right about 1 out of every
I'm gonna get deported.
3 or 4 times based on that sizing. So
Well, I wasn't born in this country, so
That's a good reform.
Germany.
Back to California?
Germany.
No
that will
tax
bring
cuts
Dante
this
slightly into the green. At the bottom of your screen, you can see the stack sizes and winnings
I
for
would take advantage.
the folks who are stuck a bit at the moment. Melon Zone, very unlucky in that bomb pot,
Can't lose.
down 1.6K.
You know, I got dual sim.
Long way to go, though. I played with Melon Zone quite a bit this week, actually. We ended up at the same table. Fun guy to play with. Good player.
Berlin.
Vaughn.
Was he at the table with the you and I and Dante? He was, wasn't he?
I believe so.
Yeah, he was sitting
Yeah.
in C1. Yeah.
In this current
Yeah, he's a good guy.
What's your name, new guy again?
Ryan.
Sorry, Ryan. Ryan, new guy.
6-5 suited here for Ryan. He is going to 3-bet.
The new guy?
The new guy?
I believe both times we've seen 6-5 suited, that player has 3-bet.
Not a very good name.
Ryan guy.
Can I get it through deck? Ryan guy.
Dante gets the
I don't
10-8
really like the
again.
guy thing.
Yeah, Ryan new.
Feels a little
Good
douchey.
practice to work in hands like 6-5 suited in your 3-bet range so that
Ryan?
I'll stick with Ryan.
every time you 3-bet, the whole table doesn't, you're not playing your cards face up.
Especially in the cutoff.
Then you do know Ryan.
By face up, I mean only
Now you
premiums,
know 2 Ryans.
jacks plus, ace
You
king.
could call me that. That's fine.
Yeah, it's all about the position of your cutoff, your button. You get those suited
I don't
connectors,
think, I don't
three
think that.
Where are
bet.
you from?
And if it's kind of a
Go ahead to-
limp status or something like that, 3-bet.
I like that.
What?
I like that play.
Oh yeah. Where?
You know what? About Jonathan
I mean, it's not really.
Crowley
I mean, I've never
is in the chat.
Okay.
Don't know if he's related to Alistair.
Yeah, you know, the capital of Connecticut.
Bank what?
You know, if you go to Oxford, you can go to the pub that
Remember we had, like,
J.R.R.
yeah.
Tolkien and C.S. Lewis would sit
Oh,
and
wow.
have their
All right, all right.
their
smart.
Guinness,
I mean,
The capital
and you
line
could
of-
sit in the seats that they sat in.
Oh, wow, that's pretty cool.
I availed myself of that
Like
opportunity,
super easy.
being a fan of both those games.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things about going to Europe is you see things that are old in a way that you cannot see in the U.S. We just haven't been around long enough.
Oh,
Top and bottom pair here for Manny.
Manny, yeah, he's
I
got
do know Alaska.
two pair, and
People
he's
are-
Caleb's going to try to pay him here.
Yeah,
Makes a bet. Looks like he throws out
Is it boys?
the bill of the cap of optimized there.
Billings.
Exactly how much he threw out. Looks
Well,
like
since Billings in Montana.
$20.
That's
$20 bet.
not in the state.
Yes, that's not.
Yeah, see what Caleb's going to do with top pair here.
No, but my hopes and dreams are.
Medium kicker.
Drowning away.
What other cities are in Idaho? I really
Oh,
like
I don't
call.
know, Boise,
Looks like-
Coeur d'Alene.
Boink.
Ooh, that's a bad
Oh,
card
boy.
there for Caleb.
Oh my gosh, this
Vote
is
for
going to get
Manny.
ugly for Caleb.
Jonestown.
I'm so used to calling
I
him
know
Barber.
Parma.
I don't think I know.
He's about to get
Parma and Nampa.
shaved.
Wow, Barber really pot controlling here, and he just continues to not want to put money into the spot. It's,
I'd say maybe he's got a sense.
yeah,
Or
I
he's
imagine
trapping.
he's just going to flat this and lose the minimum.
Oh, how is that possible? That hand is 275.
And
What the frip?
All I can say is, Caleb must have had some inclination that Manny had a. He probably didn't necessarily put him on a boat, although
I'm glad I played
ace
that.
five suited, commonly played. Any
Let me
bigger
tell you,
kicker,
in
but
a recreational table, 1-2 table,
they would have been all in.
it was yeah,
I mean-
two cards ago.
It always
Yeah.
needles you
I'm
after
glad
you
it
lose,
went like that.
Like
Yeah,
the
I mean-
same cards have to come out and needle you.
I'm not sure how he knew, but Caleb exercising
Wow.
great pot
Yeah,
control there.
until it didn't
Got it to
come out.
showdown.
Didn't matter. The fucking deal.
Lost
she's
the
a
minimum.
tough one.
That's how I turn a vote.
I know it.
Hold on. I feel like if I dug deep, I could get this.
Doug's right here.
What is it?
Just James up almost 2K after that huge bomb
Tom,
box
you
scoop.
said it. Y'all would be dug in deep.
Well, the table was kind of amazed at that as well.
Yeah, that's like,
Yeah, I was
So,
like, yeah.
what do y'all think? Appreciate all 99 of you in the chat. Please chat with us. Love to hear from you. Hit that like button. We're here at TCH Social Austin on a Wednesday night where it did not freeze.
Ohio State.
Well, it froze last night.
Akron.
Got just James here with Big Slick.
So we know.
heads up.
He'll raise it up, and Optimize is going to play his queen 10 offsuit
dude, I grew up
and
in
9 high flop.
Oh, okay.
No one.
Yeah, like, you know,
There's your
I mean,
board.
suburb of Akron. You know,
LeBron.
it's not
Another blank on the turn. Deuce of spades. So ace high is still good, and Optimize is going to represent something here.
Probably going to get a call here. This board is so disconnected.
Yeah, and really, Optimize shouldn't have a whole lot of deuces and threes in his range after calling a 3-bet.
Because I don't remember.
Ooh, River King, just James.
That's why you call. That's why you call a $75 bet with a disconnected board, and you got two overs to everything that's out there.
Yeah, the problem is Optimize is probably thinking, well, I can represent that king. Unfortunately, that's what just James has.
It should always be
No,
fresh.
but you know, like
Let's see if he goes for the race here.
Yeah, this is a really interesting spot, and this is something that I've been working on, and I would encourage a lot of the listeners that play to consider is
For the stream, we'll make it.
when to go for thin value. This would be kind of a spot where calling or raising is probably fine.
Well, and I think my thoughts are about my read.
475?
Looks like he did put out a thin value bet, 475. But you know, so here's my thought. When I get now, obviously, let's say Optimize had Queen 9 there. If somebody makes that in a bet to me, I'm sure that they've got a really strong hand.
no idea where I am.
Whereas if you feel in your read, I am way out ahead here. I have a lot of confidence in this ace king. Making a larger bet
Yeah.
gets Queen 9 to think about whether you're just trying to buy the pot.
Okay, that's
So,
True.
you know, there's levels to that.
No,
Those are my thought process. Now I've started changing a little bit of my betting philosophy that you were talking about that I adhere to, depending on position. Obviously, in late position there, to include more larger bets if I feel like I'm really ahead.
Yeah, I'm working on. Actually, I had a spot last night.
That's believable.
Won't bore everyone with a whole hand, but I knew that I actually had second pair and bet the river when it was checked to. When I know I used to, I would have just taken showdown value.
Yeah.
But the bet earned me an extra $50, which adds up over time. Queen high flop here, top pair for Manny. Manny been hitting almost every flop seemingly when he chooses to play a hand.
Check.
No, I live here. Yeah.
Kind of a first bet wins hand. Yep.
I live here.
Okay, so I'm going to put this up. This is a really good question for you because of what you were just talking about. So, Jonathan, there he is, living in the Midlands. Just started playing poker again, only in small tournaments online for like 50p, which is 50 cents. Buying in, but getting to the final table a lot. When does the competition get better? What price range does it buy-ins? So you just talked about playing smaller, hijack poker, playing in a, I'll run the little blurb up here for hijack poker as we talk about this.
I don't really like the
So talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so before I get into it, you can go to Hijack Poker and use the promo code we just showed a moment ago.
Yep, I'll show it again
And,
real quick so I don't cover up the hand.
OT gets that pulled up. But yeah, so to answer that question, yeah, use TCHL20
for your
referral code. You can get $20 extra. Yeah, so I would say I've noticed the level of play starts to change at 50 plus online.
$50 plus.
Yeah, and when you get over 100, it's the next level. I would say anything under 50, and probably noticeably anything under 10 is just kind of the Wild West.
Better than the Cowboy Bob's interaction.
Yeah, the Cowboy Bob's interaction.
Okay, 50 quid. That's the answer.
Yeah, so yeah, 50 plus, you'll notice a difference. Would be the short answer.
Interesting.
Pair ace for Kevin here. He's way ahead.
And that's online or just in general?
Online, yeah. I would say live. Start to notice some difference. 200 plus.
Well, it was only because
Dante's going to throw out 225 into this $400 pot with his 10. Kevin's going to make the call because that's what Kevin do. Gave it up. Ooh, Kevin, you get the knit button for the night. Just must have thought there was a better ace out there. Wow, Dante gets it through. Nice little pot.
Wow, Manny, so you checked
the non-winning hand.
Once you check, I'm dead.
You checked the full house. You checked on the turn.
What would you say is the buy-in level where you notice a difference in, I guess, playing quality?
That's interesting. You say that because we've had some tournaments lately. The bigger tournaments for the Atlas Tour that we did, and the recent 100K that we just wrapped up this past Monday, which I fired more bullets than my gun should ever been carrying.
Smoke me? Didn't you take my whole stack?
Honestly, like the Sunday $300 buy-in tournament, I've been surprised at how
I feel like you beat me.
people are acting like it's free roll. So I think it depends very much on the end game of the tournament, the payout also as to the buy-in. The $200 buy-in for that 100K tournament, people played a lot tighter than a $300 buy-in for a 10, 15K, whatever the pay is on Sunday.
Yeah.
So there's a combination of both of those, and I don't play online, so I can't really address those. But I think that 300, 200 to 300 is where people are, because a lot of people are thinking about also how many bullets they're going to fire. So if they brought $1,000 or only $400 to spend on a $200 buy-in tournament, they're going to think, well, especially in their second bullet, it's going to change the way they play.
Yeah.
25. I like playing that.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think it also, the other thing, it's a huge factor, is that typically the structure of higher buy-in is longer, so you'll have longer blind levels and a little bit smoother structure. So that I think that also lends to better play, it's particularly better play paying off in some of the less expensive daily tournaments, just so people can come after work, enjoy playing some poker, and get home at a reasonable hour. You have your 15-minute blind levels, so there's a lot more kind of speculative plays that are necessary.
Wow, that makes sense. Yeah.
Everything's bad.
It all goes down.
One thing I've noticed, though, regardless of the buy-in, the really good tournament players play the same.
That's a.
Deuce is what?
There's not a difference in the way they play. So it's very easy to low buy in tournament, which a lot of them don't play, like really
Yeah.
low, or low payout tournament. They're easy to spot.
Actually, what I would say really happens in those lower buy-in tournaments with the fast structure is you get to where you have to play final table style
Right.
very early, because a lot of the decisions are all in or fold, at least if you're playing correctly. Occasionally, you'll see people that call off half their stack and then fold to a flop bet, and
Yeah.
that's obviously a disaster. So we've got a pair of jacks for just James, king high board here, just James also with backup hearts, and nobody else with.
He's going to call Melon's own because that jack of hearts.
They kind of have this acquisition
Ace 10 doesn't get there for anything. Let's see if Melon continues with the aggression.
Yeah, Melon Zone can take this with a bet, possible. Ooh, and he gives up.
Yeah, of course, the showdown value was all in just James's favor with 2 overs. Okay, so Adaya, is that correct? Has a hand for us to analyze.
All right, first ever, at least Kyle and Tom.
Yeah, we are going to try to let you listen to more of the table talk, but there's so many conversations going on the table right now, it's a little difficult to track anything lucid. So we'll take the time to go over this. So got a hand for you guys, home game. That's a good caveat to put in there. 138K effective, 9-handed, full table, raise, king 10 off, under gun, 20. Button 3 bets to 100, I call. Okay, king 10, I just talked about that. Flop 10 for deuce, rainbows, I check, he bet 400. I call turn 7, another blank. I check, he bets 850, I call. River. River is a 2, another blank. I check, he bets 2K. I move in for 6.7 total. Beast. Mainly thinking about the river. Yeah, I get that.
Well, I hate to say it, but I wouldn't have gotten very far in this hand because I wouldn't have raised king 10 off under the gun, and I definitely wouldn't have called a 3-bet from the button. And this is not attempting to sound sarcastic. Actually, over to the hand, we've got 2 flush draws here. Melon Zone with a pair and a flush draw, and Kevin.
Kevin actually,
high.
yeah. Sorry, I misread the 9. I was like, okay, that's not possible.
This model of an iPhone in this brochure, and I wanted to kind of look.
2 overs for Manny too. We'll kind of break that down in a second because I've got my own.
Does this look good? And what do you like us?
Yeah, we could have some fireworks.
Emily's got an opinion right off the bat.
Yeah,
Emily's in the Kyle fold. In the Kyle realm.
So Melon Zone's going to bet his draw and pair. See what Manny's going to do here. He can get a little frisky at times. Does have the ace of hearts.
And then as you go up the scale,
Does not appear ready to fold.
But like you're saying, you can say, do a dolly zoom over this.
Looks like he'll make a call.
It's incredible what you can command it to do.
Yeah.
Interesting hand developing here. Everybody with decent equity.
That's not going to slow anybody
Yeah,
down.
bit of a action killer with the board pairing on the turn there.
For this much,
I'm like, I have to learn this.
you really want to be in Kevin's position here.
Because like it's not good enough to like look at it.
Yeah, I think a good lesson for beginners too is don't put a lot of money in chasing draws on paired boards when if you make your draw, you still may have been drawing dead.
Yeah. 1/3 pot bet for Melon Zone.
But it's fun. So, and then the fun thing about AWS, like I can turn around and sell this to customers.
Does anybody want to lay me odds on making it in the trash?
So now our
I'll do even.
pot is inflated to 1335.
I think this is our biggest no limit pot thus far.
Yeah.
Last year was going to be the year
Melon Zone
That's not bad.
really
I mean, if you
I
were,
gotta feel good
Looks
about
like
it.
Kevin's coming over the
I feel
top.
like I can't throw
Wow.
it directly up because like
Kevin with the gutter and the flush draw is
No,
going
he just
to
called.
keep
Okay.
the pressure on.
With it, like, daily
Oh, he
or
does
weekly
just call. It's
or-
Melon Zone's
Yeah,
bet, actually.
misread that.
it's like
Manny decides
AI
ace
I
high.
get daily from
Oh,
my
Time
job.
to exit
I get
stage
to stand
left.
in front of it.
Just
What is it?
changing the
Every
rules,
roll is a dollar.
technology and
Give us
stuff.
the heart. Oh, wow.
Mommy, this is going to be ugly.
This is a very ugly card for Melon Zone.
Kevin has got to be
You can
just.
get out far enough, you
Well,
can do a
Kevin
full
does never get
360
excited,
after that, you
but
gotta
he's
start
got to
Yeah.
be just
Here,
elated.
like,
He does get
Kevin's
jammed into by Melon
to
Zone.
like encrypt that shit. So like,
Of course,
work for, like,
Kevin's thinking about the ace, but he's never folding.
No way you can fold here.
Doing a little inventory.
every day too. So it's like
Yep.
I don't envision a day like
Yeah.
this my career where I'm like,
I love Kevin. He always waits to see the cards.
Yeah.
He's not too proud of his cards to wait to see what the
cool,
other
man.
person had. That's the information.
Both get there, but
They
one
both
gets
have
Big pot. Pot of the night thus far. 3,600 headed Kevin's way.
775,
Always pretty nasty when you get flush over flush.
985.
what? You said
Other key there is, even with the paired board, once the flush hit, the SBR was 2-1, so
What's the base? $5?
can't really be folding.
All right.
I get to roll out flush. I get to roll out.
Let me roll out. Here we
Roll
go.
out.
Well, Daya, there's so many factors to that. I thought it was interesting to listen to my partner talk about that. Two factors that you brought up that are really important. It's home game, so those typically mean you know the other players. There's the fact that you said I don't like being called a nit.
I hope you make it.
Of my list of
You're not even
things
gonna
that I
hit the
don't
can.
like
I would've
being
put 5
called,
points.
that's number
This will be the most
644.
earned $50 he's ever
How about a
made.
3-to-1?
Number
you don't even hit the
4
trash can.
is
No,
donk.
don't.
Fish is number 3. And then there's a couple that I can't say out loud. So I have never been upset about people calling me a
Silver one
nit.
down there.
If they play with me, they know I'm
That's
not
an
a
empty
nit.
water bottle.
I
dude. It's
am
not
nit
gonna make
worthy
it.
at times,
He
but
said he's coming back.
Yeah,
when you put, this is, I'm not trying to judge you here because I hate that. I don't, poker coaching, if it's for free, is worth every penny you're paying for it. It's the favorite thing to say at the table. Play your way. Do what you do, woo woo. Having said that,
Doesn't want to babysit you guys.
playing not liking to be called a nit
All right, 10 is on.
is playing pride poker. Pride poker breaks you.
yeah, that I was about to say. I think there's a lot of people out there who have lost a lot of money attempting to appear not to be nitty. It's a high variance way of playing and not typically, the optimal way to approach
What's
the game.
Kevin Holland with?
Is entertaining for the stream though.
Yep.
So we
Thanks. That was a fascinating hand. Interesting to go through. We're gonna actually pay attention to a few hands that are going on here on the live stream now.
It was a very legal.
yeah, everybody with a little something here. 6-5 suited making another appearance. And that is actually the third time 6-5 suited has been 3-bet, or actually raised in this case, to 75.
Not the ace of hearts, but I do not.
I don't know why
You've seen the sevens a
After
couple
you
times.
folded, I
now.
thought one of them had at least
You
one.
haven't seen a set made out of them.
And
Is James
Doug,
playing your
Statistical
ace pillar?
I wouldn't know.
Doug the set miner is going to try to hit a 7-year.
This is good, Manny.
I haven't even tried it. Cheers.
He had the ace queen with the
Ace queen is what I had.
Cheers. I don't know what
Well,
this
there is a
concoction
big
is.
whole bunch of nothing. Actually, Manny does
Yeah,
hit the
Dante and Manny both have the
got a
jack.
jack.
125.
Dangerously good.
There's never been a flop that Dante semi hits that he doesn't like, so he's going to take the aggression here. Dante's a really smart mathematical player. He knows that the chances somebody, even with this many players, having a queen is not as good as we think it is, generally, as poker players. Manny's going to come along for exactly the same reasons, although he is out kicked.
Whatever's fun, you can't do it.
Whoever could go to long.
Caleb with the open ender.
Oh, I love that.
It's going to miss on the turn. 3 of clubs changes
Oh my god.
little. Does bring in a backdoor club draw.
I would dead lose. I'd be first in last place.
Dante's ace jack is going to be the winner on the river if he does not fold, which I would not imagine he's going to
Bet
do.
125 looks like.
Player to have to consume
Not a big bet into a $750 pot.
up to like a cap,
150
like 10
call.
drinks
Yeah, you
max.
bet 150,
That'd
and he gets called.
Throw a quarter out and like
Yep.
he has to take a shot.
Wow, nice hand for
Yeah,
Dante.
very nice. Very nice
I thought he
little.
had a queen. He's betting.
$700
I
winner.
captured 5, but I'm gonna do something.
Dante's up 720. Just James with that monster scooper bomb pot is still up in the lead, 2.4. Melon Zone, who was the victim of that, down 3.4.
Yeah, Melon Zone's been running pretty poorly here. He had the bomb pot scoop and then flush over flush. So,
And of course, Kevin is
rough start.
having a good night, primarily because of a king high flush. So we're moving into our 23rd hand, the Michael Jordan hand.
I buy you. Drinks are on me. Drinks are on me. I buy you 8
I got my
drinks.
partner with me, the Whammo, Kyle Frisbee. So truly, one of your relatives invented the Frisbee? You weren't
That's right.
joking when you told a
Actually,
couple
speaking
players
of
that.
the UK, that's where it started.
Really?
So
The Frisbee is a UK invention.
yeah, I have one of the. It was a pipe hand, and people figured out that the Frisbee pipe hand could fly like a Frisbee.
He's like watching your.
So they just called it a
Wow.
Frisbee. And I have one of the original pans on my mantle.
Dude, this has got so many layers I didn't know about. As we play our third bomb pot?
Yeah, I can't believe you just now figured out, Uncle T, that I'm kind of a big deal. Joking, everyone.
Man, so
joking.
you've heard of like C level
I'm a
celebrity. So
I'm an F level celebrity.
I don't know if we have that many letters.
We've got a flop boat for Manny Fresh.
Royal flush draw on the top for nobody. Said nobody.
But Ryan has flopped the nut flush. And
yeah,
135.
That's good enough for government work. You know you block it. But you do have to be worried about 10-9 is diamonds. And Melon Zone does have 10-9. It's not diamonds. Trip 8s for Doug and for Melon Zone. Better kickers for Melon Zone.
and Caleb flops middle set on the top. He'll be looking for the board to pair.
Really badly. Does not. Queen 8. He does get
and now
overboat.
set for Caleb. Boat on the bottom.
Boat on the bottom, and he's really crushed this
Yeah,
board
huge
now.
turn for Caleb.
The 8s are basically drawing dead because he's queens over. Not basically drawing dead.
Yeah, Ryan cannot win the bottom board, and it looks like Caleb may have a free roll to scoop this.
Yeah, he does. All he needs is a 4-jack or a king.
Ryan's not going to be folding the nut flush.
$810.
I guess technically not the nut flush because somebody could have a straight flush, but
Yeah, second nuts.
You on for next Tuesday?
so big bet by Caleb is going to be called by Ryan, and now it's to Manny, who has his little boat, but he can't be loving the deuces full at this point. Does have 2 pair on the top board as
So
well.
here's a mathematical question for the chat. What are the odds?
That is 100% true.
What are the percentages for pairing the board at this point?
I'll give you 10%.
Assuming that you don't know what the jacks and the kings and the 4s being gone look like.
All of a sudden, I
So in
get
a perfect world.
letter from the IRS.
Does
Ooh,
not.
no board pair, so
So the diamonds are good.
we will have a chop here.
They made themselves.
All in and a call.
You gotta make sure it all ties up.
So this big pot just got bigger, but he's going to get a call and he's going to show the nuts.
Diamonds, queens.
Person would never put a dolphin.
Ryan shows the nuts.
Thank God that board did not pair.
Wow.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Ryan. Thank goodness that that board didn't pair. He might have had to call
Above average.
because that pot
Yeah,
was fairly
Definitely.
large. And in the end, you put $1,540 or more than that, and basically come out with a $270 win, which is not bad.
Not bad.
But
that's
but you always think about that after you scoop a board.
How
Say,
much
did I
money
really
you just put in there and
jam and I made this
Yeah.
in return? That is a bad investment, brother.
Yeah, they do add up, but it's a lot of risk for just under $300.
That's why you don't see Uncle T sitting at the bomb pot table.
Likewise.
Would you rather listen to him tell stories
Those folks are wired different.
They are. We used to use the word insane, but nobody uses that word anymore.
You know, I will say though, as much as I typically do not play the bomb pots on my table, I have, but I think it's essential for the 1-2 games to have the
50
occasional
hours.
bomb pots. I feel like it just
Or it doesn't matter.
spices things up just the right amount. And as you've said before, can turn around a bad no-win session
Exactly. That's
quickly.
the reason.
Yep.
We live in Texas.
Yeah.
It really
Well,
makes no difference.
you know, that's
For
my saying. I must say it
I think she loved living in Texas.
every time I play poker.
Allegedly,
No,
he
I'm
was
just
the
saying,
one-
like, it would never have made a difference.
Bomb pots are a good night of Hold'em gone bad or a bad night of Hold'em gone good.
And he lost.
Sometimes it's just bad. It's never
Coach, he
good.
was so much better than Dyke.
Not for me.
It's not even close.
Hey, Emily.
You know, this is their #1 seller now in the product, Cokes.
See how nice that is. Hi,
Yeah,
T.
Great. I'm
You know what I was surprised?
waiting for my first shout out. Trips for Ryan.
I
Here.
shouted out about your
Yeah.
L list celebrity status there that I did. As Ryan crushes with 5-4. See, that's why you play the 5-6 or 5-4.
Yeah, finally a suited connector is going to have a big
Hits.
flop. Fortunately for him, nobody else with really anything.
Now I
to
can
be
see the
excited
king, queen,
about.
or the ace 10 calling just because of overs, but
No way I would ever do that.
maybe not. He did immediately bet 105 in the cutoff. Might want to check
No,
that.
so less than the 10.
He didn't like the bluffs, probably.
Oh.
I get it.
Forever? Hands on
Yeah.
his cane together.
Oh, I would. Yeah, no.
No. For 100K, no way.
No, I wouldn't do it for no.
Absolutely not.
I mean, I think 99% of the population would.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Optimize is going to choose the wrong time to bluff here.
I don't listen to any retail stories.
He raises and gets flatted by Ryan. I think Optimize is going to have to shut down.
Yeah, I don't know. Optimize has got some bulldog in him.
What constitutes rich?
If he bets here, he's got to make it pretty big.
Like, what would be rich? Like, how much?
Ryan's been a little quiet
Wealthy or
tonight.
rich? Like, how
Yeah, I
much
mean,
cash
he'd
do
be
you-
representing a bigger form, possibly threes full. Yeah, he's going to slow down.
I would say
Pretty
over a
much,
million.
once you get called in that spot, your
Yeah.
opponent's saying, "I have a 4."
Yep. And
Or
if he
better.
didn't say it before, he shouted it
I'm
this
just
time.
always at net worth. I mean, yeah, like.
I don't think it's that simple.
Okay, so Emily. Oh, okay. Jonathan said when you live,
What do you think it comes
when you're
down
live again here on, so I can turn on again. We are live from Austin every Wednesday night. I'd like to bring up that we have a 5-5 or 5-2-5 game every Wednesday night. We also have wonderful food, which is a bit of a tease for Jonathan as we show the brioche French toast.
Yeah, come early, have the French toast.
Yeah, come early and have. This is the one I think I wanted to show. The pork belly sliders.
Yes, someone had that next to me this past week and it looked amazing. And
I had it.
Their review was shining.
Yes, and I shine all over that review as well. It was good. Now I'm sure Jonathan's like pork belly. Really? Isn't that just bacon? Pretty much.
We all watched it, so we're just
Much. We do love our swine in Texas. You think of us as a cow state, but we do consume a lot of
Well, we
swine.
didn't watch it. I just saw like a.
I feel like pork belly has recently become more popular. You see more pork. Maybe it's just me, but we got a 3-bet here from Just James. He's got King 9 suited, gets a golden 7, and we move on.
Yeah, Jonathan, join us on Wednesday night. The other TCH Texas sites, as Emily mentioned, are on just about every night.
I actually was watching the commentator.
We're going to have a large game on the second Wednesday of February the 12th.
Every household in the country.
T1000 is going to be in the house. You're going to call this Crypto Max.
Oh, wow. That'll be great.
Yeah, Modelo Poppy.
Yeah.
Optimize will be there. Dante will be there. That'll be a 5-10 game, which is exponentially larger.
So double
Yeah, that game is going to play much more than double the size of this one.
Yeah, yeah.
I believe we had some pots in the
And it's a
20K
matchless
range.
stack. $2,500 max buy-in, match the stack, which means that there'll be some. We have quite a few good players coming to that. Mosquito Josh, Rick will be there. Like I said, Dante, Crypto Max, T1000, Modelo Poppy. I think Jay Wynn. How could I forget him? The new father, Jay Wynn. I am your father, Ace. That's the name of his son.
I did know that.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's his middle name.
Trump's already got the job. He's not
Yes,
pardoned
he is.
anybody. He's
The
not
poker legend, Jay
fan.
Wynn.
What do we think?
Hey, did I get all 9? Did I cover everybody? I'm trying to think of who else. Vic,
Is that the taser
Josh.
guy?
Yeah, I'm very excited about that.
Yeah,
one.
that'd be a
That'll
good
lot of
game.
fun.
If I forgot somebody, I'm sorry.
He's like, I deserve
But
this.
come
I
join us
feel
the
like
12th.
I'm
And of course, we'll have this
excited.
stream
Goods and
every Wednesday as
crypto on the
well.
internet.
75.
And he took like money for it.
Both players with a little something
Yeah,
here.
so
Manny Fresh is going to flop top pair, Melon Zone with middle pair on a very connected board here, about as wet as it can get.
What's the 14th Amendment?
And Melon Zone's
Can
going
we
to
check?
catch up here, trip tens on the turn.
That's unfortunate. So,
Oh,
So
my
now
goodness.
10's full. Oh,
Yeah.
Manny with jacks full.
Oh, goodness.
What a run
A
out.
fairly small pot here, and he's got it check.
And this is just how Melon's been running. I mean,
Yeah, he promised him before he was elected.
Manny's opting to bet. And I don't know how Melon Zone can fold
I wasn't
Manny
born
here.
I don't know, but you know, he hated that jack in reality.
I remember he was like hiding out at the.
He does call.
Some library
Now,
in San
I
Francisco.
don't mind his immigration.
Yeah.
Really?
Just a brutal night so far.
I'm telling you.
That's something.
Really nice guy. Hopefully he can turn it around here. We still have
I get it.
quite a ways to go.
Thank you for joining us, Jonathan. You got the longest distance chatter. And safe trip to the airport. Heathrow or
Can't remember what the other one is.
I flew into it. Heathrow and it starts with a B. Anyway, yeah. Hopefully not too far a drive.
Yeah, full pardon today or yesterday.
Safe travels, Fred. Come back and see us. Once again, everybody, chat often.
Quite an entrepreneur. He just needed to direct his efforts.
Two raised for 30.
I'm going to show one thing on the menu that I
Now,
think that
now maybe he
I
can.
will wait for this hand in. I think is really exceptional. These are all new items that we're going to show you here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's going to be
No,
like.
I don't think you can. Because even if you
We
do, I
changed the
don't think it
14th
applies to
Amendment.
the
We're
current
trying to change the
presidency.
14th Amendment, so.
Yeah, but I don't think like I think if it changes to a term maximum or more terms, I don't think that could apply to him. I don't think it's allowed.
To a queen high flop here. Ryan's going to flop middle pair with an open ender.
But he's
Caleb's sixes do not connect.
felon.
No.
He will get out of there to an $80 bet from Ryan. Dante makes the call also with the same open ender.
Yeah.
Now Ryan
See shy here.
Yeah, the good guys see him. Yeah. He's one of the good guys.
still ahead with his pair of tens. Same open ended straight draw.
Kind of rep the ace a little bit here.
Like,
Let's focus on the
around-
goods.
it's around-
Yeah, I
ago,
think
he was, like, very
Dante,
outspoken about TikTok getting shut down. And
he
now
does
he's
have the
trying
open
to
ender, so he'll call. But
Yeah, let's not talk about
Ryan's pair of tens going to be good. Can't feel great about it.
Feeling his oats, he's gonna throw out 200 here.
Yeah, this is a
Dante's gonna
auto
fold.
fold.
Papa John's and Domino's.
Unless he makes a move.
like war in Ukraine within 24 hours.
No, just a little showboat.
Yeah.
Is it over?
Just a low boy.
Is the war over there?
You know, I'm sure the way that he acted there, Ryan's thinking, "Oh gosh, I got the queen to fold."
Here on this side.
Yeah.
All right, so folks, if you're a comfort food fan, come down. We've got a new dirty fries, crispy French fries, fried jalapenos, chorizo, queso, pickled onions, tomatoes, cilantro, lemon crema.
I have one criteria for
So
I have one.
I saw that last night.
I missed that
Take
whole
the greenery
conversation.
off, and I'm in a happy zone. Don't need the rabbit food. As the guy said on Parks and Recreation, I don't want to eat food that my food eats.
So
Totally, yeah.
people looked at him like,
When
wow,
you
this
when you touch
country.
bottom, Kevin said next round's on him.
Yeah, and if like if
Ten
he
is
was able to
on,
speak
fold,
like Barack,
As we get to hand number 28, fairly quickly, Carolyn's cranking them out tonight.
issues with him, but he just talks like a fucking
Fold. Three
Whoa,
quarters.
It's always that guy.
You literally went like
That's
a
the
drunken
first time.
stupor.
Hardest than
You
he
literally
closed.
flicked it off. I saw you do it.
I feel like Manny's practicing.
Whoa.
Three o'clock.
Let's not accuse- let's
I'm
not
gonna,
accuse
all
him
right,
of dear
I'll listen
Manny,
to
man.
it all.
Alright, that's
Great talkative table tonight.
It's a cursed card.
That's the same three.
Can we get a different three of clubs?
We get a different deck.
Yeah, that three of clubs is haunted.
Yeah, it's wanting to be.
All right.
Oh, no raise? This is like the.
God, I hope it flips up one more
I was
time.
really hoping for a raise.
got it.
Yes,
Got it.
I sometimes find the
Yeah,
raise.
you
But
always
now I'm going
do,
against
always
the
want
whole
I get it, I'm
table.
gonna flip it. Is that allowed? Then work out this. Can I just show a card?
I don't make the
I'm
rules.
just gonna
Is
have to
anyone
bet.
opposed to me
there's
just
the
showing a
three.
card?
Yes, you do,
There's
Carolyn.
the
You're the
three.
queen of poker.
Before everybody,
Of
course,
not.
before there's
Dante's get the 6
The opposite of opposed.
with another 6. In case you don't know, we call those
Raise 110.
trips for 3.
Oh, that stopped you in mid ramp.
Oh, here it comes.
Not much anybody can call him with.
This is a green.
He leads out for
I thought it was a
35.
black. My apologies.
Caleb does have the open ender, so he's going to give this a
I already
little
figured
pondering
this out.
as he
I'm
wears
not
his
one to,
1978
those are the rules.
United States Olympic
But-
team, 1976 Olympic
I'll tell you what I'll do.
team
Go ahead
track
and
team
pre-tip.
Fila jacket. He does
Go
give it
ahead
up.
and
Did the
pre-tip.
track team wear Fila back then?
I don't know. That's what it looks like to me.
It does. I mean, I
Fila
was
was-
starting to believe you.
Well,
you know
Fila
enough random
kind of
facts.
came out in that time.
Well, what kind of hand?
Yeah,
Izod, Fila,
Figured out.
Adidas, as my buddy used to call it.
I feel like it'll work
I
on
wouldn't
you.
bet on it, but I suppose it's possible. You're right.
You know, if I am, it's a total random act of
What?
The wheelchair?
Yeah, there's a guy in a wheelchair.
Yeah,
but
he
this
can't get up here.
Area is not wheelchair accessible.
I thought you were gonna say luck, kind of like the way you play poker.
You know, I had a lady tell me the other
I
day,
had a gutter.
how can you catch so many cards?
I don't care. I had a gutter.
Well, you know,
DEI doesn't
Yeah, but with the
sunshine shines on the dog's ass.
The answer to that is you weren't there all the times. I
It's only
was
one guy, you know.
completely
You know, you
carded.
try to tell somebody that, and they just look at you. It's
Yeah,
like,
they
dude,
don't.
if you'd known how I've been running the last week or whatever.
You know, I typically
I did just make quad 5, so I couldn't say much.
That's a great way for somebody to tell me they're a weak player is if they really believe in luck.
55.
You know, that's a whole philosophical discussion.
Because
Somebody asked
if
me,
somebody's relying on luck, I'm assuming their skill isn't what it should be.
yeah, but how many times do we use that word in a poker? You know, I mean,
That's
it's
true.
like the most common word
Yeah, I saw you.
Uh,
I'm up in the same aisle as me.
other than call do we use it in the poker
I
world.
saw an Elon
So-
mobile, and
You were
I thought it
hiding
was
more? Were you like?
See if
tucking
Melon
into the
Zone
front of
can
the
get a
sign?
little back here. He's
No,
got
I
big slick
noticed,
suited.
but you didn't get out like right away.
It's
And I
never
was
a
like, I
bluff
needed,
because
like,
you're never bluffing.
Nobody else with much. Dante's
10 more.
gonna call the 3-bet with 8-7 suited. This
Hi,
group's
Jack.
been more than willing to play decent-sized pots with suited connectors.
Well, you know, Dante's middle name is Willen, although he's getting crushed right now.
yeah, Melon Zone's gonna smash this flop. Top pair, top kicker.
Bet 100.
I think aces are
Nobody with spades. 2 spades.
This is amazing. Let's do it.
Deuces
Quick
too.
fold from
Well,
Dante.
8-7, so,
So
yeah.
let's go. Let's see what we see the next 10
I have
minutes.
space.
We'll get a census here.
Aces will be
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, so somebody asked me, "Are you superstitious?" And I'm like, "No, I'm Baptist." But
No paint version.
are there certain days where I'd look down at my shoes and go, "You know, on this pair of Vans, I made money with yesterday, so I'm going to wear them again." That's about as far as my superstitious, because luck is just a belief in the
6 are
superstitious.
hot.
So,
There's always
You know, I do that with watches.
Really?
I'm a watch aficionado. Have
It's very
But
like
more
it's
than I
going
should.
to flip itself.
and yeah, if I wear one
10 is on.
and have a great day, you can bet I'll be.
so it's a
wearing it
watch
again.
for you, and well, I have 25 pair of Vans. So
every card. What?
I'm joking.
Same probability.
I just will say this: I don't
I don't know about that.
run hot or cold, but my shoes.
Ace is for sure the least flopped card.
There's no luck involved except for your shoes.
Oh, Birmingham. Birmingham Airport. You see that word right there? How would you say that?
Check.
Even though you heard
I'm
me
gonna mess it up because I'm gonna say Birmingham.
Yep.
Just like Trump
And the
on
correct
line.
pronunciation.
Birmingham. In England, Birmingham.
Price of gas going down.
Birmingham. You don't
Birmingham.
have the.
Oh, okay.
I'm over this hand.
Some silent in there.
Talk about what? What about the price of eggs?
So $55 pot. Everybody
It's coming down
basically
hard.
breaking
Give
out
the
here.
man some time,
Can't
you know?
help- can't
Except
help
for
yourself,
Ryan,
man.
he's got a pair of 4s.
Give the man some
See,
time.
but, I mean, Manny must have
And this is just gonna check her
Pay
out,
more taxes.
and
I can beat that. I can
Brian will take down a small one.
You're close.
2 pair.
My return will be soon.
Four.
It's going. First it was him, then Kevin. It's going around.
Warm.
I mean, harder than Jack.
No, you
Jack
gotta
was
get
no
it.
good.
Yeah,
No,
No, we're going. We got. We're going.
He doesn't come down over the No.
I like that. Jack for
Trump,
sure.
he's never lied.
The two came out.
Yeah, 2 came
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, the Baron.
Sticking with
I like
my.
the
You got
Baron.
4s? All right.
You know?
I don't know what this
I don't.
this
I'd rather
is.
have the. I'd rather have the draw.
It's like
I don't know. I mean, maybe someone will give you free roll.
Let us know in the chat if you can hear the players. We can adjust mics or Tom and I's volume.
Top pair
Suit the listeners. Give us any feedback you may have on the audio.
Yeah,
That's allowed here? I haven't seen that.
Face king of hearts, queen jack of hearts.
No, that isn't allowed.
Well, that's
Just
not the
James
absolute
still in the
best
lead
call.
after scooping the big bomb pot.
All right, it's 15 and 30.
Made a
Last
couple
turn.
no limit hands after that. Added to his profit. He's up about 2.5K.
You looked at your cards?
No,
Oh yeah, you're gonna always look.
I'm not gonna play this with Doug. Last time we
Raise
didn't
to
look, he
90.
raised us.
Fold.
Last time I remember
Couple of
that.
jacks here for Melon Zone. He is stuck at the moment and going to try to get out of it. And Kevin's going to wake up with Big Slick. We're going to see some fireworks here.
Not high.
Kevin actually stacking Melon Zone earlier with flush over flush.
I mean, not that I'm doing it. No, no.
Yeah. Wow, that was bold to admit on stream.
But you know, Trump.
Yeah,
It just bothers me.
maybe it should.
Two pairs for Kevin. Melon Zone owns the spade. He's got second nut spade draw.
So what are you saying, like, what's gonna come out in the flop? So last time a deuce came out,
They're going to be questioning. Oh,
ace on the turn. I
I
hate
can
having
see it
ace
now,
right
right?
now. I wouldn't like having ace right now.
No, it'd be a tough spot.
Even
It's shitty.
like
Squeaky, thanks for the feedback. Let me see if I can do that.
I saw that.
Just adjusted the audio. Let me know if that's an improvement.
kept fucking saying that.
And Melon Zone is going to make the flush here. Kevin
See what he says?
dead to an ace or a king.
Whatever it is, and he just has so much food.
It just sucks that there's nothing I can do about it.
Terrible turn
I'm
card
just-
for
I'm just-
Kevin.
it just
He's
sucks.
going to check back.
This is how I have to live. Although I could go to another country.
And River pairs the board.
I mean, I was thinking about moving to the Philippines.
Melon Zone. We'll see if he goes for some value here with his second nut
I'm
flush.
half Filipino, half German. So
Why would you move to the Philippines?
it's beautiful.
Is it?
Because he's half.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Carves out a bet here.
not
It's
for
like
island, I guess.
180.
There's 7,000 islands in the Philippines. Wow.
Do you speak any Tagalog?
My huh?
Do you speak any Tagalog or not?
No.
Is it like dirt poor still or no?
Nothing
Huh?
at
Isn't it
They
like
speak
dirt
English
poor?
there.
All right, thanks for the feedback in the chat. Making a few more adjustments.
Well, I mean, they're better, but the other poor. Like, your money goes like.
Melon Zone
Sure, like,
on the comeback. He's
expats
won
are
a couple
hot.
decent pots here.
No, it's actually
few
much
minutes.
better. I would live in a like Quezon City or you know.
Does-
Beach
That's
City.
not where I'd go. You need to go.
Manila. Well, I don't know.
Does the
I mean,
Philippines
down
have the
there in
Gulf
south
of America?
West is where they have.
That's
all
the only
those
place I've ever been was.
assassinations.
I heard about that. Is that true?
What?
He wants to change it from the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of.
He already has changed it. He signed an executive order, I think. to
Well, what do
change
the
it
other
to
countries
Gulf of
say?
America.
Still good.
It's
It's
the
not gonna
Gulf
like.
of America now.
We're
Look.
gonna have different maps.
That's what we
The rest
call
of the
it.
world.
I think we fuck everything up.
Mexico
Instead of
didn't
liters,
object.
we're
We
using
fuck it
gallons.
up. There's a single person fucking
Yeah,
this
the whole
shit up.
US,
No,
we're
no,
using
no.
Well,
No, we
and all the
did
people
because
who
we
make
voted him
gallons,
in.
yeah.
That's what
miles,
we want.
everyone
As a
uses
population.
liters to come
Like,
up
you guys are
with-
just afraid of like nationalism.
Extremism?
Oh.
Raise to 30.
You know the hot card?
Fold.
I got one hot card.
Oh, good. I'm in there.
I got a hot card.
Fold.
Yeah, get in there, get in there.
3 players.
I was gonna fold, but
I'm gonna check.
you limped in, so I checked.
First action check.
I was with Shadow.
I didn't limp in.
Queen high flop is going to connect with Ryan here. He's got top pair with the 10 kicker.
Check. Bet
Gut
50.
shot for Dante.
Dante,
Looking
get in
for a
the-
10.
So I'm gonna fold.
Only if you call.
No, I'm folding.
Fold. Call.
Liar.
Big miss for Manny. He'll get out of there.
Public interview.
Four.
What did I
Check.
say, man?
Okay.
Fours are hot, yeah.
Check.
Fours are warming up.
We even have a
Warming.
90.
They're not hot yet. They're...
Dante checks over to Ryan. He's going to bet his top pair.
Do you think Bernie will run in 2028?
He's too old. AOC, hopefully.
He ain't running.
And
any-
Dante's going to give up on his gut shot draw.
2016 was his top year, like for age. And,
Yeah, and the
and
Democrats.
then, yeah, that, you're talking like 10 more,
president
12 more years after.
Yeah, I remember that. I was even a.
Well, I
brace
mean, you know,
for
we
it at the time.
we like him.
He's
seeing
so
how
easy to
America
support.
these days.
It's, I like that one guy.
I'm sure you've seen that meme. It's like old man gets fucked again.
It's the same.
The guy from California?
Who didn't? My wife really
Yeah,
likes
yeah.
Yeah.
Did we lose the straddle?
Gudovich.
I listen
Yeah.
to him a lot.
Yeah,
I
he's
like
awesome.
Him.
Yeah.
I like him.
I wish he was.
But
candidate.
we would never put him in.
Raise to 40.
I
Fold.
like Andrew Yang. He's my favorite.
I like
Democrat.
Andrew.
Raise 40 from Barber's mystery hand, which is ace queen offsuit.
Put George Snuffleupagus in there.
Oh yeah, well.
Who's the most conservative?
He was
Democrat?
out. He was.
Caleb now.
He's going with his room.
Oh yeah, I
keep calling him Barber.
used his legacy name.
Should I blind
He's
bet
out of
here?
the Senate
Hold on,
now.
let's see.
The West Virginia.
And Dante's gonna outflop him with his 5-4. He's got bottom
Check,
pair.
bet
Hey,
35.
let's play.
Nobody with a
Come on.
club.
Sorry, I put the
Monotone
flag.
board.
Hold on my spot.
Democrat.
Jared Brown.
Barack Obama.
Raise.
Barack Obama. Barack Obama was very liberal.
Well, you know, Barack
He
Obama.
destroyed this country.
Dante's got a feel for it.
You know what? He's on the
Yeah,
Trump
Dante's
train.
gonna check raise
He's
Barber here. It's gonna be tough for
He
Barber
is
to
not. His
continue.
wife wouldn't even go. What are you
Yeah,
talking
he's
about?
gonna rep
Oh,
the
you're-
He's on
club.
the Trump train.
He was
Yeah,
that
and like
happy
we've
to
talked
show
about
up.
before, it's not this bet; it's what you're gonna face
Yep.
next.
Yep,
There's
it's
a
the
lot of
turn
closet
bet that
Trumpers
gets
out
you.
there.
Good poker players are thinking about that. Okay, I call 125 or 150 here. I'm going to face 350 or 450 in the next bet round.
Verify.
Good hand.
I had a five.
If he's,
You're the best hand.
if he's really got something.
I think the issue there was Barber
Yeah, did
really
you-
was not a believer, but
Thank you.
Yeah.
just was not in a good spot to defend.
Thinking right.
Like
Oh,
religious
yeah,
leader
yeah.
And he was
delivering,
behind.
Like a
The
speech
bishop,
for like
yeah.
3 minutes.
Yeah.
And like
And
she went off.
it Bob?
Just get out flop.
I am too. I mean, I
I am.
had a hand.
Yeah, when you get check raised, that's just tough.
So Melanzone's been cutting a little bit into his deficit, still
Is he foolish?
down 3.2K.
Don't have anything.
Optimized
Well, I had
820.
Yeah, no real big winners, and Just James has got a good night going because of that bomb pot. But really, we haven't differentiated in the hold'em hands much.
no.
Oh, I didn't know.
The big hands have been the bomb pots.
And the flush over flush, I think, was the biggest no limit hand. Unfortunate for
So yeah,
Melon
if I
zone.
had the hand you did, thought you
Yep.
had, I would have
He
done.
was unfortunate in both the bomb pots and the hold'em hand.
I checked.
True.
As Ryan raises with his Jack 8 of diamonds, and I do like that, and he does
Ooh.
hit it.
wow, we're gonna have an action flop here. 2 players flop
Manny.
trip jacks.
Yeah, there are no more jacks to be had, folks.
Nobody with the spade draw.
Unless Carolyn's got one that we don't know about.
Wait a minute. I can answer that
Really? I thought
question.
you looked really good. On
How
this
old
one.
are you, Kevin? How old are you?
Manny's just gonna smooth call Ryan's bet.
30. It's been 31 years.
Heads up.
Just
Could
31.
make
No
some
way.
alarm bells go off in Ryan's head. I don't know how much history
So am I.
Ryan and
That's
Manny
what
have,
the hell.
but
Not
Manny's
much.
range includes a lot more than Queen Jack here.
I don't think he looked 56, honestly.
It's the beard.
Ryan's gonna keep firing.
I think he looked
Manny's thinking about ace jack here.
I am
Probably going to be a call down all the way. But although the lights are flashing over Ryan's head right now. And there's the big dog.
26.
Yeah, ace on the river changes nothing for these holdings. Manny's still gonna win, and
He's in good shape.
wow, Ryan not slowing down at all. Let's see if Manny decides to raise for value here. It'd be, yeah, he just flats. I like that play.
Yeah,
That's right.
I could see Manny calling down all the way
That's
there.
not.
As long as something crazy didn't happen,
Good picker though.
pretty much it would have to be a spade.
Playing Jack 8 though.
That's a
That's
pretty easy call.
Maybe Jay
Take your
6th
lumps or
or
you
January 6th.
I folded the 5th jack.
Thank
No.
you.
no good. No good.
So that's going to bring Manny almost even.
You like fours instead.
Once again, this is TCH Social Austin, Texas. Wednesday night after our first snow of the year and probably our last snow of the year.
Times. When it's
Always
not,
gotta be
when
afraid
it's
of
not
the
my,
nuts.
when it's not my.
Yes.
line.
I don't.
You Yankees would have laughed at the amount of salt that we put out in front of the building last night.
6 VPIP.
What is it, somebody said it was 5 full bags.
Yeah,
A lot
the-
of flops. You have to be
For the
selective.
1/4 inch of snow.
It was good for country and
You
western
gotta be
dancing. That's
careful.
all I
Yeah,
can
you
tell
gotta-
you.
Always.
This
You
advice
gotta
is
be
getting
careful.
on the
Bed
tables.
guard.
It was a beach of salt.
Yeah, 20.
Raise is 60.
I saw the raise.
I only play like
Just
15.
James gonna raise up his 2 and 7.
Fold, fold, fold.
I was telling Doug this
I will say the premium that I have a tendency to play most, or non-premium, I have a tendency like not good hand that is 10-9 unsuited.
I can never
10-9.
host a poker
Yeah.
game.
Especially if
Speaking
the
of
pot
tens.
value is good.
40.
Melanzone's got a couple of them, and he's gonna
Yeah, and you're like,
three
oh,
bet here, and I think this is gonna end the
I
hand.
get you.
Yeah, that's the idea behind that kind of a bet.
I thought it was a little
Close it out.
I thought it was a little light.
Yeah.
Not you.
I don't know.
He raised you and you fold.
You know what I say? Jacks are crappy and tens are just crappy jacks. I don't like
Look at
tens.
that. That looks good.
After I just said that I'll play 10-9 off.
You get
They're
that.
really
Yeah, but
doing
not
good
on-
stuff
behind
Yeah.
with their menu.
You eat a lot of this.
They're innovating.
Chicken
Yeah.
nuggets.
I'm
That's
asking for
awesome.
different games.
Chat, we're gonna put over the audio
Yeah.
here.
Awesome.
See if we can
Amazing.
get
Boxes.
things
Maybe we get
leveled
Coop
out.
on the line.
If you like Taco Bell, I would.
They once
Coop
did a,
producing
they once
right
did a
now,
chemical study that's
along
the
with
quality is
Kristen.
less than dog food.
There's
Yeah, it's terrible.
He was
Oh,
talking
he
to a
did.
dealer,
For
telling
real, for real. I'm not even making that up.
Carolyn, telling her
Meaning
That
about
was
the
years
action,
ago.
so
Meaning
she
like
can put
over
it
the
up
course
for
of
you.
time, you'd
I don't-
actually be
Tell the
healthier to
commentators
eat
I'm
just
just
dog
checking
food.
this.
No.
Appreciate
you
both
basically-
them.
Well, dog food's,
Top
dog food's
two.
not bad for you.
Yeah, if those are your only two options.
Was
like,
this in
how do you-
Springfield, Ohio, where they eat the cats and dogs?
Carolyn always running tight ships in the box.
Always the queen of the table.
Cavaliers are like one of the hottest teams.
Yeah, every now and then.
They have the best record in the
I
NBA.
don't pull any
Really?
funny
And the
business
Rockets
if
are
Carolyn's
right
at the
behind
table.
us.
Rockets are number 2.
Yeah, I probably have about
Yeah, I'll
a
take whoever you don't want.
my VPIP with her chastising me is probably about
I think
25%.
two bets.
These guys.
That way we can kind of hedge them.
I'm gonna hand with these guys.
So we have one game is the
Check.
Rockets
Check, check.
and
Bet
Yeah,
25.
Everybody whiffs that
Suns
board.
is a shit
Probably
game.
isn't a good time to vacuum up here.
Suns are playing the
Put
Nets.
that one out there.
He's just doing his job.
The
They
Warriors.
put a
Kings.
college basketball game on.
Can we
instead.
not? Not right now. No, thank you.
Wow.
That's right.
Thank you. No, it's okay.
Sorry, he's got to learn, right?
The Warriors are playing.
No, I mean,
Someone's got to tell him, absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow.
we wouldn't tell him not to vacuum near another table, so it's.
Poor guy.
You know, if he
Wow.
doesn't know.
Wow, Carolyn.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, who's
Just
gonna
focus.
who's gonna fire at this pot?
Yeah,
Caleb.
otherwise you-
Former
I'll also
producer
tell
of the
you to
stream.
get
You know,
out.
I know.
Caleb's
He knows
behind
what's
his
going
7,
Check.
and he gives it up.
Yeah.
Oh, I had to give it back. You just checked.
Back in the day.
I did not know that.
Although you will think about whether or not a small pair is good enough.
She taught me how to play bomb
on. But you should
pots.
always be respectful.
And that closes out and optimizes favor.
$85.
You're very disrespectful.
But
You're on the 15.
Caleb decided to take the initiative here. Let's see if
It's
Optimize
NBA
can make
games
this
that are
call.
not-
Yeah, that's not NBA.
It's not
Yeah,
NBA, it's definitely not.
Don't really like him turning his fours into a bluff. He has some showdown value. I would
I think the
prefer
bluff's
just
a little
checking.
small too, don't you think? 85. That's a little easier to call.
You're gonna see me on the thumbnail.
I would already put it in.
She can do it from the back.
Optimize is a better poker player than me,
So,
and he gives it up.
Tom, Susan, Charlie, Akers, and Henry.
Let's see, Doug is going to believe in his 7 more than Optimize. Nope.
That was
Yeah,
that
that
was
ship has sailed, man.
a really hard fold.
That was like a
Fuck
painful
that up.
fold.
Long
What
way.
do you
No,
need?
it's not a picture, but
I think I did the right
click
thing.
on
Did
it.
you find the king on the end or what?
When did it go wrong? Week 1? Week 2?
Barbara sussed out that Optimize gave up the king.
Hold on. Yeah.
All right, folks. I've been told we should have the table volume a bit louder, so let us know if you can hear the players a little better going
It does
forward.
sound a little bit
Is that nice?
better.
Yeah, it was
Our
nice. It was
headphones
nice
don't
of
pick
you.
up the table very well.
I'm acknowledging it.
That would be, I think, a good call.
The hero call with these guys.
What are you going
I
to the
believe
tank?
we can hear it a bit better now.
What are you going to the tank a little bit though?
Let us know in the chat.
It would have been tough, man. I don't know.
You would have had to randomize?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Fold.
Well,
Mineral vault? What is that?
it's a big vault that's full of minerals.
Ooh, Manny waking up with a monster. He's got the kings. Second
Yeah,
king
yeah.
sighting.
Yeah,
Hello,
minerals.
kitties.
AK, perfectly synonymous. NFTs.
Paintings?
Yes, paintings.
Fortunately, other than just James, there's not a lot that can call him. He does
Yeah,
call.
just James.
Is there a bomb pot coming?
Oh, those floors.
10 jack suited, a good flop to see
She was right.
Gut shot
versus
for
a 3
James.
bet. See a flop.
Sure, I'll tell you. No, I don't.
Yeah, but I don't want anybody to hear me. It was violent last week. It was
Jacks are hot.
like projecting.
TH, thank you for your feedback. Sounds like we have the audio leveled out. Now flush draw for just James. Got a lot more outs. 8 outs
lot
for just
more outs.
James.
Because it's a lot.
Barkley!
What?
No card is hot.
No, jacks are hot. That's like the roulette wheel.
You said it.
I was just mocking
For
it.
the first time in your life, you said it.
Looking for a heart or an 8.
I mean, you won a tournament with jacks.
Small bet from Manny.
Gas station sandwich jacks.
Probably going to
Relatively
price
small.
just James in here.
Yeah, the hearts or the clubs.
Manny keeping it small.
Deal.
There is a straight draw out there with the 8-6,
Oh, I'm talking.
6-3,
Like, I'm a fan.
and there's the heart. Unfortunately, it pairs the board.
Yeah, bittersweet. Just James gets there, but
Check, check.
oh, it goes check, check.
Yeah.
Read like a book. What a check.
Just
Nice check,
James
Manny.
Nice shot, man.
did what I often do,
With the king of
trying to
hearts, huh?
trap on the river. Checked it over to Manny, expecting him to bet. Did not get a
Reeks of
bite.
discipline.
I should have raised the turn, just got it in and won. You know, I get 2 back there.
Yeah, I mean, it's not real difficult to put your opponent on a combo draw there.
Yeah, the turn is the turn. Yeah,
That's the way
that's where
those
you
board
want to
ran
go.
out.
Punish him.
I know. And then we would have ran
Bomb
it twice,
pot.
and I would have scooped.
It's a bomb pot, everybody.
Dante.
You think I can post?
That's Dante's answer.
Okay.
Lost the minimum there.
You did. You lost. It's true.
Good, he's in the small blind.
Welcome back.
A jack. The jacks are hot. He lied.
Wait. You asked me. No,
Dante
no,
trying
no,
to
no,
get
no.
optimized over.
No, you
Yeah,
asked
I'm
before.
He does,
Oh, wait, no, you did ask
he
me.
does
Yeah.
like to lie.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Here you
I
go.
said I said I
I think
didn't
the
know.
Well, no,
shot-
it's not.
Just in time.
So much better.
So you're looking for a jack though. Jacks are hot.
What do you think they have?
I don't remember you saying that. I don't remember answering that.
Like the short.
No, you asked
Regardless,
me
I
to
wasn't
add
looking for a
more.
jack.
Yeah,
I was looking for
you use
a
that?
18 in here.
For the middle
Yeah, but if somebody is
No, I think you have.
Is a midget? It's for midgets?
I
There's
think building
jack.
codes.
Anyone your height and below.
It's 8. Oh, you're such a prick, bro.
Is that Kevin's voice I
You
heard?
know, to
I
be
believe
fair,
so.
though,
I always wondered what that sounded like.
Yeah,
Oh, you're on the kids good, too.
Kevin, not the biggest talker at the table.
Check, check,
Occasionally.
check, check, check.
There's the queen jack for Manny Fresh. He swapped the nuts on the bottom board.
Oh, I see.
It looks like,
I see an
yeah,
ace
ace
for
5
Mellon.
is a boat for Melon Zone,
Yep.
so
Many bets.
very likely
45?
choppier.
Blake
And
likes
not a scary card for
Fold.
the straight.
Yep.
So Manny bets 45. He's going to get a call, at least from Mellon. No nut spades out there. Matter of fact, I don't see any. Oh, Jack 4 spades.
Quiet.
But that's again for Manny.
I had like 10
So
seconds.
Kind of nice.
he does have scoopability here.
You're ruined it by talking.
I had to Kevin to order it. But
Yeah, got to be a little worried if you're Manny Fresh if you could be getting quartered.
Well, I guess he does an ace 5. Yeah, like
But
you said.
not in
Yeah.
this case, so this will be a chop pot no matter what these rivers
He
are.
does have some backup with the spades, which is always nice because spades do show up on his
I
board.
got a jack high flush and then I don't know. I got shit.
Flush.
Choppy.
He's like,
That one didn't get too big.
Oh, wow, yeah, Manny actually made a flush on the river.
I don't know what the fuck I got. I just got some
Queen jack
stuff on
straight
there.
did not. Still earns him half the pot.
Thank you.
Yep. It's always good to have a backup plan when you only got one board.
Oh, on the they changed the game.
Yeah, they changed the wrong TV.
Probably accidentally, but
Man,
I guess I changed wrong.
I mean, I'm gonna say OKC for sure.
Yeah, they have the
Yeah?
second best record.
no spreads.
They
just,
all look at the
even
television.
money?
Must be a
I was
fast.
saying we're gonna take so we can.
No, I know OKC is the better team. I know
See one in
that.
the background on one of the mini TVs.
Sacramento playing Golden State.
Yeah,
Great
we'll do
place
two
to watch a
bets.
game.
We'll do two
It's
bets, but
been
let's do the
happening a
first
lot
one first.
lately.
Yeah.
First one is,
NFL playoffs and
on the
college football playoffs.
Yeah, we're getting good crowds over in the
They have
restaurant.
it. We can't
Yes,
fucking
for
set
the
it.
Oh, they
rooting
got-
for
they
their
got-
Do they?
football team.
Yeah.
There's a massive television in the
Biggest in
our
Austin.
screen, biggest in Austin,
Or
over
maybe on this TV
in the
and
restaurant
then
seating
I'm
area
gonna ask
near
Jonathan to do it.
all the tables.
Action on
So
the Mavs game.
You got
wanna
it?
take up a TV
great
with
place to
it?
watch a game and
Oh, the
All
Mavs
right,
are back.
they
Mavs
want
are
the
back.
splash around on the
Mavs
poker
game?
table.
Mavs are good here.
And then the Cavs game.
The
There's my
Cavs-
hand at
Cavs
9-7 suited, Melon Zone.
Okay, and now you probably need to
Gonna
know
limp,
what just
but
happened.
raise here from Optimize with King Queen.
So then we got Cavs,
Oh, 70.
Cavs, Rockets over there, please.
All right, well, none
It's
of
like
them
we're
were
trying to get a
direct.
channel change.
No, that one's
70.
They're getting closer.
Honestly, I prefer to bet on this one. The
You wanna bet on
OKC.
this one?
Yeah, the OKC one.
okay. I'm
Okay,
gonna
never
take
mind.
okay.
Don't change the one. close.
You gonna give me points?
Can you press service, please?
I
Or you-
mean,
or you
if we're-
wanna-
Well, what's the other bet?
Thank you.
Previous
Some
points on
sports
the
bet
other
negotiating happening.
No?
one? On Cavs.
I don't know. It already started, right?
Yeah, the both
Yeah,
started.
I need to know the score. You know.
Oh, they're both in the first quarter.
Call, call.
Pretty important.
Optimize has one taker. Dante's got the 10-7 of hearts.
You know what I call?
All right, let me look at the lines that were.
Okay, yeah, look
Before
at
the
line-
game, before
okay,
the
so
game.
These are
Four
the games
players.
look up. Look up Cavs, Rockets. Look up the Warriors,
King in the window and another king here optimized with a huge flop. Unfortunately for him, only Caleb connects with a very
Cavs are
weak
up 9 already, so
pair of
It doesn't matter.
sixes with
Look
the
at the,
seven
it doesn't
kicker.
matter. I think it matters though.
Right now, 9 points is the first quarter.
I thought that was bean chicken.
9 points isn't a little. Man.
It is. In NBA, it's nothing. Like 20 points would be a big deal.
9 points.
Optimize comes out and bets. I like this.
Score like 25 points.
A lot of players are
in the
going to
first
check
quarter,
when they
9 to
flop huge
nothing.
like this. It
25
looks
to 30 points
less
a quarter
to a lot of
is
players like you have flop
Going
trips
great.
when you go ahead and lead out.
Cavs -2.
Yeah, that's a good matchup. That game is like let's just bet straight up on that one. And the other one we can bet straight up on is probably the Warriors versus the Kings.
Caleb gets out of there.
Pretty close.
Let's see.
No
buddy.
resistance.
Optimize that
You want the
3-bet
Rockets?
gets him a decent pot.
You probably had a queen.
No, I was gonna take the Cavs and give you them.
You want the Cavs?
I'll take it going. I'll take it
All
going.
right, I want the Cavs because they're up 8. They're up 8 right now.
Okay, so then the other game, look up Warriors.
Don't tell me. Don't
Go
tell me
on,
about
Warriors
your
versus
correct
the Kings.
Yeah, I agree, TH. It's been a pretty happy table tonight.
Yeah, everybody in a very good mood.
Everybody
Kings
ready to rock,
-7.5.
too. You know, we joke sometimes that the 2-5 game, like our old 1-3
No, Kings are
game,
favored by
is a
7.
little bit dry.
I had a
This is a good group.
and it was not better than a 6.
Okay.
If it was better than a 6,
If
would
it
you
was
be
like,
sad?
if it was
Let me check
8s,
the
I would have
score.
hung out.
That game hasn't
Yeah.
started.
It hasn't started?
If you folded the West
I would
Coast,
cry, dude.
I can't tell you what I picked up on that fold, but it was like,
Action on Doug.
think of like the
He's back.
freshly
Oh, he
fallen
does.
snow,
I looked,
like
yeah.
like skiing in powder. Think about that dynamic. That's what it was.
Trying to call clock on me.
Dante makes the bet 35 with ace-5.
Think of like the
Anybody else need service
acoustic
before I
environment.
play?
Ace
I'll take a
queen.
Coke Zero, please.
Yep.
Action series.
You want another Coke Zero?
Full.
There's a reason they're poor if they play ace-5.
Mess with it.
Full.
He'll line you up or what?
I don't know.
Queen.
Just James. Another
Hello,
big hand.
ladies.
I think you should just.
We can check in next session if it goes that long. I'll tell you what it was. Next session. If you don't.
I mean, I'm gonna
The
find out.
A7 goes in the muck, and Dante's going to make the call here. Would be my guess. Nope.
No,
Yeah,
it
it
was,
gives up.
no, it
Lets
was,
her
it
go.
was like this
Uh,
thing.
James has got a little bit of a
In the
tighter
hand.
table image, so he
Oh, you
probably
gotta tell.
gave
Yeah.
him the
Telling me you gotta
respect.
read. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
On me?
All right, let's do it.
What did you think
You
was
want the
fun?
Warriors?
I'll take the Warriors.
cards?
I'll take the Cavs.
Your card.
Right?
Oh, my hand
Too
was.
many times when you got
I
that
throw it off
ace-5
the chair.
and he bets into you, they've got a
It was
bigger
nonsense.
raise.
It was nonsense.
Just
Takes
stick with
away
the
a
ball.
So let's
lot
roll
of
five.
That's very important.
You
Very
know
important.
what? 50 is better. 50 each. All right.
Are you straddling?
Thank you.
Manning?
Thank you
Man
for,
wins 15.
thank you for just
Travel.
leveling with me.
He
Oh,
doesn't want to bet you
Yeah, he's been the
100
most
bucks
consistent
with you.
straddler.
yeah, I'll try. Just
I'm a
'cause
lifetime.
He does like
losing
big
sports
pot.
Did that work last time?
He is a
when I
big
did 15?
pot
No, it didn't work.
What is the sound of
lover.
one hand
You
folding?
did
He wants
15, you did 30.
Big pot
I
jump.
know,
Oh,
but I'm
he's
saying-
still-
Yes,
oh,
that's
I-
Right now.
Full.
You want?
Donovan.
Raise to 60.
Raise.
You won that hand?
Yeah.
All right. Early prediction. We haven't had a set yet.
Three bet. Oh, I mean.
I love 4-4-4.
Oh, you calling that doggy in a window?
Ooh, that's very bold.
And the-
All right,
and the
sure.
30, right?
4 in the window for Kevin here.
You're like Kevin
So
on
I'm
his
giving you
Cavs
points,
bet.
or we're doing
We're just doing straight up.
Not
straight up?
real
All
confident.
right.
Right, that's fair.
4 players.
I
It's not
love
really
seeing
fair for
that.
you, but I don't think.
I'm good with it.
You're good with it? All right. No, I'm not.
We didn't get to see if he was in the window. It looks like a face card was in the window.
Jinxed it.
But there is a 4.
I believe
There
there is a 4 out there.
Nice call.
Did call the set. Look at that.
Whammo calling it.
Manny in a bad spot here, way behind with
Yep,
top
with
pair.
a good
Decent
king.
kicker.
Backdoor spades.
300.
It's going to be tough to get away from this.
Fold.
Dude, they figured you out, dude.
I guess.
The ski
Optimized
lessons
Kevin
that they have
does
here.
just smooth call.
Powder and-
Even with the diamonds out there, Kevin is a notoriously patient player.
Yeah, Manny's stepping in here. He's gonna have he raises to 300, and Kevin's trying to decide how fast he wants to play this set. Very disconnected board, other than the diamond flush draw,
Heads up.
and he'll flat. I like that play.
He is smooth, Kevin.
People think I'm super maniac.
Quads for Kevin on the turn.
What? Oh my goodness.
Bad card for Manny makes it less likely
King's
that Kevin
up.
has exactly what he has.
Yeah, and he's not going to put Kevin on 4s or A4 very often here
4 or 5 off.
with his
Yeah.
table
Well,
image.
no.
That might actually
That's the
help
worst
Manny's
I get
thinking a
for-
little bit.
Or just see if
I wanna play.
Wow.
Kevin is going to come over the
So it's
top
all
here.
gonna be
No,
okay.
smooth. He's smooth Kevin.
No.
That's his
Once
new
you go
name.
black, you never go back.
That's what I heard. Right. You went back.
Yeah, and that's the smart play. You just pray that another king comes out.
King or a
Something.
jack would have been a disaster card for Manny.
So this $1,300 pot. What are you guessing on the bet here?
I wonder how
Value or heavy?
700-800.
I bet it's over.
Be my guess.
So I have pot.
Over
Um,
55%.
I'm afraid for Manny's sake that he may be in check call mode, because this
Okay, yeah,
would
you
be
can
a
break it-
spot
you can
where
break it
Kevin
down by
might
tender. It'd be very
bet a
good.
missed flush draw he could have had.
That's okay.
He's never
Although-
putting Kevin on the straights.
I thought we were
He's
talking about coffee.
hard to put him on a 4.
These guys are.
It is more likely that he's
I bet
got
it's like pretty. I
two
bet it's
fours.
like 70%.
Kevin comes out heavy. You got it right.
Have gone back.
70%.
And he gets a call
Oh, wow.
and shows.
Big
Nice,
pot
Kevin.
there
Yeah.
for Kevin.
Well, there's the hand of the night. I still don't know what his bet was. 900.
You gotta
So
jam
he
that,
went
man.
heavy.
You gotta rep
Tasty.
Yeah,
You
2,200
gotta
for
rep the
Kevin.
straight.
And he
That's
got
Kevin.
snapped too. So
If
Manny
fours
had
weren't
already
hot, I
decided in
would've
his
voted
mind
him.
what he was
Yeah,
doing.
Ke-
Everyone
God.
knows fours are hot, so it's
Manny probably wasn't snap calling anything but maybe an over bet.
And the table's reacting to it.
Gotta play. Yeah,
Wow.
I don't see quads very often on the stream.
Wow.
No, I
Manny
can't
had a
remember.
vote or
what.
what?
It's rare for Kevin
Huh?
not to
I have
have
the
it
king.
with the big bet on the river.
I
I've
thought
never
I
seen
thought
him
he
not
missed
have it.
Kevin running good
No
here. His
bluff,
stacks
not
up
the
to almost
river, like-
5K.
I mean, that is a very
My
hidden
knowledge
thing.
is
Yeah,
not
he-
added
yeah.
on chips, so
Like
No, he is not.
Ugh.
he is nearing the
Yeah,
3K
exactly.
profit mark.
You got any more chips, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, tough spot there for Manny.
Okay. Manny's already on a thousand.
You owe me 1,000.
Yeah, he's down 1.6 now. Kevin up to 2.9. Good night for Kevin.
You're adding what?
1,360.
Doug would
Nicely
like to
played by
add
Kevin too. I think he probably got max value there.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that Manny did
Okay.
snap.
I don't think that's all of it. I don't
I think he'd made up his mind that
think I've ever seen Doug.
what
without
Kevin
it.
Need a loan
had.
to find me.
Give me
I
those
just
green
gave him
chips.
a loan.
Right, that's what I'm saying. When
Give me those green chips back.
Doug, could we divide
Yeah, I
that
think it
into
didn't
how
help
much you
Manny
actually
that
put in the
the
pot?
flush draw would have busted that sure that
Yeah,
pack
already
in
used the button.
somewhat.
This is what he's gonna put in the pot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's already there. I don't know.
Alright, you are.
Chip denomination.
Wow,
You see
Doug.
in front of Doug there, an orange chip. That's worth 1K. The purple behind is 500. Black, of course, 100. Green, 25. And red
As soon as
$5.
Kevin makes a bigger stack, Doug is always sure. Like I said, he's a big pot magnet.
Yeah, Doug,
He wants to
Doug is
have
going
the
to make
max.
sure that he gets it all if he,
So
if
it's
he
Yeah.
makes a big hand. There is another factor to that that I think many people may not consider, but having a deeper stack also helps you bluff more because you have more barrels for future streets that people have to think about.
There's no dumb
If they know that the worst that can happen is,
players.
they lose X amount, which doesn't make them,
I wanna
isn't
go heads
all
up.
of their stack or a large chunk.
Maybe we'll get it. Maybe.
Bluffing can be a little more
I
difficult.
think I have a higher average.
Yep.
Go to RF poker and see.
Something always
Good
to
point.
consider.
Yeah, it's difficult to do in a recreational table where you've got a $500 max. You can't just match a stack. So you don't get that kind of, you have to kind of earn your power, so to speak. I know that I play different
75.
when I'm heavy.
Yeah.
That move I made last night that I was talking about on the King 10, having second top kicker and top pair that got the ace 10
Not a
out.
bad guess.
I had enough to cover everybody.
Yeah, it's a perfect
So
example.
there's an example of where I get two smooth calls for $97.
Okay.
I've got the power with having the amount of chips I had in front of me to put both of them all in.
I'd be raising every time.
And that's a big hammer.
Get the better hand to fold. Yeah.
So
I think that's a huge factor. I always top off my stack to the 500. So
if I've got 250 in front of me there and the kid to my right, shouldn't call him kid, the young man to my right, at 400, I think he makes that call.
And the other one is like,
Oh yeah.
You know, he doesn't want to be that guy that got it in bad.
You didn't pay yet.
I already got it.
Caleb's going to raise up a couple of tens here.
Thank you.
$15. Might be the first $15 raise we've seen tonight.
55.
Man,
That was pretty lucky.
you got
Just James going to
ask
3
Kevin
bet.
to drink.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. That's
Ace
weird.
4 suited.
Kevin, you gonna put this down or what?
65.
Cheers. Cheers.
It's a 2028.
Thank
And
you. man.
Caleb will
Man,
call just flats with
dangerously
the
good.
tens.
That is dangerous.
King high flop going to be a little scary for Caleb, but still ahead.
Yeah, it's a little different in your thought process, you know, fading a king, 2 players than heads up.
Yeah.
Now a heart draw comes in for Ryan on the turn.
Yeah, and he's thinking about his gut shot with tens, although we know the tens are kind of
Yeah, I had a big
preoccupied.
hand. I mean, it's not every day I have that hand.
And a complete blank at the end, so tens up is good.
What happened, Ian?
Don't think we'll have any betting at this unless somebody wants to take a shot at it.
Pot up too
Now
much.
Caleb does throw out 25, which
You're
is
just gonna fold
very
fours?
suspicious.
Not
Yeah, I let it
One pot
I
bet.
No, I check raise.
Massive
Yeah, you
payoff.
check raise. Yeah.
And you had the jack.
Oh wow,
Jack
just
are-
James
jacks are
pays him
hot.
off.
That's
Yeah,
massive
Jack's
payoff.
hot.
I'm gonna add 700.
Well, I was kind of
called
wondering
it
about
ace
that
four.
extraordinarily
Yeah,
thin
there's
value
the
that
jack.
Yeah.
out there,
I've
but
been all in.
I guess it does earn Caleb an extra green chip.
That'll give me the
Yeah,
fold
I-
bet.
I-
Anything if I completely
But
whiffed.
I was like, maybe he's on
Too
the
much
flush
in
draw
there.
and he missed. I was like, he's gonna, bet. He's gonna try to make it look like he doesn't have anything. He's fucking trap my ass with quad.
Manny's still lamenting the quads hand.
Yeah, well, you know,
Don't blame him.
it leaves a
Oh,
dent
yeah,
in
I was
the
going
forehead.
for it. Yeah.
Like,
Dad used to
on
say,
the flop, actually.
Does it
Right?
hit you
He
up
was
between
one
the
for me,
eyes?
Except for those 2 streets I wasn't
It's
in the
hard.
Yeah.
That young lady that I quadded off the
I
tournament
checked,
the other
you bet
day,
100, you flat called 100.
I will say
bet
she
300.
was quite composed, and she did take a
But he
picture of the
folded,
hand.
You flat called.
Her jacks over 5 versus my quads.
Was it 25?
But she didn't stick around very long.
Oh, Manny?
I forgot
Took
you
a picture
Got a
and
lot
was
worse.
gone.
Or better.
Many of us.
Ooh,
forgot.
just James with the aces.
Well, I was wondering where the
Big three
Rockets
bet.
were.
It's too early. It's too early.
Hey, wait.
It's too early.
Three
No,
bet
it's
size
like
is
halfway. It's like
slightly on the
halfway.
larger
Yeah,
side
halfway
versus
too
some of
early.
the other
Halfway
players.
too early.
In a lot of
No, but
cases,
we're halfway.
getting action
We're
on
around
some
halfway,
bigger
yeah.
hands.
I like this bet here.
I don't know. It's
And see, I was sure
show me
Dante
the
was
ad
going to
real
call
quick?
because that
you
is
want
so
to
Dante's kind of card.
You want to
6-5
shame the
diamond.
people at Louis.
That's
That's
5-6 of diamonds.
Are you
I was gonna raise
You're
you.
going to make nothing
You
off
wait till
of
the
it.
end, then they can't change it.
That's the thing. The people
Well-
at Louis aren't going to kick it up just because.
Oh.
See, that's
It's
leave
a
it.
fine line. You know, you want to 3-bet large enough to get trash out of there, but you also need to get some value.
I did feel a crack.
Sponsors.
Crack was
Yeah.
coming.
Certainly, I'm
That's
sure you
exactly-
will like
you know,
1 or
that's
2
what
callers
Three
there.
bet.
I will never know.
That'd be money.
It's like an active
We were saying how
conversation.
his hand was going to crack
No,
the
it's not.
aces, but we'll never
There's no
know.
betting line.
I think it
Is
was.
Yeah,
that
that's
the betting line?
always what you
Is
should
that
be
not-
considering when
blind
you're
bet?
3-betting with a big hand like aces or
I mean,
kings.
I
What's
like
the
this
amount to
idea.
be sure I don't
Just
go
for
5
this
ways
hand,
to a flop, but I
Yeah.
get some
Yeah.
action
That's
from
in the pot.
hopefully 1 or 2 players.
You got 3 something. I only got 500.
No, he's like halfway behind.
Have you ever flipped a coin for $3,400?
Well, we're going to, because they're so talkative, we're going to take a hand that where we're just going to let you experience
Raise
the
75.
wonderfulness
You're
of
like-
these players.
Yeah.
We're talking about
You know, like
FanDuel,
NASCAR
yes.
does the turn it
No,
up.
I don't.
Turn it up.
DraftKings.
It's all yours
I
now.
gambled. I put in $45,000 in DraftKings.
Are those like? Is that like the Coke and
Ace
Pepsi?
jack.
that's
Lost 15.
No,
FanDuel?
ace jack. It's the lady.
I lost 15,000.
What are you betting on? Like
Fantasy. Well, like
football?
lineups. I
Gender
created like
babies,
hundreds and
pocket
hundreds of lineups.
Pocket queen.
just NFL?
Sorry,
Just
sorry.
NFL,
2 red queens.
yeah.
No,
And I play those really like long
you're
odds to
reverse
hit, but
pocket
if you hit, you
jack,
get a
yeah.
million.
Well, that was
I
a
mean,
brief
DraftKings
silence
crazy.
because Manny raised.
I was
and
gonna do another
Queens are
lap.
going to take that
You
down.
want to take another lap?
DraftKings.
Which is
See if we
it's
get
zero
something
sum, right?
interesting.
So someone's losing all that.
And if
Well,
we
like,
react,
it's negative
we call
sum,
it
it's
that.
negative
No,
sum.
no, it's you're definitely you're definitely
tennis
losing
on.
money. You gotta get lucky. It's all.
DraftKings is making a killing. Absolutely.
So what's negative sum?
Well, DraftKings is taking a cut.
Yeah, they're
so
taking a
it's
big
not
cut.
just
They take 10%.
of the winners and the
Oh, I
losers.
see.
There's a
It's-
negative.
It's 10%.
beyond that.
Yeah.
All right. 2 raised to 13.
Holy
Fold,
shit.
fold,
Negative sum.
raised to
Negative
1%.
sum.
Feels like
It's a new one.
I guess this
Some
one
of
is
those
negative
sports
sum.
subs, I can do like a 5%.
I trust you.
Make just so much
It would be
money.
more so if there was
Make.
a rake, like out of the pot.
Yeah, this is
'Cause at
closest
the
you
end of
get
the
to zero
day,
sum. here.
like when you get up from the table, it's
Is it?
essentially zero sum.
Careful, that's the
110.
second hand he's played today.
I know. I want to play with him though.
Call.
Is that influencing action?
I feel like that is.
That was.
Yeah, probably don't.
If Doug said something, the floor should have been
joking, I'm
called.
joking,
Absolutely.
I'm joking. He's not influencing action.
I don't know. You said be careful.
I
Wow.
said be careful.
That's your
the-
second
Exactly.
warning.
It feels like that
Here's
would
that
have
C-bet from Doug
like
with top
jacks?
pair is going
I
to
had
do the
something
job.
very
Bully
similar
you
to
like
that.
that?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Thank
10.
you.
I don't
Yep.
know.
I don't know why.
Something where you hate to see.
Yeah, with
it.
king, queen, king, queen out there,
But
we
not
didn't
good
expect
enough
that
to
Ron
carry.
was going to hit anything.
Just influencing.
Tens.
Eights.
Yeah.
Barbara
It was
folded
a
his
pair,
king,
yeah.
So
queen.
mad.
8, 7, 6.
That was his one hand.
No, not
New best hand you'd look down.
Around hand
I
47.
re-raised
you see
10.
the
New best hand.
mini cross bottom. You'll notice that we don't put as many of the statistics out on the bottom.
Get any action.
We used to put the DPIP, the SPR, number of others, RFI.
What if it comes jack out?
Then I would.
How do you?
Not as much anymore.
Jack's hot.
Sideways.
Carefully.
Like
Kevin, are you into
like
Pokemon?
fetal position?
Just James with the less poor man's ace-king, ace-5 suited. A lot of players choosing to play it like a much bigger hand. And Dante waking up with the monster here. He's got the kings.
Yeah, it's really the first big hand Dante's had. He's certainly hit a couple of times with good hands, but this is a monster.
Max volume.
Saw one king roll by.
You raise, you just call.
Not much. Just James may decide ace-5 of hearts is worth calling. And he actually raises to 330. 430. I'm sorry, I missed a black chip on the black background.
Yeah, wrong time to do this for just James.
You're trying to optimize them or what?
Well, you know what we always say, we joke, you and I, Whammo, that, you know, on any given board, there's 14%, 16% chance of an ace coming out, unless you have kings.
Yeah, I mean, you could see on the surface, as you're saying it, you would
Yeah,
think
we're
he's
not gonna
crushed, but
get
he still
there.
has 32% equity.
He's not going to get there. Dante comes in
Dante
heavy.
rips it.
Nice hand.
And as always, Dante cash tips.
Ace 5?
Huh?
Ace 5 off?
I mean,
And as was the case there, typically if you see a 5-bet at really any stake,
Why do you go?
it's going to be aces or kings.
That's
No, no thanks.
Sometimes ace-king suited.
what an optimal choice for dinner.
Yeah, I don't have to fail any.
Yeah, I actually, TH actually had a
you would
another
fail every
commentator
week.
that I know
Like,
that does not
How
work
much can you
here.
possibly lose?
Sounds
Yeah,
like he wants to
mentioned
bet,
that
Cal
Doug.
10.
he does like to
Like,
see the VPIP table because on a live stream you don't want to see
Probably not.
25% or lower VPIP. I know some of the better players on the live stream kind of push the action a little bit more, try to make for a good show. And it's true, although the other night in the commentator game, my VPIP was around 25%.
True, yeah. You
But
get
he was
somebody
like
with
legitimate
50
long-term card
probably want me to
deadness.
die.
Yeah,
So-
some folks, their hands get
I'll tell
tied.
you what, I'll give you $100.
Yeah, Kevin has not played many hands. Not Kevin is a tighter player, but he hasn't had a lot of them.
That would be so
But of course,
bananas.
he, like me on the commentator night, made a ton of money because the hands he did get, he won. So
I would do it. I would feel like uncomfortable doing
But then
it.
if you don't do it, you gotta give me $800.
Jack is up now.
I feel like
Four pair.
anything outside of
Their
like
comfort zone,
the
like when you
core
don't
game.
like,
Kevin's trying to figure out if his eight's good.
Like if somebody
And
said,
if
I'll
he's
give you $100 if you only have
Yeah,
15.
well, both
Yeah,
players with a
yeah.
flush there, and
Yeah.
Brian's going to small one,
Someone
but
said, hey, Dante, here's $100.
His thing is about those four-liners.
That
They
time Jack eight,
kind of
if
squat
you
on
only
the
had-
action.
If you 15,
Yeah.
you're tapped at
Yeah.
15.
yeah, speaking of Kevin and his
So that's
squads,
easier
I
because then you just
had the pleasure
do
of
it. I
flopping
mean, you can't do it.
quads
Easier to
I
twice
lose
in the
money.
last week.
I lose money. Like, every
Really?
time I'm in,
It's
now
just
I
the
raise
best
Flopping.
feeling in poker
Right,
when
because I
you
only
sit
have
there and you
50%
know
away.
every dollar
Every
that
time
goes
I'm in
into
the
this
hand,
pot
I
is
got
headed to your stack. There's not a whole lot of other feelings in
Yeah.
life that are much more enjoyable than knowing you cannot lose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or-
the show
And,
Very
the great
close
thing
to
about
not.
flopping them
No.
is that you can kind of just sit back depending on your position and just let other people take the initiative. When I made
But
quad
those would
aces
be
the other day
profitable
against
hands. They
a
would be better than average.
gentleman
That's what I
who
say every time I win a
cursed
pot
me
against
in a language that I didn't know for
Yes,
probably
yeah,
about
that's
7 minutes.
Call.
Megan, who dealt the hand to me, the quad aces, and there were 3 aces on the board, so I don't know
Tastes like
exactly
red.
what he thought I had as I called him off all the way down and then
$800
jammed
in
in his
front of it.
face. He did have a boat, the jack, but
Ah,
making a nice
in his hand.
No, there were 2 jacks on the board. I didn't see his hand, but he had a jack.
Dude, Doug
It
could
was
buy you
ace,
4 or 5
jack,
times.
ace, jack. That was the
Oh
board.
wow.
Yeah.
I can give you a loan, but I just give
Making
my
it nice
money
for the next 20
instead.
minutes, trying to
This is-
figure out
this is
after he left
twice
the
as much
table,
as you
after
haven't
that
played
7-minute
It's
rant,
30?
whether he
You
had
need
cursed
some
her or cursed me.
I got money to borrow.
But whatever it was
Yeah,
in
it's
a
not really
foreign
playing.
language.
The yellow looks
Dude,
Matter of
that
fact,
yellow
he-
really
no.
dangerous.
Take his foreign
It's getting
language.
past
It is.
That's his blind.
Scooting in.
He's like
Just
this.
came
It's not important.
flopping trips. Trips in a very casual, smooth call. Queen on the
What
turn.
about when I went all in
Locks it
flop
up for
like
James.
4K with 3-4
Does
suited
hit
as
Manny.
barber?
Yeah, Manny
We've seen
now
a lot of this tonight.
top pair. Yeah.
Yeah, trips with a top pair hitting. After.
What Barber have?
That's his free flop. You said free flop?
Kind of an action-killing river.
Like it?
I'm not real sure
Jack
what
of spades makes it a very connected board. Possible straights.
James is going to bet 50, just hoping somebody calls.
Yeah, I think Manny probably just
Bum
flicks
kiss
out a
that.
couple greens. So here we go.
Call.
What's that guy's name?
Another nice pot
You don't know, do you?
for just James.
What's up, man?
I don't want to compound my mistake.
What's up,
I
bro?
caught that.
Expect a little bit of his
I don't
built
want to
four
compound.
bet with
Yeah,
ace-5 suited.
not going to earn much money here, though.
He was in the cage before.
Okay.
Well,
Then the lights went out in Georgia.
Unconventionally.
I'm tired of this trivia.
Oh,
People
yeah,
don't-
Folks, we got audio.
Very brief. Right?
What?
yeah, the screen has gone black on our end as well. Hopefully
So,
that.
this maybe they're trying to tell us
When
something.
you
Ooh, there goes.
get out of
the
there when you called.
I thought you had the 10.
He used to work here for.
We're going to let y'all listen to
Well, yeah,
them
he's part of the-
because
I believe
was
we don't
kinda
have
trying
much
to represent
well,
it.
you and I can talk about anything.
By flat calling?
That makes sense.
By flatting the what? I mean,
I don't know if I
the
ever.
turn check through.
He
Just the
plays
graphics
too.
are
He plays
frozen
play
as
late.
well.
Yeah.
No, you played 2-5 with us or 1-3 back at the
Usually
old
we play
place.
1, 2, 3.
Late.
All right, Chris. We're
Short-handed.
paused at the moment.
Oh, and it appears we're back.
Everybody grabs their phone. Let's see how.
Sorry for the little hiccup there.
I was told today.
Screen broke.
Yeah, happy to shed a little light on the subject.
Not.
We're on a break?
All right, let me check the
Had to
score, 'cause I
resist,
can't
or I
put up
should
the
say.
score
I
here.
guess evidently this was something that Kristen saw. We're obviously on a 15-minute delay,
Yeah, what's
so
going on there?
we did not get a note from Kristen, so it didn't last long. But
No,
basically, everybody's on their phone
Are you
because
serious?
they
Not do that shit.
Yeah, I
lost
was
the
still-
feed,
Yeah, you're
at
probably
least
gonna
the
get that
video
one.
feed for a moment.
21.
Due
It
to money,
suspended
says
action.
video.
We didn't miss
26,
anything.
Question mark.
29.
Let us
They
know
have
if
those,
it's
like,
back
young
up in the
Super
chat. It's back up on our end. Should be
Yeah,
for you as well.
I think the fact that they were all
I'll be
looking
back
at their
on
phones and have been told to suspend the game,
O'clock.
that it was
Is
not
Mobley back tonight?
going
Yeah, it must be
out.
back, yeah.
That was the
Cleveland?
problem. It was the
He just
actual
liked my payment like it's like social media.
He was out the last
in-house
couple games.
software issue. I don't blame everything on software. Doctor the other day told me I need a colonoscopy, and I think it's a software problem.
I chose to like. I don't do,
Is that
That's
a
a
dad
good-
joke? Did I just
That's
make a
a
dad
pretty
joke?
Liberal
Good
choice
dad
for you.
joke.
Thank you.
it was, wasn't it?
Raise to 50.
I'm trying to be more progressive, you know.
Optimized with a playable ace-3 suited. Just James played 10-jack suited aggressively earlier. He'll make the call.
Ever since I saw Doug's Bernie shirt, I just felt like I really, you know what? He's right.
It really made a difference.
Yeah. Why risk 4K? I can just buy him for 800.
Bernie 16?
Exactly.
That's what Bernie would do.
Well,
How much do you think Bernie would buy him for?
Open ender for just James here. And
$27.
flush draw for optimized.
Yep.
Could see some fireworks here.
The president doesn't make a pretty
Yep. So what are you calling here? The 7 of
I
diamonds?
think senators are like
That'd
a
be
richer
fun.
class.
That would be
What-
fun.
what's up?
200K.
What? That's not. For being a center, 200K is nothing.
Oh, yeah.
For my friend James
I
today.
made 400K.
Friends with a lot of these guys on the table, but
You did?
James
Yeah, I
a
did.
very
Wow. That seems
I
pretty
was
good.
a four
affable
man.
guy.
That's
on the
a-
chat
Affable.
room after a session.
No, that's what they make. They make 200.
Affable.
Walmart's starting to do that
Yeah,
too.
Target and Walmart.
5 of clubs on the turn.
Walmart.
Changes
Walmart
nothing.
pays the most.
No, Target pays more than Walmart.
Does
I
bring in a
thought
backdoor
Walmart
flush
did.
draw. Nobody with clubs.
I worked for
Jovial?
Walmart as an assistant manager.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Jovial, affable.
My store manager was making. We were
Boy,
making-
that board
We're
was
done.
disappointing.
We're done.
Yeah, run out did not add to the drama. It looked like we
They
had
want it
trouble
every
on
day.
the flop.
They
but
don't
Yep.
make that here.
Yeah. So
Yeah, those good.
Check, check. Ace wins.
But I'm sure
It's
they
a
still
good
make
state
Oh,
like
probably.
California.
And let's just
Yeah.
James
Ooh,
decides that
just
he's
James
he
steps
makes a
big.
pot size
I mean,
bet. He said, "I'm not going to win this hand unless I just."
Actually, the one player that
solid,
optimized
yeah.
lays it down. Nice gut by James.
Just there.
Yeah, exactly.
That's James recognizing
What
that
did you do at Target?
that Optimize is smart. First of all, smart enough that he has to make a big bet
What'd you get paid?
because he's capable of calling a small bet.
That is
And
really
looking
high.
at
That's
the
higher
pot,
But your bonus is
saying this is not worth
your bonus is
Great point. Optimized. Yeah, speaking of being a smart player, I've seen him make fewer calls in similar situations.
they're always in much more
My bonus is
complex,
400.
bigger pots.
12?
So
2012?
And I imagine he would have thought
That's
about
a
it
lot
if
of money.
he
That's
had
San
made
Francisco.
something more like
Oh,
100.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
still, in 2012.
Yeah, he might have.
I know Walmart in 2016 when I worked
He
there
said
was
like the same
paying
shitty.
120 base plus up to 150% salary.
Dante would,
So
I believe he's had aces, kings, and now jacks.
So you were. So you were.
Oh no, I don't know if he got aces. Just James got aces, didn't get paid.
No one raised this?
Yeah, I
I've
guess
only
I
seen
just
him a
know
couple of
aces.
times. He did get kings just recently.
Before COVID, I mean,
What?
that's a lot of fucking money.
If you make 120 or less in San Francisco, you have to go on welfare for a weekend.
That's true. 30,
That's
he
fucking
did.
crazy.
And then Doug
That
bet
is
30.
my flop right
Hey,
there.
did you get a? Oh,
Dante
sorry. Yeah.
raised to
Sorry.
125.
So Dante's going to 3-bet over Doug's initial raise here. Just James mulling over if he wants to make the call, and does with his 10-7 suited. Solid big hand buster.
It is. Two gapper.
Doug?
Doug is going to look at this and go back to raising.
I think he makes the call because just James did.
You know, I
Getting
don't
a
think
little
in
bit
this,
better
you know,
pot
under the
odds.
gun, I don't think. Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't.
His
have
body
enough
language
invested.
is telling me fold now.
Do you
He
golf?
might grab a couple chips.
You look like someone who would golf.
I know I do, but no, I don't.
You golf. I don't want
He
to hear it.
does.
There we go.
Don't golf.
What's
Okay,
that?
okay.
3 ways to a flop.
5-man football.
6 man.
Oh, wow.
We didn't.
Passes and you're the quarterback?
Did that
We
just?
missed-
we
somehow we
glitched. We didn't
skipped.
get the board. Yeah, we did
just
not
James
see the
flops
board.
2 pair.
Wow. Okay. And Doug's got 2 pair as well. This is going to get spicy. And a great board for jacks. Wow. What happened?
Oh,
And
that,
that, we got a delay. That's the problem. The ace just now showed up.
yeah, it does give Dante a flush draw, but 18 the overcard to
And
his
it goes
pair.
check, check. How is this pot so small?
Three?
Look at how
10,
small
7,
this
and
pot is.
7, 5.
Seriously.
Someone bet already.
Yeah, sorry about our delayed reaction here. We blame software.
Fine. You gotta bet $5.
Yeah, we're not getting the 8 up there yet. We got a little bit of a delay going on. So
So
we'll try to-
Dante's going to bet 200. I'm going to guess just James flat stat.
Have you been in the hand?
yeah, the spades are there. They weren't bet on the ace, so they're a little suspicious.
A lot of 2 pairs that beat him that Dante could have, like ace 10.
Just James is thinking about raising right now. A $200 bet, he may go for some value here because he really believes he's
Kyle and
ahead.
Tom.
Probably Lottie.
Kyle and Tom.
Kyle and Tom.
Oh, they're talking about us.
Frisbee?
Yeah.
It's delicious. But you have to drink it like this, though. You gotta
Well, you can tell Tom that no one's got fucking his hand. No one's got 8-10 right now.
Creepy right now.
I'm aware of.
I didn't invite you to look over here.
Somebody was besmirching
Manny
me.
talking about your favorite hand.
Ah.
You can watch later.
I have a jacks.
Jacks are hot.
Well, he just
Not
smooth
had a
calls.
chance to have it yet.
Excellent fold.
And a small bet.
You're at 7
Good little pot for James, who's having a great night.
One time on turn.
Yeah, just James really hasn't lost a significant pot that he's
Nope.
played.
I was trying to turn my jacks into a bluff.
It almost worked.
3K
I was like, yeah, I didn't
profit,
know about
not bad for a night's work.
I almost folded.
All
And
right.
actually, he has a 4K stack in, if I recall correctly, he was the one player that didn't buy him for 2K. He bought him for 900.
Yep.
It's a pretty good spin up.
Blood going.
You're pacing?
I'm going to show you one more time our hijack poker. Play poker online. You can cash out at any of our Texas Card House locations, which is really convenient.
It had the potential to get huge.
Having lost money back in the day through the FBI.
Yeah.
You're in the small blind.
So scan that. Get on hijack. Appreciate everybody that's been on the chat with us tonight.
It's a really shitty turn for action.
Yeah, definitely highly recommend the
that
Hijack
ace
poker app. I play on there as Whammo. Say hi in the chat if you see me in a tournament or a cash game.
Well, you may see Uncle T there. in a couple
Yeah,
of
we've got to
weeks.
get an Uncle T on there.
I'm in
Hopefully
the
your
middle of
username-
proposal writing season, so there's not a lot of time during the day, and I'm usually here at night. So, you know, as a single man, you just work and play.
I could hear the commentators.
Yeah, I kind of have a rhythm of I go get my coffee at 9 a.m. when the free roll starts. Just play on my phone, sip my coffee. It's great.
Vacuum on the
Nice.
stream
Way to
table.
start
And your
the
boss is good with
Now
that.
he's scared.
Yeah.
You're not
I told
married.
him
You
to
don't have
scare
a
him
boss.
off. He said, leave. Not now.
It's right over there. Go get it. It's right there.
Me?
I'm my own
You're
boss.
not doing that shit?
Yep.
That's his job.
Oh, this guy. No, you gotta use that special back there.
Well, this is the point where I look at Lottie and say, Lottie, I'm going to go see Men About a Horse, which does not confuse you, but throws him for a total tailspin.
You get a bewildered look.
Well, we're well into our second hour, folks. Thanks for joining us. It's Wednesday night, TCH Live Austin. TCH Social Live.
Yeah. This is
My partner Memo.
For the nuts.
This is how you get
of the
invited.
Frisbee Fortune.
I'm allowed to bluff this.
Here with me, this is Uncle T.
Makes it a lot easier. for
Really
us.
glad to have you tonight as we play this 5-5 game, which we've been very talkative.
You're screwed.
Kevin with ace king
There's
now.
enough room to do two stacks.
If you would like to play our Wednesday night live stream,
Could be confusing.
my recommendation
Well,
is
I'm hoping
to,
that like when I go.
what did they say about voting? Vote often.
often.
Get on immediately after this live stream onto the app, on the Poker Atlas app, and sign up. It should be open fairly quickly after
Oh, I have
this
it.
stream
Like I
ends,
go
I
Okay, I'll
believe.
put it in here.
And the wait list,
That's some
Oh,
Torelli.
that'd be
14 or 15, pretty much the next day. So if you do want to play, I have players all the time to ask me. And I say, get on that
Yeah, I got ace in hand.
Oops.
right after the stream on Wednesday.
Sounds like
Kevin wants to play.
Once again, we're having a big game
I know
on
exactly what
Wednesday
you're
of
talking
February.
Kevin
That
really
game
wants
is
Should I
to
restructure
play.
it? Or are y'all?
pretty much
After the
what they call a
V15.
curated game.
Yeah,
A little bit larger. We'll be rolling that out every second Wednesday.
75.
That made more sense too.
It will be 5, 10, and
Actually, I think
10,
it's
20.
fine. Tim's telling me
Not the red. I don't
here
like
it's
the
all
red.
one.
Are you talking
What
about
is
That's my
that?
favorite.
Guys,
Kyle and
I'm
Larry will be
uncomfortable.
calling that game.
Yeah, really excited about that.
That's the new tip
There's
drill.
gonna be some 5-figure stacks.
Yep.
Sure.
I have no doubt.
Alright.
As an all diamond for Kevin, that's pretty sweet to see when you got the big dog.
Yeah, a little deja vu here. Manny fresh
I do.
in a bad spot with King Jack
Especially
again
when you had
versus
that king
Kevin.
six shit.
Kevin has the nut draw with his ace of
When the
diamonds.
ski lift gave away yourself
200.
and the powder.
He is out of position, but he's going to throw 200 out there. This was a pre-flop built pot that he's going to add to with basically a 1/3, a little bit less size bet.
This looks kind of like gay though.
He's going to get a fault. All right, I'll be back in a minute. Can you handle it while I'm gone?
We'll try to hold
It's
it
hard
down,
to play
Uncle T.
frisbee by yourself.
Bomb out time.
Did
And he's out, everybody.
Onto a bomb
Did you see
pot,
that back there?
double board PLO, $15 a piece.
That's what,
I'm gonna figure out what you're trying to say.
I'm trying to say.
If you're not familiar with PLO, you must utilize 2 cards from your hand on each board to make
Hey, can I get one of those stars?
your best 5-card hand.
Tops and tips.
What?
You cannot have 1 card to a straight or a flush.
Red's good too.
No, I like red.
But what if I touch
For
the
example.
and put the purple in the
Pink
back?
is good.
Would that be true?
Fave Reds are the best.
I
Starburst is last.
prefer it when you put the black in the back, but
Fave Reds are hands down the best Starburst. You prefer Starburst or Skittles, Doug?
I prefer Skittles.
I don't think I've ever had a Starburst.
Skittles for sure, all the way.
No, I'm diabetic.
You've never had a
No,
Starburst?
even when I was
Monte?
young.
Wow.
Do you prefer Starburst or High Chew?
I prefer Starburst.
I've never had high.
High chew.
Starburst.
High Chew is so good. You never had? Try a High Chew.
Could
man.
be
Let
some
me know.
fireworks here early on.
Starburst.
As you
that was a
look at the leaderboard, just James up 3K largely because of a big bomb pot he
Are
scooped
you
The
chewy?
haiku.
Slightly
early on in the stream. So
I really like the pink Starburst.
Yeah.
Check.
Best
bomb
one.
pots can definitely make or break
Check.
your session.
Pot. I think they made an all pink at one point, not even an all red. I think they made an all pink.
They did?
Yeah,
I think so,
300,
yeah.
Blake.
How do you think they know what their best
He
sellers
struggles
are?
with math.
And also hearing. 135.
Thank you very
We
much.
may be a little behind on the graphics here.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I'm sure they just get like comments all the time.
Oh, he
Like,
also
they probably got
struggles
people
with
asking for
Likely
like,
will sort itself out here momentarily.
I'm sure. Yellow's the worst.
For sure.
Yeah, yellow. They need to go
Yellow's
back
the
to the drawing board on that one.
worst. Orange can be a bit strong. Artificial.
Blake.
Do you have another pink one in there or no?
No.
What do you have
Blake's
left?
trying to go to the beach.
Red?
He's trying to
Here we
get
go,
the
getting
water.
some hands loaded.
He's trying to go swimming.
Just a couple of beachgoers in this
Thank you.
spot.
Nah,
Blake and
Everybody
Manny, I got
in
you.
this
Take
spot.
he's not going. He's not joining us on the
All
beach.
good.
Well, you know, I don't think he was ever on the beach, man.
Oh.
I gave him the floaties.
He's a beach team.
I was wondering what was going
Get
on.
in there.
Some,
he
has
some
a-
Louis floaters?
Like,
You got clubs? What are you doing over there?
Pot.
405.
Oh, you're just gonna keep potting it up, huh?
Set of sevens for optimize.
I don't like that.
Hey,
You
get
have
you out
like
of there.
$700.
Yeah, you're gonna get
all
me
you can
out.
do.
Yeah,
Has to worry about 5, 6, or potentially a set of 8s.
even if I get the fucking 9 at the top, it's no good.
This is right here.
Yeah.
This is how we fuck him.
Those back doors?
Manny gets out of there and looks like Optimize is going to sweep this one. And it's worth noting, even though we've had much larger pots, getting a fold
It's not your fault. Don't
and
worry.
sweeping the whole pot, even if
You
it's
know
a bit
what?
smaller,
I'm sure
is
you were really
significantly
just
more
on the edge of
profitable
your seat about what I had in that bomb pot.
than playing a much larger pot and simply chopping.
What are you talking about?
It's nice play there by Optimize.
No one bluffs in a bomb pot. It's rare.
I tried to though.
That was a
Very
very
no,
good
it's so light.
Yeah,
It was so
I do
light.
that one
Did it
too.
work?
20 is on.
Oh,
No.
With the 8 high
No, it
flush
didn't.
and second
That was
pair.
bad.
Behind Blake's hand.
I
Is that like
potted
a
2 streets.
pink starburst wrapper
Well.
behind your hand? Right there?
Or an insect.
Right where your right hand
It's
is.
a spider. There's a spider. Be careful.
He's forced suited for Kevin. He'll raise it up.
From last week.
Oh, it is.
This place.
Oh,
Wow,
it's
you
been
mean
here all
this place
week.
hasn't been clean since
Look at
then?
that, guys.
Wow.
I mean, they were
They only
doing it
clear
with
out- they
now.
only
but I
clear
couldn't-
Oh, that's right.
It's
Carolyn
gonna
shoot
go
him
right
away.
here for you, Doug.
My bad.
So many new
60.
employees. I just can't.
Is it just me and Manny again?
Nope.
I know, so the other
Oh,
beach,
you got-
other
you
beach
got
goer.
Kevin.
Okay, just for the beach.
I'm in the beach. Oh, yeah, we're on the beach. Come on.
All right.
All right, next one.
I'm about to
Guys,
go
what?
leave the beach. I'm done with the beach.
We're done with the beach? No, no, no.
Let's see if we
I'm
can,
done
we can
with
Three
beach him up.
Let's
players.
stay on the beach.
Making my beach.
Ace in the window.
Make him like it.
Top pair for Kevin. Jumps way in the lead. Optimize does have a pair of queens. Not much working here for Manny. Backdoor spades. About it.
Oh.
Potential backdoor straight draws. 3 diamonds.
Check.
Essentially a brick. Pretty unlikely anyone got here with 4 or 5.
Co-pilot.
And last time I was like, hey, we gotta make a real big bet. I'm not saying that shit alone.
Oh.
Fucking make the big bet with parts.
Kevin's going to go about 3/4 pot. And Optimize looking like he's not quite a believer yet.
For what?
As Uncle T rejoins us. How was your break, Uncle T?
You know, it was very biological.
Not really. You can get cash advances at the front desk, but yeah, like
All we need to know.
Yeah, that's as kindly as I can put it. No, it was just, you know.
And Optimize lets it go. Talks himself out.
Talking
But he's got to have an ace.
Both.
Being stubborn there.
It just seemed too. It just seemed
Makes
too
the correct
much.
fold.
You were following
I must have called Kevin a nit there or something.
$8 a month?
Do you want this play?
But you don't think that means he had it?
So good that we fucking.
yeah, I went in the lodge too, and I just like pull money out. You don't have to bring cash.
Oh.
Can you not eat chocolate or what?
Where'd the go?
Dude,
It does look like
I think
chocolate.
Lee Ort
Gotcha.
says, "I know that look from Blake." LOL.
I did let it.
I
Yeah.
absolutely know what you're talking about. That's quite funny.
No, he picked
Yeah,
up
I
that.
gave him the
That
stink
one.
eye.
You don't like chocolate fudge?
There was a red
Shot.
It's from Japan.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like your pocket money.
From Japan and his
Whatever.
pocket.
Like years, I didn't want to.
They
do
sell
it.
dog
Like,
poop as a
I don't wanna
souvenir.
pay the $100. Like,
And it's gonna hop in the box now.
My favorite dealer.
Yeah, great energy from Anna. Always a pleasure when she
Oh,
joins the
just
table.
such a positive person.
Thanks.
As you
And
can see.
yeah, there you go. Thank you for
Always
demoing
laughing.
that for us.
Where did this go?
She was so funny the other night. We were all standing outside taking a break during the tournament. And she came out, and but she was actually coming in to start her shift, and she gave everybody a hug but me, which the group thought was hilarious because she didn't notice. And I've gotten a hug. Somebody told her I've gotten a hug from her every day since then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
She-
she's made up for it. So.
She reminds me every time I see her that I'm not good at winking. Just her way of saying hi is just a little wink.
Oh yeah, she's a
And she's
winker.
particularly good at it. My wink's a little more slow and clumsy, so I just give her a little smile and head nod and try to match the energy as best I can.
Yeah. She is a fellow Aquarian.
I would be a little peeved.
you'd have to like
Aquarius.
Oh, Aquarius.
Yeah, our birthdays are a couple days apart. Coming up here in early February. Happy birthday early, Anna. Anna
Headphones
Banana.
got me on that one. I thought you said she was a fellow aquarium.
Yeah, she was. She is.
You might have
She
to
is.
explain this one to me.
So many one-liners are popping in my head. None of them I'm going to say.
We're not going to miss a thing.
We're just right next door to an aquarium, which most
Yeah,
people
maybe that's
may
why
not
it was
know.
on my mind. Yeah, come see the fish over there and come over here and see some fish.
Yeah, there you go. Gave it that joke.
Look at that. I so
Oh,
skillful.
wow.
Yeah.
She keeps calling us back.
She has to hear all the stuff we say.
You are the Conan O'Brien of our generation.
Same stuff every week.
Guys showing up in Bernie shirts.
I know.
That would only give you 1,000.
All right, everybody with a whole lot of nothing so far.
Still nice after all that.
Anna
Yeah,
dealt
sure,
our
take
commentator
off
dream,
the,
which we missed.
the whatever
I'm so
sticker you
disappointed.
had or whatever
Because
that
Caleb has the
Banter.
floors.
That's only
You
when
see
Kim
quads
Paxton
again in our
was here.
future?
Manny's got a
Do you think
force.
they would've let
I'm
you
not
wear
going
that shirt
to
if-
bet on it this time,
What
but
did she make you take off?
maybe.
I had a
can
car
see it
protector
twice.
that
That
was
makes you a
supporting
knit
Planned
predictor.
Parenthood.
So far, apparently, my set predictions are very powerful because that ended up in quads.
As we find out what the board is in the corner before she actually rolls
Was
it
it a
over.
coincidence?
Then I went to my car and
Open-ended
midnight
for
you
Doug.
fucking stole it and
Yeah,
destroyed
Doug
it.
only one connecting.
It fucking disappeared.
Wearing his Bernie
Don't have
Madoff
it
shirt.
anymore.
Pretty interesting math here. Caleb has a pair and Doug is actually ahead with his before the turn with his
It
two
was a
overs
sticker
and open
that was
ender.
pretty
It
big.
was huge. It was clearly a piece of toilet.
And Caleb had the fours before and
Wow.
called off. Nothing hits. This time, if he calls off, he's good.
Forced hold on a
Small pair.
relatively wet board. Pretty amazing.
Small
Yay.
Fours, I know.
See a lot of fours tonight.
That's when you scoop a small pot and it feels about 3 times bigger because you did not expect that $100 headed your
No,
way.
no.
I want my jack.
Big blind.
He
over
bet
here.
the fours before and lost. This time he just let it come to him. Function in position. He was small blind. Yeah, Anna dealt.
Nice little wiggle boost.
Nick and Anna dealt our live stream. Did the 2 shifts, and they just crushed it. They were so good. I always brag about our dealers at TCH Social. They are the best in this, the all-star team. Anna, obviously, being very short, is our point guard.
Yeah, just to segue off of that, along with the dealers being incredible, the floor staff, you never have to worry. Or it doesn't even cross my mind that anything can kind of get loosey-goosey. Everything is done correctly and
Because he does it every time, right? Just like,
the correct decisions are made.
It was like once every half-hour fine. Like the numbers.
fucking die.
It's like 26. Saquon Barkley.
Yep.
Gives you a lot of confidence.
It
in this
does.
play.
It does.
Yeah.
3-bet here for Manny with a couple of
I'm
tanks.
doing the
Holy
whole.
shit,
Yeah, I'm going.
Except the they don't have any Burberry Eagle stuff.
They don't. I actually coach. Coach does. They have an Eagle. Coach is cheap. I mean, relative.
Isn't there a prison inside of?
Just
Eagle
James gonna
Stadium?
flop
Like
middle
a
pair
jail
with
or
his ace
something?
kicker.
Jail in every stadium.
I think that was like the only one, or like the first one to have a jail.
There's a jail. Comfortable.
Manny getting pretty short here. 500 behind.
There at a game. I was frozen. I mean, I had the whole.
Pair of queens still good here for just James. He's
No, at the last game.
probably going to go for some thin value based on how he's played
Man,
previously.
Miserable.
That's be a rowdy ass game.
I go a
Both
couple
the
games
fan
a year.
bases.
Yeah, Eagles fans are just saying.
Nope, check, check.
I actually feel
Take it
bad.
down.
On the board, it's like hard not to have something. With those cards.
Are you on more, right?
Dude, I haven't even got. I would love to get ace queen. Anna, can I get a chop? I got a bluff. I had to bluff him off his $400 bet.
Thank you.
So you're
Look like
yeah.
the kid from
No,
Bad
Dad
Luck.
King. Yeah, I know.
The kid from
I know you look. My wife told me.
Fun fact for the listeners, our viewers, I should say. Dante's beard is in fact not straightened. He claims that's how straight his beard hair. I still am not entirely sure I believe him.
Okay, so you remember the look that Blake gave Kevin? I'm giving you that look right now.
You don't know the movie.
Yeah.
Like the actor?
Oh, sorry.
I
I
am.
wish. I'm able to.
Yeah.
A lot more money
No.
on Mario.
Now his hair is straight. I will give him that. But
Is he the one who went back?
Oh.
I haven't seen a beard
Is he the
that's
one who went in the
straight.
gutter?
Yeah.
Being
Yeah, it's
Hammurabi
very,
guy.
very
Went in the
straight
gutter?
beard.
Really?
Yeah, I don't believe anything that anybody says that wears those clothes anyway.
He was very loudly rooting for the Commanders to beat.
Yes, he was.
Was it the Rant? Who is that?
The Lions.
Yeah. But I have to say,
So that
based on the
Philadelphia
way,
would get a home game.
yeah, the way Jaden Daniels is playing though, I'm not so sure that he's going to get the wish.
Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, that he wanted.
Yeah, fours are hot tonight.
Yeah, that kid doesn't know he's not supposed to be that good already.
Yeah, fours are definitely.
Everybody bricks this flop 10 high, a couple of fours,
Oh, whoa.
optimize ahead with a pair of threes.
I saw you try it.
What was that last flop?
Just barely misses the quads.
Oh yeah.
My bad.
I need
Alright,
it.
see very cool.
I was gonna bet. I'll bet I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna
Showing some aggression here.
I mean, I was contemplating value.
I'm going to take this one down. We're just 9 high.
Yeah.
I just did that.
I was,
No.
3 bets.
Ace
300?
queen would be like
Timely
a
bet.
semi.
Yeah, I mean, nice play. Those little pots like that, those little tabs, they add up. You know, sometimes you'll have a session and you can barely remember a big pot you played, and you end up with a nice profit, and it's just adding up all those
Pocket threes you fold.
40s and 50s and
You
75s.
folded a
Yep.
pocket pair?
Low frequency full.
And that was the second time I got pocket pair.
That's crazy.
Lee Ort says he may regret that.
Back
George
for the game.
Jaden Daniels may make them pay. I definitely agree with you, Lee.
I'm-
You'd have to
You
sit,
know,
like,
I'm
seven
going to
or something.
church before that game to pray that very prayer.
I got offered free coaching.
I never
Last
root
stream.
for the
Commentator said they would offer me free coaching.
former Native
Person
American
I'd never
team.
met.
I used to love that rivalry between my Cowboys and that team.
Oh, yeah.
I'll offer 'em free coaching.
But yeah, no. I'm definitely going to be rooting for all those people that have waited all that time.
She only plays tournaments too.
You know that was now the Cowboys have the longest streak of not making the conference final. It was
Kevin,
Kevin,
I
teach us
believe
how to
it,
play
unfortunately.
tournaments,
I'll
guys.
pay you to teach.
Got a
me
good hand brewing here. We got 9s,
My
10s,
style is
ace,
not
king,
tournament
king,
play.
queen.
I'm not patient enough to be like.
And Manny is going to raise it up with the tanks.
seen a lot of 10s and 4s tonight. It's been the pair of choice.
This is an interesting spot for Doug. And he will flat with the ace king. Oh, excuse me. That is a purple chip. He has raised it up.
Oh, it is hard to see, but it is raised to 700.
Yeah, so 700 to go. That's going to get Caleb and Melon Zone out of the way, I imagine. Always a little disappointing when you don't get a chance to see a flop and try to hit a set with
Manny is going to jam it. No,
Wow.
just a call.
Okay, bro.
Thought he was reaching to put all of them in there for a second.
All right, thank you.
I wasn't checking the dark enough.
Certainly understand this call.
Oh, and a set for Manny. 2 overs and a gut shot for Doug.
Don't check it now, brother. And he's only got, what has he got behind? 990?
Yeah, this is a really gross spot for Doug.
Wow, look at you. Snap call. You're not afraid of it.
I was on like 1,500 in the pot, but yeah. 210 was too aggressive for him.
Well, that 210 made him go to like 700 all of a sudden.
Doug's going to brick out here. Almost 2K, and Manny jams, and Doug just really cannot call here. Getting huge pot odds, but pretty unlikely his ace high's good.
Yeah, see, this goes back to our conversation about being aggressive with a larger bet with that good a hand. It just looks so suspect. I mean, Doug's going to make the fold here, but this is a good bet by Manny, especially into this pot size.
What a dream flop in a 4-bet pot to 700.
You know,
just flop a set.
amazingly, you know, I'm talking out of my rear end a little bit here. He made a 300. I thought he went all in. He made a $375 bet. That's not as big as I thought. I saw him grab that big chunk of chips and say something. I thought he was saying all in.
Yeah, he's trying to give Doug such a good price. He just almost can't fold.
Yeah, that's actually true.
But and Doug's thinking, if I fold and this was the winner, I look really foolish.
Yeah, I think he'd rather.
It's pretty gross. Here. He's gonna make the call and hand it to Manny. Wow.
And he gets chastised by Splash Man.
Huge win there for Manny.
And it's not even close.
26.90.
Manny, that river bet was like amazing.
Well, that
I loved
helps.
it.
He probably did call with ace king. I mean,
Wow.
or ace queen, yeah.
Manny is up 95 at being down
I
considerably.
love the size of that river bet.
Yeah.
Juice,
Oh,
leave a
lovely.
comment. Let's hear what they say.
So, Justin.
9 for 99.
How dumb do you feel?
Oh yeah, they're talking about the 9 for 99. So
Sure, you probably did.
for anyone looking to get a few hours at a discounted price every Wednesday for the time being, it is $99 for 9 hours of play. So
If I like loot, yeah.
excellent deal.
Like East 10 or something, then it's set.
Well, if you're going to have to buy some time like Manny just did, it's always good to rake in a big pot. Right before you have to pay your hourly.
10, call.
Yeah, $12 an hour to play here at TCH. No rake.
No, it's all yours.
That's my card too.
So no money's coming off the table. Just pay for your membership and
Like, what do you think about the
each hour.
tournament players? It's a 5K guarantee
Put in
tournament, right? It's
375 in
pretty
deposit, it's
juicy.
gonna be like 2.6K, and you'd be right, like
I know what you want me to say.
a few times.
I want to remind you all of Hijack Poker, the way to play online with Texas Card House. Play on your smartphone or your computer.
Oh, hard draw and 2 pair. That should be interesting.
I thought ace king. It felt like ace king was a check.
Yeah, this could be fireworks.
I think Barber's going to, or Caleb's going to call him down all the way here.
How big does
He
the
doesn't hit it
tournament
right
need to
away.
be if,
To get some
Pre-flop, all in?
Oh, Caleb actually raised
He
it to
raised it. He
150.
came over the top. Yeah.
200,000. 200.
150. Just a
40
min
minute
click.
rounds.
Wrong red card here, 9 of diamonds.
So
Caleb.
irritating because your eyes deceive you for about 12 microseconds. He's going to continue.
Bottom feeders.
so I'm a sewer dweller.
Caleb telling a story, but
100%.
Ryan a
According to
bit
Blake,
stronger than he
yeah.
might suspect. He's got two pair.
You know, kind of like a
Yep.
sensei. Like you crawled up to
I always say 2 pair is the hand you make the most with and lose the most with.
No, that's the bad guy.
And a complete blank on the river. So it does bring in some.
Maybe this player. I don't.
Caleb knows he can't win unless he bets. $1,000 out there. Yeah. What does he do?
Probably not too worried about a straight, although Caleb does have one of the cards to complete a straight.
Yeah, pretty wet at this point. Wow, check back. Yeah, I think he saved himself some money there. I think Ryan probably calls most reasonable bets.
Good little $500 win for Ryan, who's now sitting at 1K on the pretty much on the nose.
Those are not good.
Green zone of money. Everybody's split kind of down the middle. Manny kind of straddling the fence with an $85 night. Kevin obviously has played a lot of hands. We could have a VPIP discussion about that, but he has been fairly card dead. And Melonzone is tried but not successfully recovered from his early down spot.
Yeah, I got in a rough spot with that early bomb pot, which is largely the reason the range is up almost 3K or over 3K.
Is Goodwill free? It's getting
Ace
10 for Dante.
Yeah, it comes out for 35.
Literally last week.
Caleb likes those low suited and raises. Maybe a little bit butthurt over being able to hit on the last hand. Bets 110. Kevin's going to call. Kevin folded his sevens?
Two different.
I
just
wonder
was talking
if that
about it
was a
being
misread.
card dead. Yeah, maybe.
That's exactly what I mean, bro.
Would have been in pretty prime position to set mine there.
Yeah, you know, getting the cutoff, no less.
Tell me 10 or tourney and 10 or cash. I'm going to get like 80% accuracy.
Instead, king, queen, high flop. Caleb actually ahead with a pair of deuces.
Down bets.
Gutter for Dante. 1 over.
Now a spade draw as well.
He's almost like the prime example of turning.
Yeah, Dante picks up some mounts. He's 12 outs.
125. I love Dante when he does not take much time, and it just sucks the life out of you.
It really does. It's so disheartening when you want somebody to fold and they insta call you like that.
And the 2 is going to win. Dante's going to hate it.
Like it works.
You did.
Oh, wow.
That's the problem with being in an earlier position there. Now you can't rep anything in case you're pre-flop and turn river or excuse me, flop and turn. The aggressor has actually got something.
I could actually. This is like.
Yeah, that was interesting. That's a little bit different style than we've seen out of Caleb / Barber.
Yeah, he got a little
frisky with the suited connector.
Yeah, got his mat on.
Kept telling this story.
You gonna play some 1-2 after this stream again?
Hell yeah, baby.
So I'm
All in.
On that king queen high board, I mean, Caleb is going to have a lot of kings and queens. Yeah, Dante has to be feeling like he's possibly just drawing to a jack for the straight.
Yeah.
Who's here?
Yeah, that pre-flop 4-bet
I don't know.
really sets that up.
We'll see in a few minutes.
If you're going to pull something like that,
When you can flop quads or turn quads.
your pre-flop aggression or non-aggression completely changes the way people perceive the hand.
Yeah, I mean, it's great for your
Stating
image.
the obvious, but it really does.
I mean, these players are paying attention to every hand they're not in, and they'll make a mental note of he raised 3 or 4-bet. You said 4-bet?
Yeah,
With the
yeah.
deuce
Dante
three
came out for
of-
35, and
yeah.
he came over the top of it.
So that'll get him some action, hopefully, in his case for the when he does have a monster. Oh, Manny played the 9-7. Have to give him a shout out for that.
Well, no, he folded it.
Well, he did see the flop, though.
Yeah, he did. We'll give him a look at it.
Yeah, he is.
Now, if he
given
bluffs
us-
it, that's what I want to see.
He's given us his word that 9-7 and 10-8 will be played.
Yeah, ace 4 or ace crap against king crap. And the spades get there, which is probably going to put a kibosh in the action in case anybody's afraid of a backdoor. James is bet in this position. Let's see if he bets here.
That's what, yeah, it was.
Yeah, He's going to bet 50, and Doug's going to call it off.
The 4. Fours are.
Another one headed James' way.
You read me so
James
much.
hasn't been in a ton of pots necessarily, but
No.
any of them that have been on the larger, medium to large size seem to have all
He's-
gone his
yeah,
way.
Yeah, his win rate is very good.
Yeah.
And he's not really had any truly difficult situations.
Yeah, it's
That-
always nice when
decisions.
you have a session.
Yeah.
Obviously, winning is the ultimate goal, but if you can have a kind of stress-free, profitable session, that's beautiful.
Yep. You know, that's how that commentator meetup game was for me. Because I was card dead the majority of the time, and then when I did play, like I played King 9 against Rick, and
Give me a thumbs up. All right.
there, it was fairly easy.
Yeah.
So I didn't have any tough decisions all night. I went home and slept very peacefully. Up over 1K, you know, which
Didn't have to wait for
me
your
was a
heart
good
rate
win.
to go down. and
No,
fall asleep.
no, didn't curse myself on the way home.
If I recall, you won a little over 2K that night.
Not that much.
No, he didn't want it.
But yeah,
Nice,
I did
nice
good.
win.
Yeah, had a good night.
Where'd he go?
I don't want to be too specific in case any of our chatters are with the Internal Revenue Service, which is not hiring right now, which I hear.
I heard that is very frozen.
Right here.
Yeah.
Gotta get redemption.
We'll see if anybody has the Queen of Diamonds. We got diamond draws on both boards. Caleb does have diamonds.
Set of jacks
Jack
for
high
Kevin.
diamonds for one player. We'll get that shown.
Yeah,
in a
Queen
moment.
high, so that the nut diamond's in Just James's hand. Kevin's got a set. Don't see much else. Ace 3.
Yeah, Jack Deuce is a second nut diamonds.
Ace 3 for Optimize. He's got.
Oh, excuse me. Just James has nut diamonds.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Oh,
Just
oh,
James says
sorry.
That's all right. Yeah, this is going to get down to Dante and Kevin. I'm sorry, James and
Always beat
Kevin.
me in every pot.
That's not
So
this isn't real poker. It's
And
probably
of
gonna be the
course-
same one.
That's true. This is a bomb pot.
Just
Dante's
James.
in the hand with the top 2. Kevin actually gave up his set of jacks.
I have one.
Worried about a set of kings, obviously, and the diamond draws. Yeah, this is diamond draw versus diamond draw, essentially.
Yeah, just James with a great shot at scooping once again.
Although Dante does have a king jack at the top, so he does have top 2. James with ace and a 7-5. He's also got a straight draw. He's got a polarized to the 2 boards. Although just
theory? You have
James
a
is
theory
in the
about
best
it?
position.
They pay more for the massage than they do for winning in the tournament.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
He's got, on the top board, he can hit a 10, he can hit any diamond, he can hit another 7.
On the 5K
if I'm Dante, this is a pretty
They're
easy
working
fold,
hard.
to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah, I agree.
We can see he has a shot, but
I mean, it's easy for us with the cards that we're looking at. Dante just didn't have enough.
Yeah, that's the only thing. I'd call the 400 if it was on the
good
river.
fold.
I had like so many outs on the.
Yeah.
Like I was saying earlier, the total number doesn't look as big, but if you bet and win the whole pot, makes a big difference versus chopping, even if it's a lot larger.
Yep.
You ask how much.
Especially if you got it down to heads up early in the hand. You don't have anybody's extra dead money.
Gotta have the table covered.
53. Is the max. Is the max. Thank you.
20. You said 28.
Well, you've gone quiet on us.
Yeah, hop in the chat. We've got
If you're sleeping on the couch, wake up.
a lot of you watching live right now. Ask a question. Uncle T and I would be happy to engage or make a comment
I want
about
to add
the
on.
I thought the stack that
poker you're watching.
was already on the table.
What you had the 5400 is the top.
So tell me, call the Super Bowl. Who are the 2 teams going to be?
Ooh, that's a good topic.
Whatever.
I know what I want to see. I want to see Buffalo, Washington.
Yeah,
I like
That
Kansas
would be a
City.
really
I love
exciting
Mahomie,
game.
but now my goddaughter would hit me in the back of the head. She's a huge Mahomie and Chiefs fan, but I think that would be the most fun game.
Yeah, that Chiefs Bills game is going to be amazing.
I'll go if you go, baby.
I'm good this time, man. Thank you.
Yep.
You guys
See
got
if
the-
Josh can get off the snide. He's like a big bet there.
Yeah, Doug getting aggressive with suited queen.
Still waiting to see what it is. Looks like it's about 220. Can't really tell.
Another two. Is he
Doug has always been
All
held on the
right.
dealer, and it is 215.
Can I get some red?
195.
Are you raised?
Four. It's going to be 195
Yeah.
call.
What's that?
195. What's that for?
That goes for Dante.
I got you.
I should have done it after the hand. I apologize.
Yeah.
I should have
You
done
want
it.
me to call or not?
Just one
You want
second. Let's
action or
finish
not?
this.
I was like,
It's for sure yours.
I
You
thought
gave me the
I
money.
know.
looking at
It's like a loan.
This is not expensive.
No, I gave him 100 for. I wanted
You
to
know,
Looks like Manny's going to fold this.
Thank
He
you.
did raise
Yeah.
on the button,
The hand.
but that was a
It looks very
positional
card
raise.
funeral-ish.
Yeah.
Well, no. If you know what it is, then I would call. But if you don't know what it is, it's king two.
I had my favorite
All
hand.
right, seat 4.
That was on my hand.
Seat 5.
That's not your
Let me get
My
that
favorite hand is
100.
king nine.
Button moves to 5.
I had 10-3.
10-8 of hearts there. Manny calls.
Cut off.
10-3 is your favorite hand?
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
Thank
I'll go to war with you any day. with king
Interesting
nine.
table talk there. We just found out just James' favorite hand is 10-3. That's a very unusual.
That is. I haven't heard that one before. It's like a bastardized version of the Texas Dolly.
Maybe he's just likes it because he gets to test the skill level. If he can figure out a way to win with 10-3.
Yeah, it's not easy.
I mean, him playing tourneys, it's like me playing home games. You know, it's basically the same thing.
Do you win at home games? Because you don't win on straight.
10-5, I
You just
get
win
it.
by?
Good.
I play. Yeah, he wins at home. What are you talking about?
Well, Melanzo decides whether he wants to play a suited Dolly.
No, I do. The 6 times I played, I'm up.
Raises to 35. 5
19,000.
folds.
I don't want to hear that.
Thank you.
I don't want to hear that.
Real hand here for Manny, ace queen.
Wow.
Wait a minute.
No, I'm up 19,000 in home games in six
Seven calls.
sessions.
More nickel.
In one session was
Caleb will come along with a suited king.
so much action.
Why do they keep inviting you if you just win every time?
Melon Zone can't resist with the suited Doyle.
Really?
Rooting for Melon Zone. He's been dead. And trip kings for Caleb.
Dante's got the jack. Gut shot for Manny. Squad douchey.
Jacks are out though.
Checks are out.
Wow. Our trips have gone this way.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's being trappy.
And here comes the raise.
How much is that?
100%.
You got a king?
Always kind of alarm bells when somebody checks flop on a paired board and then raises on the turn on basically a blank card.
Listen, this is what you have to do, all right? This is part of the job.
He gets some action from Manny.
And then, unfortunately, Manny hits.
And then Manny, makes top pair on the river. It's probably going to cost him a couple hundred more dollars. Caleb checks.
He has 100%.
And Manny checks back.
I had to
Interesting.
check.
Front door flush did get there. There's some straight queen 10, straight, but
$10 jack.
Yeah, there's a tendency when you make a hand like that, especially flop it. You're just so deadgum glad you hit, and somebody else didn't. That when the board gets a little,
You think I'm gonna bet that, Barbara?
you kind of back off of it. You're
You're
like, it's like Christmas.
He could have shared a king and his kicker was crap.
You get the Christmas
Bluff, maybe.
puppy,
Bluff, I hit the eight.
and then you find out he bites. You know, you kind of you're happy at first, and you don't want to be sad later. You know.
Ace queen.
You said ace king.
I said ace queen.
It's a little bit like, well, my hand is, and that's why I often say when I flop two pair, I bet heavy because this hand is very rarely ever getting better.
Wait. I'm in the
It
hand.
can only go
Dominic is in the
downhill.
hand.
It's kind of the same way with trips. If you, especially if your kicker's not prime.
I was so excited. I was like,
Calls, 5
oh shit, what's happening?
6 calls, 7 folds, 8 folds.
Yeah, no, he has this.
There you go. That's what I was.
suited ace 10 for James.
I literally forgot what I.
Best hand thus far.
James does.
Top pair immediately. middle pair for Manny.
Check. Super tight.
And 2 pair for Dante. Everybody with a piece.
No way.
First hand is a hit.
You're not,
Wait a minute,
you're
you
not,
just
you're
got
not
to change
40.
the card. So what
I
confirmed
think the under.
Queen
I think
was
that's around
showing an
40.
8,
I think it's
but I
between
think it was an 8 of
35
clubs, so I'm sure that's wrong.
It's good that other people have
I
this.
do see a face card out on the board now that we're running behind, lagging a little bit. The fourth card is out there as a 4, a black 4 clubs. But yeah, it was not 2 pair for Dante.
Yeah, just Shane's going to win a small one here.
I'm over 50.
Thought we were going to have some fireworks there.
I did too.
50%er.
How many felons do you think are?
Not always giving us the boards that we've got, but it is giving us the boards that we've won.
Here's V-Pips.
There's the V-Pip.
Manny unsurprisingly leading the way along with Dante. Cam up there.
I am bugging Kevin at the bottom. 2 of the 3 of those are not surprising at all.
37 is
Yeah.
a little bit high.
28.
Manny, what are you?
Can I get a seat, Jen?
I'm coming for your crown, man.
And having played with Melon Zone, he's down there, but he's
I'm the highest V.
really been card dead. I know he would love to be playing
What is
more.
it?
I'm 58.
So you don't know.
I tried to play a few speculative hands just to kind of get in the action, but he hasn't had much to work with.
You know, honestly, he's been pretty card dead, Hunter. He is not like he, and when he does have a good hand, he's dismissed. So, you know, I'm not going to comment that his beard,
What's your VP?
went white on me.
Mine's 71.
But it's been kind of a combination of,
Not after this hand.
you know, I didn't get cards, but at least I didn't hit. You know,
71.
we all had
You're
them.
11 ahead of
Kevin,
him. 58-47.
Oh, Doug's like at 12?
I'm tied
Jack
for
10 for man. It has been the most aggressive tonight. Optimized. Small pair.
Kevin and I are tied for 7.
47.
No, we're not tied anymore. We're not tied anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Wow, Kevin raising up the King Queen suited. 275 to go.
You should know what's up too, man.
I know what's up.
Okay.
I'll go heads
Yeah, a
up.
little bit
when
unusual
we're on the beach together.
in that position against so many players.
I mean,
All
Manny, I thought
30
we were all on the beach.
I'm on the
baby.
beach.
and
He's
raising
not
just
on the beach, obviously.
I'm on the beach.
over pot
Not happening.
significantly.
All right. We're on the
Let's
beach.
go.
Yeah. That's like half a step.
Let's go.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know yet.
No, he can't. He doesn't see.
Anna's got her hands full.
Yeah, 2-part. Yeah, the 2-part stack.
It goes till 10.
Optimize makes the call. He's going to try to hit a set here.
The hand
That's
right
the
when it
move.
was plugging you?
And Doug just mentioned it.
You have to roll it.
We got a check from seat
Oh, right.
one.
No set, unfortunately. Also, no pair. Duck still in the lead.
Seat one.
Yeah.
9 checks.
All right, let's get it in.
Oh, yeah.
Kevin just rips it.
I have a little
And a little bit of barbs back and forth between these two. I liked it.
That's not.
Yeah, they played a lot of poker together.
I could have.
It's pretty funny. And I think Optimize is going to call.
So let's
You know,
get
he's
it
only
in.
got 880 behind.
I don't know.
500, and that's just 500.
That's let's get
Kevin
500.
knows
Okay.
he can't
You
just
have
call.
to say
Up
all.
and down, and he
He knew how good he was.
Strict rules at the beach.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, that's 500.
I don't know. I still think
The great thing about Kevin is you know he doesn't have a 5 or 6 unless it's a pair. So
I didn't see your blast.
Yeah,
over
the
there.
gross thing there, I think if you're, if I'm optimized, obviously the jack's the most obvious, but
Yeah, he
you're
was
also
hiding.
worried that you make
Actually.
a somewhat good call and Kevin flips over
We'll never know.
6s or 7s and you're still beat.
I had a real hand.
Ace.
All right.
Nice hand.
Coming to the home stretch now. It's
Okay.
almost
Jack five,
quarter
Shows
to
your
9.
cards because Dante was able to see your cards during
Yeah, it is.
So I
Yeah.
almost had to show him, but I didn't have to because I
like to think I'd be.
I'm
In
sorry.
68 here, we typically get to between 90 and 100 hands or so.
Yep.
Be finishing up at 10 Central, a little over an hour from now. Thanks everybody who's joined so far. Hop in the chat, give us a like, subscribe to the channel. Much appreciated.
I got a yellow
I
card.
know you would think.
We'll be back next Wednesday with a big game.
You got a yellow card?
We have a straddle.
next Wednesday, no.
to-
Next I'm sorry.
You said next Wednesday?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's
It's
in
the second Wednesday.
Yeah,
of
second
February.
Wednesday. Yeah, that's right.
Next week it'll be you and Samantha. Did you
Looking
know
forward to
that?
that. I did know that.
Yeah, you know, I love Sam. If y'all know Samantha, great poker player. She's going to be in the booth with a whammo next week.
Next hand, you'll
She
be
made
in
a
the teams.
deep run in our
Yeah.
100K that ended up being almost 180K. $200 buy-in tournament. Great event. I believe she made at least top 20 or so, if I remember right.
Really, really good player.
About 1,100 players.
I'm working right now.
Yeah, looking forward to being in the
at
booth
work
with her.
right
It'll be the first time.
Constantly working.
I'm just like demanding.
And then later in February, we're going to have a mixed game, private game that we'll be streaming.
That'll be fun. I'm sure Lottie is all over that.
Actually, I'm doing
It
it.
doesn't get any more intense than this for me.
Oh, he won't be playing?
He may be. I don't know. It's a private game, so I don't know
Okay.
who the players are yet. Our friend Rick is putting it together. I'm looking forward to it because there's nothing more entertaining than
Well, I was right
not
in the
just
pre-flop.
I love
Oh,
holding.
sure.
I knew you didn't have much
Love
pre-flop.
yellow.
It's the first
But when
step
you can
towards
mix
a
it up
full old man coffee
and
A lot of fun.
it just makes the time fly.
Wow,
for
you
us.
say that
like it's a
Everybody
bad
else.
thing, like it's
we
an
do
insult.
encourage you,
I'm
especially if
already
you
at
want to
old man
learn
coffee.
from
You're
other
not.
games.
This
I
is just
am.
the first symptom. Let me see here. What happened?
Yeah,
You got
I
10
mentioned
years.
our
10
friend
years,
here in the
full-
booth, Lottie, the New York Net. If you say mixed game around
I
him,
just brought it down.
the man gets excited.
Phil's just here.
Yeah.
Like now I gotta be
The already curly hair, the curls
But
get
I'm
a
not
little
gonna
here.
live.
Yeah, they get a little tighter.
I don't know, Jack 10 is, I mean, Jack's been hot.
I think you're underestimating.
I mean, I hope
Jack
so.
10's been hot.
Like Manny's going to raise to 35 with King
Did the
Queen.
flop come out or not? You just
Yeah,
took it down.
Jack high
Oh,
flop,
man.
Jack high flop.
Out of position under the gun.
Hey, good enough. I raised actually.
Yeah,
I did a nice.
I personally, I
standard
really
out of
hate
position.
having King Queen off in early position like
Oh, it
that.
looks like it was a straddle. He's under the gun +1.
Stating facts.
I mean, if he didn't
Nobody
get in
else
there, I
with
would
much
just-
either. King
Dante's
Queen
in the middle
actually
of his range, so he
pretty good
calls.
hand.
Us three again. Yay, me.
And that is a
10, 7, 3, 2
Now
diamonds.
it's two.
Nobody connected.
He had 10-3 last time, too.
Another 10 on the turn. King high with the queen kicker, still good for Manny.
I only played with him like once, but it was out there.
Both of you got aces, huh?
Nice guy.
Both of you got aces?
Did he have his kit?
Oh man.
Kit.
in with the whimper, out with the whimper.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Looks
yeah.
like it's going to be chopped.
That's why he's been MIA.
Yeah, 2 pair with the king kickers.
Unless somebody takes a stab at it. I think James is going to do it. He has been in an early position doing
Yes.
this.
Yes.
He's saying I have an ace,
Yes,
most
he
likely.
is. He is. That's going to make the kings fold, which is a little clairvoyant on his part.
I think it's ace, right?
Ace?
I was just guessing, but I feel like that's a
Wouldn't
common
be
call.
terribly surprised if somehow Manny or Dante found a call here, but they're probably the 2 players on the table that I would
Well, now
think
Dante's
most
not
likely.
call.
Yep, here's Manny.
Yeah.
Now Dante can't call because
Yeah.
Wow. Had the same hand.
nice call by Manny.
Jack's no
King
longer
high, you
high.
don't see that one. Hero called
Well, we
all
both
that
had
off.
Jack. Wow.
Nice hand.
Call
It's just James
Hell
goes,
yeah,
wow.
Manny.
Disgusting.
Button's right.
Disgusting.
Well, if you guys would have checked to me, I was gonna bet. So.
Okay, I'm gonna rack.
I would have made it more than that baby bet.
That's why no one can bluff you, Manny. You're unbluffable.
I'm
We
calling
did talk
with
about that
king.
earlier.
Kevin now almost up 4K,
I like the
just
60
James
on
right behind him. About 3.5. Ryan up just under 1K, and everyone else losing at the moment. Manny basically even.
Dante, I was gonna bet that 75.
I don't know, Daddy.
Start.
Are we playing post?
Unfortunately for Melon Zone, he got stuck early and really has been card dead. He's
Yeah, you know, that's like the worst possible combination. You take
Yeah.
a hit early, and then, you know, you lay there like
7 calls, 8, 9.
like a shark attack victim waiting to bleed out, and you can't get cards.
I will say this for Melon Zone, having played with him a decent amount in the last week or 2. He'll lose a big pot, keeps a smile on his face, keeps
Yeah.
joking around.
Yeah.
He doesn't do that all that often. Most of the time that I've played with him, he's winning.
He's been playing, team pips.
He has a very enjoyable, even keel. at the
Well, it's
table.
always easy to have a bad night. Easier to have a bad night when you've got a good win rate. So
Right, yeah. Yeah, that's. I think I've done this before, but I encourage everybody listening, if you play regularly, to track your results so you know where you're at.
Unless you're bad.
If you're bad, at least you'll know you're bad. And if you're good, those random bad nights, you can just rely on the fact that you win X% of the time on average. So.
Yeah, and you know, I always say that poker is the most delusional game there is, because the people that should be telling you that you're bad don't.
No, that's 3 hands in a row.
You know, if you're playing baseball, somebody's going to come up on your team and go, you know, you suck.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know, maybe you ought to take up something else. Or if you're playing just about any other sport,
Yeah.
you can have that short memory and focus on really one positive thing that happened all night. But poker is a game that is stripped of all its pretentiousness.
You know,
Everybody will keep quiet about how bad you are, but you've got a monetary obviousness about how bad you're at all
there's a
times.
score and it's right in front of you.
Yeah.
You know, you brought up a point. I've never thought about this, but I would compare possibly, and stick with me here, chat. But I might compare poker a little bit to golf, because a lot of people, you know, chop up the whole course, balls all in the woods. That one shot that they hit is perfect. Keeps them coming back. And I think that happens a lot with
it is
some
a short
players.
memory sport.
Yeah, if you
and you tell yourself all the time, I'm getting better. And I had a friend that said, if you go home every night and your wife says, "How'd you play?" and you say terrible, Dante, if you say terrible, what you should say is, I played average.
Yeah.
If you say it all the time.
Got an interesting hand here. No melon zone and Doug were not going to hit sets, both with crabs. But top two on the flop here for Dante. Way in the lead.
Unfortunately, nobody's calling anything.
Yeah, he's not going to get a check. Oh, Manny does have flush draws. Just a little action from Manny.
Oh yeah, that I didn't even see the diamonds. Yeah. Ace Queen hated that flop.
500 to the river. Manny needing a diamond and gets it.
But the boat.
Oh, but the boat.
What?
Disaster card for Manny.
And he bets the
Gets
600
I got a boat.
and 700.
All with a boat.
Dante just
I know.
flat.
Well, I didn't want to ruin it.
No, he did just flat.
Wow. That's my hand, too.
Just flats. I mean,
Afraid of those kings.
I don't really know what Dante was afraid of, or if he just thought, well, I'm not going to kick a dead horse. I'm not going to ever make any money.
He got you with your own hand.
He only loses pocket kings.
You don't need to say that I was there.
And that shoves Dante very quickly into the green zone and takes Manny.
I get
King 9.
Worst diamond to go.
King 9 10 flop.
Yeah, I'm honestly, I'm very confused with that. Dante, you may need lessons.
He had pocket 10. Yeah. Just call. It must have been a king.
If I'm calling.
Sorry, that's
Well,
a jab at my buddy.
All the time.
I know somebody that'll give you
I
lessons.
work remote. I'm an attorney.
I got 200.
Well, nonetheless, Dante up
Oh, I see.
735.
Oh,
He's
shit,
in
I
green
got
now.
200.
We do like a half hour before.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I think honestly, I think Dante was just really quick to call there and had the 700 and it wasn't being greedy. And also,
I betrayed you.
I don't know. I got a big bag of nothing on that one.
For the VPIP.
You know, you drove down to the 2-yard Dante and punted. Except punted in the football sense, not the poker sense. Pair of eights for Kevin. We've seen a lot of snowmen tonight.
Kevin can pop quads twice.
Yeah. Obviously, that mask was.
Yeah, my head immediately went to, what are the chances of
I
flopping
think the
quads
biggest problem
twice
is
in 4 hours?
Very, very, very low.
Turn the,
Anybody can do it at Ask Kevin.
Worst diamond to go.
But Doug comes over the top, so he's not going to probably call. Is that 105? Can't tell exactly. Doug's bets are always so hard to read because they make no sense. 210 into a $150 pot.
Oh, optimized folds. The ace-5 suited
$120.
was dominated. What's Kevin going to do with his eights now? They're both very deep.
Yeah, and these two players know each other really well.
Strong
I was going to say those eights are just good enough.
Ace 8 9.
right now.
That would be very mean to Doug.
After taking
No
a hit,
offense, Doug.
Manny, let's see if he's disciplined here.
Can you imagine being into
Here's
this game
10.
for 20 grand? If you
No,
were
I
into
don't
this
have 20
game,
He is
The water's
not.
a little warm right now.
He is.
you were all
Yeah,
kinds
Manny
of
hates
prepared.
folding.
He is not.
He has the ammunition.
He is.
Do you need money?
You want to take them?
Two sides of his brain are
I'll buy
I
some.
don't have it. My wife would
a
take
game
it,
at the
but I don't
net.
have- I
right over the corpus callosum.
You need money, Blake? Actually, I don't have cash. What am I saying?
Don't give him shit.
I wonder if he's considering squeezing.
Don't give him shit.
Nope,
So-
let's go.
His smart left brain said no.
Let me know.
The analytical side said no.
Yeah, I mean, can I Venmo you,
Michael
or-
Harless giving Dante a shout out. Loves watching
Yeah,
him
go
play.
ahead and go- all that- I don't have that stuff set up like that.
Is a fun player to watch. Also,
Actually, a great board for Kevin. He doesn't know it, but
Yeah,
pairs
how
love
much do you-
pairs
Yes.
as
How
the
much do
word
you
as
want?
the word goes out.
Like 2.
This is a putt zone.
Jesus, that's about 100, 200.
oh, the 3 cold call.
Yeah.
That's a fair point.
We're in adult swim. This is gonna be pretty cool.
No floaties over here?
What are you talking about 200?
Count that.
All right.
That was a very
Doug's
rough-
going
I'm
to take a
watch-
stab with just one over to his pair. I don't think Kevin's going to go anywhere, and he's not.
This is what they do in the sewer with the ones.
He gave me 9,
You know what I mean?
100.
Well, a lot of that money is his anyway because I play his game.
Oh, burn.
Still good.
Scary card on the
Ouch.
turn.
I wasn't talking to you.
Yeah, it's another over.
Is it two?
A-B conversation, man.
Is it 2? Then do it right.
You did it
You're
correct.
like, no, it's
You know,
20.
Doug's painted himself in a little bit of a corner here.
really is
He's
some
repping the
good-
queen.
Yeah.
That
four
second
deuce
over,
suited
Kevin's
that
like,
I
if
got-
I, you know, if
We
I've
never
got a
played
queen already to worry
Well, you don't
about.
play hands.
It's
It's hard to play.
Yeah, I think that so Doug's range was uncapped. He could have had aces or queens there too.
Exactly.
But
Now
now that he
not.
checked, I think that kind of says I don't have one of those.
And again,
pairs.
Kevin's aware enough to know that now he's kind of being repped as the queen in this hand to some degree, not knowing what
Well, you're like not allowed to
opponent
get
has.
25,
So.
26?
Last week?
I was
Tonight.
Yeah, Kevin easily could have played ace queen suited or
She did like
hand
half
like
an hour
that.
ago.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Oh.
I saw the king.
Goes
Ooh.
check on the ace.
Ace gets there.
Unfortunately.
You're in the same hand.
Oh, but Kevin makes his flush.
Yeah. Oh, he does make it the 4
Yeah.
card flush. Wow, I was
What do you want?
so wrapped up in the other parts of the hand. I missed that.
Doug,
part.
yeah, I was going to say Doug is definitely going to bluff at this, represent a bigger heart, and this is going to be very interesting. because I have
Can't
no
tell what the
idea
bet
Don't
is
care about your needs.
exactly.
if Kevin will call or not. He goes small.
Yeah, 250. You know, that's kind of makes it worth his while. Getting good, you know, good value or good pot odds to call this off. You
What
know,
happened? I missed
People
something.
is embarrassing Anna
She tried to
He only
and
has
their mothers. All their mothers are embarrassed.
About
Kevin only has to be right 1 out of 4 times to be profitable here.
We all have needs. I mean, he's just
Actually,
very-
1 out of 5.
That's so progressive.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, you know. I mean, over the last.
Yep,
Makes
good
the call.
call, Kevin.
It's really good the last 4
I thought
years.
you were gonna go bigger.
Nice.
Small bet threw me off.
Betting my
Kevin
range.
playing
small bet threw me
just
off.
about flawlessly so far.
What if you had a
And he's on
Prepare
his
for a big
game.
bet.
like, what if you had a kid and like around
I
12,
hated
they're
that I
like,
said that out loud.
well, I want to transition.
Blake,
That
did
is
you
the
want all
fucking
black
good
or did you
Well,
want
they're going to
gold?
have a great life because it's all going to be over for me.
He does.
Just playing. That's a total joke.
So if you have not been to the new TCH Social here in Austin, we have an awesome new restaurant, and the menu is evolving over time. Already a great menu has added French toast. Have yet to try that. Looking forward to it.
No.
Ready to call.
Also, dirty fries.
Yes. Without the
Also,
Deliver black
snack
bread.
fish sandwich.
Deliver
I've not
that
tried
black.
that.
Beer battered fish. And the BLT looks delicious with our bad beet bacon.
No, it's not bad. It's
Oh, it's different
Applewood
bacon.
smoked bacon.
Applewood smoked. And the pork sliders, I can personally attest. Somebody next to me had this the other day. Looked delicious, and they said it was delicious.
It is
so-
delicious. I've had that. I thought you were referring to me when you said next to me. I thought you were talking.
Oh,
It's like, yeah, aces for Kevin right after winning a good pot.
yeah, Kevin on a bit of a sun run here. Quads wins that last spot with Runner Hearts.
You said good fold, ace queen suited.
As we reach
I would
our
never fold.
last hour, thank you for joining us
What
tonight.
are you talking about?
You have a lot of chips in front of you. Aren't you uncomfortable?
Just James folds the fours.
No.
I know
Six,
some
married man, he's got
theories
fucking
would say to
queen.
do that, but
There's some
I'm
good calling
If I was
hands.
uncomfortable, I'd leave.
The 3-bet from Ryan is
I'm
going to
getting up
get
there, though.
raised again by Kevin. He does
know,
not want to play
To where like I'm gonna
more-handed with
I'm not
aces.
putting it as a
That is
bluff
the kiss of
somewhere.
death, in my opinion.
Yeah, just being honest.
I'm betting he's going to make a
Yeah,
2/3 to pot size bet here.
I bet he goes 350, 400.
Yeah, I'll take a big dose of beach.
Head into
Maybe
retirement.
lighter
Make it
than
bigger.
I am. Yeah, 375.
375.
No,
And
I'm good.
basically nailed it.
Yeah, you did. Okay, you stuck the
But,
landing. I get
yeah.
it.
Where you go?
Home?
Gonna break my arm,
And
patting
he's
my
gonna
own back.
get-
Wow, and gets the flat.
No, I've been out all day.
Ryan is tired of sitting on his haunches.
Big pot
Yeah.
building, and yeah,
Dante.
Dante has to get out of there, but
Gotcha.
Caleb still has to be
We got
tempting
new
to
Ryan
set mine here.
Got Kevin here.
Or make a move, which would be a bad idea.
Oh, looks like
a rerun. We had the whole
Dante.
setup.
No, he folded.
He did,
He's just
right?
making change.
Oh, now I see. Okay, making change.
It is a rerun.
So you're not Bertram.
Hey, it was ill-advised to call.
Yeah, Austin's good.
We
Austin's good, Bertram.
decided to fold.
You know when you got like a
Yeah,
body double or
Caleb-
a sub?
Yeah.
He's got to feel like if he hits a 6 here, it's a full double up, so he's going to make a call.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's no way. Did you see
Yeah,
that?
like who's the producer?
Gassing gets fired for this one.
Even if I,
Not even wider and standing.
Ryan and Caleb looking for a 9 or a 6. King, King, 8.
That may put the kibosh on the action a little bit.
Yeah,
So
not-
many times one of these two opponents Kevin's facing has it as a king. He hates that flop. They say pairs love pairs. None of these pairs like that.
Yeah, not the best flop for anyone.
He's dipping his toes?
Kevin,
no,
probably
he's
the
just
most
waiting until the
interested.
ice
As
melts, so it, you know,
I
water.
think he's just going to take down a very nice.
Yeah,
call.
this
No
is a
sweat.
feeler bet. This is to check to see where I'm at. Bet. Spot's big enough that making a $275 bet is not changing things that much.
Wow, Ryan's not believing him yet.
We need to get like a whole.
You know, it's so tempting to believe he has ace king here, and that's why he was so strong pre-flop.
Whoa, not good. Chill out.
Yeah, that has to be alarm bells for Kevin for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, this is still TG show.
I'm going to guess he's going to check and try to get to a showdown.
I'm not ragging up. I'm coloring
And Ryan's already set in his mind that he thinks he has aces or queens, rather than ace king. And that pre-flop bet was a queens to jacks, could be kings, you know, but it's not obviously. But that was a pretty strong bet for aces. And again, we understood why he did it because he doesn't want to play this multiplayer pot. But it may smell like queens or jacks to Ryan, in which case he's in the catbird seat having position.
Yeah, and Ryan's going to tell the story that he has a king, and this is a rough spot for Kevin.
And this bet is so good. This 350 is just saying, please stay in this hand with me.
Take this. I'll take a purple. Why? Yeah, just take that. I'll take a purple. I don't have to go to the cage, you know.
Are you leaving now?
No. Just, you know, color me out.
Here, dude.
Take it. No, are you serious?
Really like this bet by Ryan.
No.
I think a 700 to this size in that range bet just seems like you're trying to extract value.
Yeah, I could almost feel myself,
I don't know what he's got going on.
Kevin choose there
Go
when
for a walk. Go for a walk.
he gets called, turns at 10, and now you're thinking, am I just going to blast off my whole stack because he flopped a king? That's, you know, that's simply.
And he's got so much more in his stack. Than,
I thought you knew me, man. That's very disappointing.
oh, it's sixes
Very
out there.
disappointing.
So sixes would have made a vote here.
You know each other, right? Yeah.
Wow, check, and Ryan is going to keep the pressure on.
Not too big, 575, 475. This is
I mean,
really,
Kevin
is
has
really-
to flick it in now. I think that Ryan, if he was going to win, he had to jam.
Yeah, I don't know. Kevin is such a good player. He might see through that, but that turn bet was so good. He might not. He might
He's just
have
getting
to.
such huge odds on 475. I mean,
I know
you
that's
got
true.
3K out there.
475, but it looks like such a value bet. 2 value bets in a row. Ryan just really
So, yeah, clearly
extreme
it's
strength here.
Clearly.
Now, regardless how this comes out, I really like the way Ryan played this hand. Y'all can disagree with me, but I really like the way he played it. I think he knew that Kevin's got a big pair and probably puts him on queen and is betting accordingly to look like he's value betting a king.
So what do you normally eat in a day?
One thing Ryan knows for sure is Kevin does not have the king.
No, he knows.
Oh, and it makes
great
it
call.
Yeah.
Great
Let's wait 2
call.
weeks. So 2 weeks you're gonna have turn.
Great call. And you can see Ryan knew it, but he's going to second guess his betting. Don't be too hard on yourself, Ryan. I like that betting.
I would love in a simulation to play that back, and if Ryan jams the river, to see what would happen. But
or jams the turn.
Yeah, but
because of the pot size. Which
I
is
do
a
agree with you
pot-size
though.
bet.
That's frustrating if you're Ryan, because you think about it. If I had flopped the king, I would have played it exactly the same way. You know,
Yep, he played it
just would have paid
exactly
me off.
like he had
Yeah.
a king with no friend. That's exactly what it seemed
Yeah.
like. That's why I think it was a really, really. I mean, it was just played well by both players. Sometimes you can have a hand where somebody loses and they both played it great.
Yeah.
I don't think it's obviously at all.
Welcome to the
Fireman
chat,
Scott.
Fireman Scott.
I like the I would like to have seen the larger end of that range that I was talking about on the turn.
You just add on.
So you can set up. That's the one thing you did
Set up
do.
the
You
river
didn't
jam.
set up the river jam. River jam where it did.
Okay. Let's see.
He's been calling him New Ryan this whole
Robin.
stream.
Yeah.
He's been calling New Ryan.
Yeah. Again, you can have hands and hold them where
You be your own
both
state.
players played it right.
Ryan now with another premium hand, Ace King.
The state of New Ryan.
Why'd you call?
I don't like getting
The capital of New Ryan is Stevensville.
And there the ace king does show up.
He
Right.
lives in
He took over.
I feel like I'm never good.
His looked good.
Betting me?
I thought he had a king 100%.
Yeah, my pet peeve is.
I still would have called him.
Austin misses you too,
Yeah.
Scott. Come back and see us.
Yeah.
We enjoyed when you were here.
I blocked ace king, so he doesn't have ace king. Right? Yeah.
Ping me. We'll set up another one.
I hate mid
I like king jack suited.
I always like the ELO of this tournament.
Very interesting bet here.
I'm top. Yeah, I'm top of the range.
Can't fold. Especially for that price. You fold jams.
Yeah, Kevin's has had a great night. I mean,
Yeah.
for having the
incredible.
VPIP that he has. I've always wanted to know what the statistic for lowest VPIP with highest win ratio is.
Yeah.
If there was a statistic to say who had the, it's like won the most games with the lowest number of completions, or
I don't want to discourage action, but I have a suspicion on how that graph would look.
yeah, I do too.
Gutter here for Manny, but Ryan's still ahead with ace high.
It's all good, bro. That's
10 high flop, 800 in the middle.
Yeah.
Didn't I call you Dominic last week?
Yeah,
I keep referring back.
I kind of let
The
you
only
like
song my
king
kids
or
want to listen to over Christmas is Dominic the Donkey. It's their favorite song.
I don't know that one, but that sounds right. That's my ex-husband's my ex-husband's name. That sounds perfect.
It's Dominic the Donkey.
It's like about 125, 150.
Was it Donkey?
150.
And Manny
Yeah.
makes a call. He's
It was a
got 2 overs and a gut shot. King no good.
Another blank.
Yeah, big blank on the turn. And Ryan, 2 hands in a row, is just blasting off. This time, I think it's probably going to work.
Yeah, this is.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Of course, doesn't know what Manny has, but
Yeah,
That's it. When the stream's over, I'm
unless Manny's just being splashy, I don't know how he could call
Should
this.
put it on the screen.
It's
Do they have a music video?
I mean, how do you guys play poker and y'all don't know the song?
A suit made that matches the room. I
wow,
can't wait
that's
to
a
see
pretty
that is
complex suit, guy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the tile and the chairs and the carpet, and just as long as you don't have a suit
Is that your chop phone?
patterned after a couple of the paintings that we have in this place. I've always looked at those paintings and thought I could have actually painted that and made the money. But some people like that for setting the tone of the room.
I was looking at how expensive Picassos are on eBay.
Oh, God.
And
On eBay?
yeah, there's a few on there.
Picasso's on eBay. Not real paintings.
No, real
That's
original.
weird. I mean, I've looked at his LinkedIn too, but
And yeah, some of them I looked at.
I keep it in.
Bro, weird.
You think you what?
Do that.
Look at my LinkedIn.
Oh, draw that?
Yeah, the very
It says
abstract
professional
stuff.
hoop player now.
Oh,
I do like his work.
I don't. I've never got it.
What does that say?
Yours?
All right, guys.
That's what yours says?
No, I've always been a French impressionist. My mother is a
I needed
painter.
that 9 on
Very
the
good watercolor painter. Very good.
I was going to put the
It'd
truth.
definitely be artsy on her and my sister. My dad and I got 0 art.
Is your work location his house?
Yeah.
But
Your location
French
is work.
impressionists, I like it. Monet, Manet, Sorrow.
Played 3 times, and he
Yeah.
changed his link.
But I look at those modern art, although I do
I think I was
abstract
so
tilted
much
enough
money
in college.
for
Yeah.
fucking career. I made a career
in a
change.
while. Got me started.
back to
But yeah,
work.
I don't really get Picasso
I stopped
or,
all other home
Holland
games. I was
or-
like, screw that.
you know. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't.
Who says that poker is not a learning experience?
Right. Little art.
Like I'm not going.
Yes.
Lesson.
No, I don't. Not with the
$300 cap.
vest. Scott, I don't. Your history with the
Or you
vest.
steal yourself.
Did you
No.
do you have a
Yeah,
waistcoat?
whoa, bro.
I don't whoa, bro,
Internet
me.
or something?
You're one of the only few. That
As
one
we
and
play
the,
our bomb pot?
The crypto game in downtown, they have the dealers.
Or
But
next to
that's
last
it.
bomb
Everyone
pot?
else
What
is
is a
up to you.
crypto
What's the
game?
crypto game?
Of the
Everyone's
evening?
interested in the crypto game.
I shouldn't have said that. I don't
As I
know.
wait
I don't know
Scott's
about the crypto
best
game.
story.
People are asking me to ask you if you
Nice.
Hope you've enjoyed it tonight. We've had a lot of fun. It's been a very lively table.
on the left side then you see all your
A little hard to make out the conversation sometime because there are multiples going
I
on.
actually couldn't agree more. Okay. Thanks. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
We are in a little bit of a delay. I think they're holding up while we get the graphics to catch up.
How much is the bet?
Guys are coming over here.
Wait, is it on me?
They're testing.
Oh,
Stay
check,
on
check,
the
check.
other side of the room. Keep them
Check.
over there.
I like it over there.
Which one looks more retarded?
The one in the back for sure.
Oh, it's a live stream.
Sorry.
They're always in style for me, Scott. I got a couple of leather vests that I love to wear. I wore one to a funeral last week. Got compliments on it. I have 2 colors, black and brown. They're not original, but I love those things.
Consider putting like a fence around the turning area.
Yeah.
You're claiming a worldwide trend as we run through a very well set of kings for just games. I see that off.
Yeah, nothing ridiculous. Like maybe even a guard.
I do see a queen
See,
for
like right
Manny.
there. I mean, it's got to be armed.
Like
Sometimes, yeah, you know.
the car is
Oh,
Manny's,
yeah,
and he
with
doesn't
the-
have great kickers with 6s and
Where you going?
3s. But he looks like he's good.
Or seal the
Montiel.
room.
Oh, there's the other queen for Doug.
Yeah,
Doug's
just
got
seal it.
king queen, a lot better off.
Do it right.
No queen 10 for the bottom board as it runs out. Kings did get the boat. So Just James is good, and it looks like the king queen is going to be good.
You've heard good things about him?
Let's see if Manny making a shot at this with the naked queen is going to run Doug out without the boat.
It's the best game, home game. It's better than.
You can't see the bet size because I optimized his hat.
I'm gonna take, I'll take a,
Texas wide. Well, that's the world.
I'm take a big bite.
Everybody
Take a
knows
big
it.
bite out of that 19.
Texas is
I'm
the
gonna
world.
lose. Right?
The planet.
Would you not
Yeah.
come to our 1-2 West Campus on you?
Self deal.
That's my world.
Dude,
That's for them.
I've self
We
dealt.
actually
It's
have
like,
a deal.
Yeah, damn it.
But he's a student.
He is a
Looks like
student.
Manny made a
See
bet.
him.
I still can't see because of optimize his hat. Our graphics are a little
You know what?
delayed.
If he said it was a they them,
They
I
them,
might have
yeah.
I'm only smart as my graphics,
It's actually a
folks.
horror movie called They Them.
If you tell me it's a Zimzer,
Not that much smarter than those.
broaden my
You could
horizons.
go to the beach.
Yes. 150.
Doug is thinking about it.
Yeah, I bet there's a
Oh,
lot
Manny
of
bet a
beach going
50.
on.
Okay, Doug has called 150.
Beachy game.
Doesn't everybody drink at your?
In fact, the whole
Just
thing is
James is going to come over the top. He's thinking about how much he can bet. He did
He
raise
has
to
his own
600.
bartender.
Now Manny's thinking about it.
They make like bartender food. He caters it. Not that cheap stuff either. Not like McDonald's in the White
It's
House.
like Cabo Bob. Combo Bobs, you cater? When Kevin comes?
Sushi, Thai.
When Kevin comes, do you cater Combo Bobs?
I don't know if y'all know this. I know Scott knows it. You got to play 2 cards in yellow, and he's going to give it up because of that.
Why not, bro?
Even though he got a little bit of protection,
favorite hand
yellow,
at
you
your
don't
house
really get any protection from another
was
pair on the
when
board.
hit that gutter for a straight.
He loses the quad deuces, and then he Doug gave it up as well. So it's going to be a scooper for James. Nice bet, James. Takes the whole 705. Those queens not having a friend really
You got the
hurt.
other five.
You could see the pain.
Oh, he left.
It's like he knew, right? He knew.
So what was your Texas wide
that was
vest style?
I told him to fold.
I told you to send an edible arrangement.
I told him to fold.
Let me guess, armadillo hide.
Edible arrangement.
What are you laughing about? I had an armadillo pair of
Sorry
shoes.
the last time I was there. He said, "Oh, no big deal." Like, you didn't make it like.
Yeah, I gave my feet nothing.
You got a straddle from seat 9.
I don't know. Yeah, he's.
Dillo boots.
No, there are no Dillo boots.
I was just worried Doug might have
Once as a child shot an armadillo right through his little beady head with my 22, trying to show my dad how good a shot I was.
5 raises to 25.
He put it in the back of the truck and told me on the way home we were going to cook it and eat it because you didn't shoot things unless you ate them. I may have cried that whole trip back.
Did you eat it?
No, of course not. He would.
I've heard of
my
people
mother was a
eating them.
nurse. She would have never let that happen. But you've heard of people eating armadillo?
Yes, and I recently heard about people eating possum as well.
Well, possum, yeah. There's people all through the South that eat possum.
Well, I was not aware of that
Yeah,
until
seriously?
recently. No.
Oh well.
We had possums at our ranch, and we definitely did not eat any of them.
Yep.
If I was gonna collude,
No, I didn't
definitely
either.
be with
I've
Barbara.
never had possum in my face. I have had some overpass squab.
Some what?
Some overpass chicken.
I'd vote Barbara.
Squab. Pigeons.
Oh.
I used to have a buddy.
You know, I've always
would go out
wondered
at night
about
and
that.
catch
Does
them.
it taste much different than Dove?
Yes. I mean, I love Dove,
Yeah, Dove's great.
but I wouldn't put squaw or
Manny's
pigeon in that.
Manny's too reactive.
But they're not. They're good. I mean, they're not bad. I set a record in my family. I ate 25 Dove one night.
Melon's own finally with a hand he gets to raise his trips versus Caleb's 2 pair.
Ace 8. Yeah, this is turned into a hand. Fairly inauspicious hand for Caleb to start with. He did have the 8, so I get the call. Now with this big bet, it's going to be tough. Alonzo might get a little money back here.
Yep.
Yeah,
Never
okay.
smoked marijuana.
Never smoked it.
Yeah, Caleb appeared to know that was probably how that was going to go before he ended.
Yeah, it's really
Sometimes it's
difficult
hard
when
to-
that ace
I
hits.
started at 19.
It's difficult.
Wait a second. After all that you've done, the edibles, you've never smoked it even once?
Yeah.
And there's just a lot of combos that include an ace that is just aces and fours that you're,
Yeah, ace
you're
four.
The
beating.
gummies and the drops
Yeah.
look like
4 5 suited.
My wife's big hothead alcohol.
Even one
I never
dapper.
could really get high. It lasts like an hour, but those drops last.
There we go, Melon's own now under the 3K stuck mark.
And gummies too, but the drops are the best.
That's like being only half buried, you know.
Well,
they only put him 4
you know,
foot down.
It's better to be stuck 2.9 than 3.5.
Well, did you bury him? Yeah, I buried him, but he's only 4 feet.
Like I've never done.
Opossum. What is opossum?
I've never done meth.
I mean, can you imagine?
That's something that they have in Australia.
Fireman Scott, I'm actually in full agreement with you there about possums.
They do not babies. That's true. Raccoons are much more like.
And there's crucial for keeping the ticks down.
They are. They're a great animal to
Yeah.
have around. Give me if we had a lot of acreage down in Hondo, and give me a possum population over a armadillo population.
Oh,
anytime.
right. Yeah.
My son is still killing pigs because those armadillos would start to hold and the pigs would get on the fence with. Kings for optimize. 9s again. We've seen a lot of 9s. The 9s have not been lucky tonight.
Yeah, really big raise there from Optimize.
Before it was aces versus 9s. Now we got kings versus 9s.
So these chips. That's not bad. Only before these chips.
Little pair for Dante. He turns his hat around so I don't have to look at the Eagle logo.
Yeah, Melonzone. I hope he doesn't get caught in this hand. He hasn't had a lot of hands as good as Ace Queen. So sometimes when you're card dead, you'll
That's the only thing you could
start
do.
to overvalue more
The pump fake?
Yeah, the pump fake.
speculative
He has
hands.
a very large pump
You
fake range
raised.
there.
Kadaya,
Very little
I'm
calling
going to
or
put this
raising.
up just because it made me laugh.
Okay, all right.
I didn't laugh at your boy, but that made me laugh.
Ah.
I didn't see that he raised the 40.
Everyone was bullshit except for Blake.
I kept it to myself. I made it quiet. I didn't want to
I
interrupt
didn't have
our
bullshit,
partner, but
Blake.
I
I
tried.
had a pair.
He's taking in with my
Pair of queens.
I had a good hand.
Makes the fold.
Yeah, good,
Small
good
win there
fold.
for
I
Optimize.
had like 20.
You mean I folded queens, man.
I was thinking about it. I would have called you.
I just
Definitely,
called
definitely
40 with queens.
165 or 160 for that.
I'm 9-4.
I always slow play ace.
165, you float bet?
No, I call. You call?
I still want. I need you
That's
to.
what I
Fold
normally
Well,
do.
I
Yeah.
That's what I
see,
normally
man,
do.
about a horse. I need
Not
you to
that-
find out about this
I
dress.
was a little worried about you.
Oh yeah.
I want to
had
be.
2 cards.
I wasn't worried about him. The 165 was fine.
Queens or some shit.
They can't be the same.
F. Fireman Scott, we're gonna have
400 comes in. I gotta get
Go on.
in there.
It was weird.
Wow. Yeah. I, mean,
This-
I normally would call the floor, but I mean,
this
I
vest.
should just raise it. And
that
just
means
take
you can
it.
get 5 of a kind potentially.
I figured if I raise and I take it down, I don't have to show that there's 2 aces face.
That-
Six.
That's actually
That means he had
excellent.
eights is what he had. 8s or 9s.
Who, me?
No,
But
he
if I
doesn't
show,
do
I
that
probably
with
get
ace
my
or
money
nine.
back. So it's kind of
If I had gone all in, would you have
400?
folded?
Yeah,
Some
you-
middling
gotta be
strength
better than
hands
that.
here.
I first I said Jack.
Doug's gonna raise up 9-8.
Would you have folded?
There's Optimized with a suited ace jack.
All in.
Jacks plus.
How much more do you have?
He
I
will
would
3-bet
cover
to
you.
Probably
150
kings or queens or aces.
You cover me?
I did cover you.
from the small
I mean,
blind.
we're pretty close. I think I still cover you. I still cover you.
Do you want
Doug
to
in the
cover
low
me
jack,
now, baby, or-
low jack
I mean,
makes a
I'm
quick
trying
call.
What are you trying to do?
3 players.
I'm gonna raise.
If Dante would just king 10 off, he would definitely be in there if he knew what they had.
That's
And
what
he
he
does
needs
actually
right
make a
now.
call as we
Every
catch up.
daily need?
You want the solid?
Top pair for Dante,
black
middle pair
jack.
for Optimize, and not
Absolutely.
much doing for Doug.
Hey, you made it 160. You came over the top and made it 400. 3
Well, I should have made it 200. I didn't see the green under. I thought he flatted the 10.
2 pair.
No, he raised like 40. Dante came in 40.
Yeah, I
He
know.
made it 160.
7 of clubs on the turn.
I would have made it
Relative blank.
200 or 205 if I saw that. So I guess I saved myself money.
Top pair still good for Dante. Far in the lead. Optimize is going to slow down here.
Jacks are hot.
That's 200 actions on 9. 9 call because
Dante bets 200. Quick call from Optimize.
Dang.
bro.
And trips for Dante on the river.
Bro.
Actually, bad card for Optimize. If he was behind, he's just further behind.
We're hot.
Makes it less likely Dante has a king, and he will make the call. Nice spot for Dante, 2,100.
With King 9 with my hand earlier.
Holy shit, that's a big
I
pot.
did you a favor by not even raising that.
You started counting the.
I agree.
But then you said I fucked you over.
No, I think you fucked me
Oh.
up.
You got
fucked
a
me
$10
up.
straddle.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true.
Dante confirming
Yeah,
that
hit
he
the
was
fucking miracle
cutting Manny a
second
bit of a
flush
break
and
earlier
now
with
it
his
is
nines full.
Would you like any red?
He did not raise
Yeah,
the
when you
I
hit the
believe
flush,
$700
I hit the
river
boat, so
bet.
I was still ahead.
Yeah,
by
yeah,
Manny.
he's the worst fucking card for me.
When Manny made a
Yeah, that was the
flush,
worst.
it filled up
Because
Dante.
if it wasn't a 9, I would have folded.
the king-
Obviously, I would
yeah.
have lost. But
You think he'd fold if there's any other diamond though?
All right, send the call.
yeah.
30 minutes to go.
mean,
This
yeah,
is
I mean,
TCH Live from
$700
TCH
is a lot
Social
for
here in Austin,
POKER.
Texas.
Like a
I'm
flush.
Kyle Frisbee,
I don't know.
joined by Uncle T here in the booth in Austin. Thanks everybody for tuning in tonight, and
Oh, I'm sorry.
those of you who watch later on YouTube and other platforms.
4 calls, 5, 6, 7.
Got a good hand brewing here with Melonzone. He's finally getting some playable hands late in
Do you have a
this
jack?
No, I don't have a jack.
stream. He's got ace king.
Why are you
I'm
calling?
gonna check.
It's a 4.
4 checks, actually.
More than fucking hot.
10 high flop doesn't improve anyone except for a gut shot for Manny.
Let's see what you got.
You're looking for a 6.
By the way, I have eaten Nutria.
Oh, I heard it's good. Is that right?
It's not bad.
Yeah. I don't remember where I heard that, but
I mean, people think of it as a big rat, which it is, but they eat capybara too.
So the turn is not a king, I believe, when we saw the
Yeah,
screenshot.
These guys are killing
yeah,
me.
definitely not a king.
I think ace high is good here.
Yep. Except for me.
Still ahead. Betts takes it
Fold
down.
from Manny,
This game
takes
is
it
so
down.
much fun. You know, you play it.
Thank you.
Only
Yep.
once you were
I
wearing
don't know what
that.
that is, but it ain't a king. Like a 9.
Gotta take a moment to admire Kevin's chip stack there. That's a pretty solid result after starting with 2K. He's up 6.3. He's up more money than the two biggest losers combined.
You do have a vein.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody does. Doug has one.
So it's better to just.
I
So I
know,
do
you're
that
good.
thing.
I was just saying that time
You
is
guys
the
shouldn't
one
have
that
said
worked out
losers.
that
Most
you're
stuck.
keep
Is
going.
that nicer?
Yeah.
A tough way to.
You know, there's.
You have to call it out because it's part of the game.
You
But
want me to quote Ricky Bobby here?
sure.
No.
Oh, if you're not first, you're what? What's that quote?
If you're not first, you're
You're last or
second.
something.
You're last. Yeah, something. Yeah, I don't even remember now.
It's been a very long time since I watched that.
Yeah, once was enough for me.
That was all I
did
watched.
laugh.
Yeah, watched it one time.
Yeah.
It's so weird. I like
Enjoyed it, and then like you said, I was tough.
I like Sacha Baron Cohen's in
I
that
keep
movie.
track of
It's a whole different game.
Yeah,
It's
he's
like, yeah,
he's.
because I don't have
You
a big
know,
enough stack.
I watched the movie, had no idea who he was, and then it's
I didn't
like,
either at
oh,
the time.
that was
Yeah.
Borat. Borat, yeah.
2-5 player, and vice versa. If you
I think that's pretty true.
consistently 2-5.
I used to be a winning 1-2 player, then I moved to 2-5, 1-3, 2-5, 5-10, and I used to lose
But
all those bigger games.
Trips for
How
just
many
James.
times have we had trips on flops?
We've had yeah.
It's like, well,
Oh,
how
and
about quads?
quads.
Anna's just wanted to raise the level bar. She wanted to raise the bar.
Rockets game.
Wow.
Please.
That's true.
I know, but you guys
Doug
never got
doesn't
the
know
right
it,
one.
but he better pray he does not hit a king or a 10 on this river.
No, I
10,
yeah, I
obviously
just
less likely.
Yeah, but I mean, you're a losing player here, so that's why
you actually made our
That's
point.
300.
Oh, good goal by Doug.
I played 1-2 and
Well.
you kicked my ass.
He could have got sticky with king high, but yeah.
Kings, queens, jacks.
Like I said, Doug likes to play big pots, and he doesn't show much interest in pots. He's not going
I
to
mean, Doug never has an ace.
at least have a tough decision over
I'm
it.
up 3.
Wow, really, Kevin and James just crushing this game so far. Combined up over 10K,
Yep.
10.5 combined.
He's up 3, I'm down 3. It's like a
Good chunk of change.
zero sum.
Oh, my bad. You know.
Need a session like that.
You, me both, brother.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Hand 81. Terrell
Should put
Owens
that,
hand.
as a skill on your LinkedIn.
Listening.
I saw that T.O. was trying to get a tryout to come back in the NFL.
How old is he?
And you're
50, I think.
There's a lot
Yeah.
of skill. Right there.
I'm sure he keeps some
Yeah, he
shit.
just won't let it go.
What'd you say?
No.
Listening. It's an important skill.
Just James with my favorite
Listening and poker.
non-premium.
Yep. Manny didn't have either one of our hands.
Oh, he had the
10-8.
9-7 the one time.
Yeah, and
Did
I think
see
he
a
had
flop.
10-8 once.
Got a flush draw here for just James.
Yeah, it was a foul.
On Cleveland?
You want me to tell you what mine is?
Gutter
I'm
for
just trying to
Doug.
help you to understand where I'm going. Money manager.
Better also for Manny.
You can't be a good poker player if you don't have a bankroll.
I just thought they called a timeout.
How GTO you think you? If your bankroll's $1,000, go play tournaments.
What do you think a good roll for this game is?
I mean, I'm just saying. That's how you build a bankroll. If you don't have
Pretty
money,
close,
play
just James.
What do you think a
Another
good
small
roll
one.
for this game is?
Well,
What was that?
50K at least.
Kevin's in competition. Flush draw.
You have to have 50K. I mean, that's what I.
If you raise them barrel, it's
20x the buy-in, so 40K. But
Can you name a cowboy with that number?
So you gotta think 5K. So I think
Oh, Whitney.
Thank you.
50K. If you don't have 50K.
You were
gonna
going
win that
to
game.
crush me.
More think about.
Well, I'm old.
But I
You
think
know,
the Cavaliers are rock.
I know every. I mean, but
I feel good about
it's
the
some
Kings,
people.
but
That's how I
Cavaliers
remember
I
numbers.
mean, I don't have 50K.
Somebody give me a 4-digit number, I just throw a couple of cowboys into it.
my-
And
this
I
my whole
remember it
bankroll right
forever.
here.
My whole bankroll.
For the listeners, we're referring to the hand number.
So I'm
In case you were lost on why we're talking about Jason Witt.
Enough for a combo.
Since when
Are you
do we
gonna pay
pay
me the
attention
2K
to
if you win? Or
Oh,
are you
yeah.
just gonna wait?
I got a mean Dolphin fountain. You can
Why are we here?
I mean, I hit it once in my car.
You know, I've been sweating in
think you
empathy
owe me
with
the
Melon
damage
on this
that
whole time. That jacket looks really warm.
Well, I can't find it.
There's fish in there.
I can't find it.
Well, you had kind of a sweaty
Is it
night.
like right in front? Am I missing it? I'm legitimately telling you.
You're gonna feel like.
I'm legitimately telling you I don't know
unfortunately.
what the fuck that dolphin is.
You're gonna feel like a clown, bro.
Seen him with some pretty big chip stacks recently. I think he'll be just fine.
He'll be fine, folks. Do not worry.
You know where I got the idea? It's the old TCH chips with the old.
Two pair for optimize.
Of course.
Middle pair for Manny.
Yeah, the old ones are
Yeah.
nuts.
Excuse me, bottom
I got
pair.
some at the. I still have some.
I have
about
one.
$100
I kept the $1 chip.
I got a bunch of one. Yeah.
Well, listen, don't order any stickers on Amazon or anything, okay?
Remember when you reported? Is that how he's the winner?
Whoop. That's going to get ugly.
Yeah, that's
This
how
is
like
an
one
ad
sticker, one
opportunity.
Case 3.
Remember when
Okay.
you reported me to Spiros, Kevin? Because
I
had an
didn't
old
expect much out of
$25
this
chip
hand.
in my stack.
Has the best trips.
Kind of.
Some
vaguely,
straight
yeah.
possibilities.
Optimize is like,
Did you have to trade it in or what?
Yeah, I think he came
let's
over in
bump
exchange.
his pot up a little
old
bit.
Yeah.
Manny's
'cause
not
there's like a
run well in
date
these
with that.
situations. He's
I
got to
think I
be
just had one in
thinking.
my locker.
I think
Yeah. And they honored it.
got a prediction
Yeah.
here. Unfortunately for Manny, I think optimize is going to get it all.
Yeah, I
And
think
the
so.
deuce brings in more straight possibilities. Not really.
That might help Manny a little
Yeah.
bit. I mean, with a -3.
Yeah, he rips it. This is going to be a tough fold.
Oh,
Oh, and he calls
tapped it.
immediately. Big pot for optimize.
Well,
Been
Manny
waiting for a
looks like
spot like that all night.
Yeah, all the air just went out of his boat.
Wow.
I had the last three.
3-4. Jeez.
What the fuck?
Dude, I played 3-4 suited like
You're gonna come,
aces.
right?
Not even close. I'd rather have 3-4 than aces. No one folds when I bet with aces.
Well, that kind of optimize has been surfing mediocrity
Unless you're
right up
Kevin.
till that hand.
Only gets one caller and gets paid.
Now he's going to be
No,
heavily
there were
in the
three of
green.
us.
Oh, there were three?
He was just
I
smart enough to
Someone
fold.
in the
Yeah.
green.
That's what
No,
I'm
he's
saying.
still
He-
down.
Yeah, he's
Gosh,
still stuck
I
a
guess
bit.
optimize has been sneaky down tonight. I hadn't
Yeah.
really. I didn't realize he was that far down. We've been looking at Melon's own and how much he was down, and Manny's had a rough night.
It's entirely possible that I'm overlooking it, but I feel like he's been in a lot of 3 and 4 bet pots
Yeah.
where he bricks and just
Say,
has
it's
to fold and does it correctly, but
That's
it's just kind of one of those nights where you're
Next time we
missing.
play.
And
Yeah,
I'll give
Or tonight.
make
Yeah.
it a little
Yeah.
more palatable.
that's actually a good
Palatable.
example there. One of the things, if
Run it
I'm
up.
not running
We'll
well
run it
and
up.
maybe having a rough
Run it up,
session, is
Amy.
Kevin.
just remind myself to let it come to me.
I think I
Because
Yeah.
eventually you'll have 3-4, you'll flop 2 pair and turn a full
Real
house,
last
and you've
possession,
just gone
man.
under value.
Yeah.
So
I
Real
tell-
last possession here.
tell players all the time when we're talking about those bad nights. You know, somebody will come to me and say, "Yeah, I was down 1,500 and came back to
sold action
even."
though for
Those
this
are almost more gratifying
yes,
to grind
The
out
one time he sells action.
a wash
this is only the
like
second time I've
that
sold action.
than
For
it
this
is
game?
to have a
For this
night
game,
where
you
you
sold out? I'm up like
you're
a
up
ton,
to
yeah.
$700.
Allowed to.
Well, that's good.
I,
And now you'll be
it
able
makes
to
you
get
feel
action.
better about your
I sold
capability to
30.
be resilient.
Oh, well, yeah, another good example. I would say getting back to even, it
Yeah.
feels
Right now.
significantly better than being up big and leaving up small.
Oh yeah, that is worse.
That's much worse,
Yeah,
right?
I had that night the
I
other
just
night
think
because
it's
of
a
our
big
buddy
game.
Dante,
Is
where I
it?
was up
Public-wise.
700
Public-wise.
and walked
His
away
game
with
is
my.
big.
Public.
Yeah, we're not comparing.
I don't know, I
to
think I won $35. Just
Yeah.
irritated,
Rough.
as
Do you call this
heck.
a public game? Is this a public game?
Ace King and Ace
Yeah.
7.
This game right here?
This is like
Oh, they
like
fouled him on a
Yeah.
three.
Seven
anyone
suited,
can get in
just
this game.
James,
It's
and
just
Ace King
first-
for Ryan.
once.
And like be nice.
Yeah, anyone will get in once.
First come, first serve, yeah.
Just James with
All I did
position.
was put my name on the list.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
that's kind of the definition of public.
That's what I'm saying.
I hope I'm not butchering your name, Mehmet, but it says hello, mates. Hello to you.
Instagram message.
Hey,
Hopefully I pronounced that remotely correctly.
you know we're from Texas. Nobody
Which
expects
is odd,
much.
'cause actually, it's
Yeah, keep the expectations
Yeah, keep it
low
low.
in the pronunciation.
We're gonna
hear that
mispronunciation.
shit.
like
He's,
I don't
he's-
even.
He's
yeah.
first on the list.
I don't even ask to
every
be on the
single
list.
No, I message her every single time. I've never not messaged her. Not that I necessarily
It's like
have to.
semi-public. There's like 4
But I
slots
do.
that are.
All I know is
James looking for a heart or a 7, and that is
Oops.
not a good card for
Oh,
James.
Ryan's got the lion's share of
There
the
we
queue.
go. There we go.
Really, yeah, basically has a monster.
It's because
Like
I show
James
up.
Top pair,
plays a
top
lot.
kicker,
Manny
nut
plays
flush
a
Manny
draw.
plays a lot
Kevin
too.
plays
Like
a
one,
lot.
two, you three.
Other than
I
that,
don't
he
play a
didn't
lot.
hit it well.
You know, once,
Barber
once
plays
every
a
4
lot.
months.
Dead card
Yeah,
at the
no,
end.
the string.
Oh, stream?
Pretty small pot, but Ryan's going to bet into this.
I play every.
Or not.
Yeah, you're pretty regular.
How much value does? Oh, he checks back.
Well, of course,
Last week
yeah.
was
He's
5
like,
of
I
us.
lose to so many
They're
aces.
trying to get all the
I know,
heads.
they're all
Yeah,
like, they
this
shrunk it
opportunity
down
to
or all
run.
like.
Previously, I felt like James was going for a little bit thinner value at times, but not in that case.
He's a ninja. He doesn't want to be on that.
I'm not VIP enough. I don't even get the invite every
Obviously,
week.
he knows what he's doing. He's the man is up 4K.
Oh, I reckon he'll be fine too. Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's a good name.
Yeah.
He hasn't been in the stream for a while.
Because he is
Now,
There had
maybe
been a
he's-
little bit of a
Poker
break.
ninja. Oh, poker
Having
ninja.
chatted with him, I think he was focusing on improving his double board PLO.
I feel like
for
it
a
Yeah,
while.
I have seen him at the table quite a bit.
I won't divulge, but he showed me his graph, and it was a very positive one for the time period he was playing.
You
So
got to see the graph. Next thing you know, y'all will be going out. $20 straddle from the Big O
Damn, I'm almost up
He
more
does
than
call.
3,500.
for just 50 more.
I feel like the Jack 4 Robbie hand has died off. People don't refer to that nearly as much.
No,
Well, you-
I
that's
always
me,
forget
you haven't been.
that very quickly.
You don't want to play against me.
Huh?
You don't want to play against me.
Dude, I always want to play against you. I just don't have it. I don't have any suited connectors, 3 gappers.
It was
suited.
well covered.
Yeah, I'm calling. I called 100.
Oh, he raised. That was a raise. Sorry, our graphics were lagging behind. Thought that was a call. Wasn't sure who raised.
986. Big problem on a 3, I thought. What is his hand?
Oh, is it? Okay.
Now we get to see what everybody didn't have
Whatever. He's probably gonna miss
and
this
what the board was.
Oh, it was
Okay.
Somebody won 150 bucks. And it looks like that was Doug. No, it was optimized.
Okay. No, I won't leave
Yeah.
it. Other people don't need money.
It looks like 2 and they
They
get the
hit
ball.
each other's out.
4 people only win.
4 to
Either
5.
technical or a flagrant.
Our nightly speed hand.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll take that, I guess.
Got another shot.
Yeah.
Give us a
Yeah,
neutral.
sure does.
Oh my god, what is that shot?
Oh.
Thin value.
I know.
Did they call something?
Isn't it weird?
That's
No.
it. That's it.
Yeah,
his
yeah,
wife
I
comes
think
to
for some
money,
reason I'm
but-
thinking kings, right?
One last word about the Trailblazer Tour that's
Yeah.
happening in Dallas right now. 1 million guaranteed in the title event for an $800 buy-in if you're in the area or if you're willing to travel up to Dallas. Forward voice, I tried not to cross that line. But January 28th to February 3rd,
It doesn't matter what.
Alright, you're up 50, Manny. You're up 50.
starting very soon, 1 week from today,
Yeah, great.
6 days from today.
Pay him out now. He wants to add on.
No, we'll settle
Awesome
it.
event. I'm sure a lot of people will be traveling in. To
Yeah, I've been
Dallas.
really wanting to see how the points were going for that car.
Cooler.
What? Kick it up?
Yeah, let's take the Golden State game at like 500.
So Dallas people, Fort Worth people,
Yeah, we're in a hand.
I'm stuck.
played that event.
I'm stuck a lot.
Oh, fuck. 500, bro?
The coin flip still.
9. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You can open your legs. You can open
I'm not a good sportsman.
your mind.
You tell him to open his legs.
Raises to 40, 5 folds.
I mean, Dante,
125.
Dante said, tell him he can open whatever he wants. So I'm just helping him with brainstorming.
There you go. Just want to get heads up between me and you. If you have the courage.
Dante getting frisky with 5-3
Now I
suit.
loaned
3
you.
betting.
You know,
And believe it or not, that was about as good a hand as I saw in that run out of hands.
yeah, you want to just stop that shit right now.
I have position check. No.
No, you're right. You're first to ask.
I'm first to ask.
Yeah.
Check.
That's 26.
And he does call with the worst ace possible.
125 folds.
Fuck out of here.
3-5, baby.
How does that feel, man?
I got it. I know it stings, doesn't it?
That's what he beat me with the other night. You remember that?
5-3 suit. Oh, that's right. In that. That's a pretty big pot y'all played.
Yeah, yeah. That affected my mood severely.
I had position when I had the button.
Considering the hand I had.
It's very loosey.
I will say I could tell that you were holding some things in.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm trying to remember what you had that hand. Did you have an overpair?
He looks like an
I'm
absolute
still not
queen.
confirming what I had.
Oh.
You asked me that. You
I
asked
don't-
me
I
that.
don't remember.
You guessed queens, and I just
I
gave
saw
you
Top
that.
Oh, that's right.
That,
Yeah.
that emoji face with straight line for a mouth. Yeah.
Those are the wrong
Yeah,
style,
I had a
bro.
good
Whoever
hand.
sold you those lied to you.
Yeah, you're kind of off on that.
Back in the 90s.
Aviators.
And Dante, like he is
Those are
here,
aviators.
talked about it for 5 minutes.
These are baby aviators.
I was trying not to egg it on. Yours.
Like you get
Yeah,
at Carter's
yeah.
or
He was close to having his beard curled.
Oshkosh. Is it Oshkosh? Is it
We've all been on both
He was
ends.
about to pull
Oshkosh?
that,
Whatever.
that beard up over his
I got
ear.
I will not fold.
I got position.
Min click. Min click over
Let's
here.
let's see what you're gonna do with it, Dante.
I know. Why
Let's see.
such crappy cards? What do you want
I'm
from
gonna
me?
check.
Well, I mean, I want you to hit.
Flush draw for Dante. 2 overs.
I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna give it a shot.
Not much
That's my
for
range.
anyone
Oh
else.
my God, this huge.
My range.
Yeah, it certainly is, brother.
Dig deep and call. Oh, there you go, Doug. Don't let me
Whatever.
push you around.
4 folds, 5 folds, heads up.
Yeah, I think I'll let Dante talk through this hand
250.
5 checks.
as the straight hits for Doug.
Yeah, Doug immediately gets
Oh,
there.
sorry.
Verbal's minder.
Dante's still with the spade draw. 10 outs.
Call him
Great smooth call by Doug. He's so
Spade or
disguised
7.
here.
Flush draw. Check.
Fucking
I don't got
hot
shit.
fours.
Check, check.
It was hot
Straight
fours,
to
straight.
7.
4, 5, 6.
You know, no bets. Interesting.
I had to-
Yeah, Doug chose to check, and Dante was looking at the showdown value.
Getting desperate over there. Getting desperate over there.
Probably a better hand than Manny.
Not much
has.
value with Jack 10 of spades that didn't hit.
What did I have? Queen 10.
Pretty somewhat quiet 1K pot for Doug there.
Yeah, yeah.
Just plays the 9-7. Hits
He was down
straight on the turn.
unusually for him, too. He has
to the
a
aggressive.
very polarized game in that regard. Not a lot of people surfing small wins or losses. It's pretty much feast or
If he
famine.
raises, I just fold. I don't know.
With
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Dutch
Flush
versus
draw,
a draw, you
I had a
know.
flush draw.
Speaking of people digging out of a hole, Optimize getting inching closer to the even mark.
Hmm.
Alright, straddle from
Knowing him, probably after the closeout of the live stream, he'll continue playing. He'll be up.
75 an hour.
Dante, where you at?
That's my prediction.
9.
I
So,
finally
just
got
got
your
beat-
stack.
I just got beaten up on the last
If I
one.
recall correctly, it stuck over 2K at one point.
Got
So
your
Mhm.
stack above 1,000.
Yeah,
you put
like
some
we said,
close.
sneakily
Now you're a
so.
poker coach.
that's how it works.
Poker Pro.
Maybe Jonathan Little will reach out. You can wear a patch.
Dude, they call me Coach Big Stack, all right?
Your ace with Ryan. Paired board, couple of 9s.
But what about poker though?
4 bets, 8.
Because you're paying big taxes.
7.
Does anybody here pay taxes?
6.
Yeah.
Almost fine,
Everyone.
Come on,
Mine
Dante.
for-
Got word that we're going to hand 93, folks. Thanks everybody who's hopped in the chat, giving us
Yeah,
a like or a subscription, a
Well,
vote.
not now.
yeah. Do hit the like buttons. I'd like to see those like buttons.
Well, it's a minimal. I'll say that. I do pay taxes, but
Little
Yeah,
thumbs up.
He's a, you
I
know,
have a tax.
the joys of retirement.
Good tax attorney and a taxidermist.
Free pair for Ryan.
What do you need that for?
Small
Your
pot.
wife's still alive.
$11 pot. Not
Good old
bad.
3 pair.
Just for the
Yep.
dogs.
And he stuck around.
But
He
I
has
want
not
to
had it
now while they
tonight.
still look good.
Can you
What's
give me
next,
a
Ryan?
menu, please?
Messed up, dog.
Jacks are hot.
Guys are hot, man. I wonder-
Saw something, probably seen it before, didn't pay attention, but saw a guy with 3 boats on one board in a bomb pot.
On one board?
Yeah.
Wow.
I can have my phone.
Really wanted
I have
that
to
bluff
think
to
about
get
that
through
one a
on
little while.
Yeah, it was.
I know I
Water
almost,
under the bridge.
I almost had you.
Yeah, as Dante
Yeah,
comes
it's still
in,
in my
it
head,
was
but I don't even know what
entertaining.
I'm playing
It
right
was.
now.
Pocket 9
was.
versus pocket aces. there.
What?
Going into the beach? Into the beach?
No, I was wondering. We were wondering if you were making change or what.
Unless you want to restart.
No.
I already
So the
looked.
Bank of Dante was in effect tonight.
I would've.
Okay. Well,
But it looks like y'all had fun. It was a very, y'all, you know, it started off so talkative that I was a little surprised it carried on the whole time. Usually the table starts off talkative and goes quiet on it. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. The sunglasses on for optimized. I don't think I've ever seen him wearing sunglasses.
Second one?
Yeah.
That you're betting on?
What's that bet? 35?
He's Golden State.
We did point that out.
I'm looking at it right now.
That's what I pointed
I'm
out.
going
Dante's
balls.
just going over that boat hand with
That's
the
on my hand.
was it King 4? What was it?
This is in our hand.
Yeah.
We're gonna play
No.
it.
I mean,
That's
huh?
Kevin-
Yeah, but I mean,
That's Kevin the commentator's hand.
I mean, for an 8
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
that's
have a
I
good
kind of
looking
pointed that
scalp. My
out.
scalp, I had it shaved.
I did say that I knew somebody that was there for you, Dante, if you did want lessons.
Symmetrical is.
1.5K.
Yeah, you were up.
Dante joins us in the booth, still celebrating winning with 5 high about 5 minutes ago.
You look like a motorcycle cop.
Which
You wanna
I-
give me a warning or
I'm
what?
still pissed about.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that's what we were doing. All right. Oh, I can't
Oh my
see.
gosh.
Double shadow.
So painful with the hand I had too, which I'm still not revealing.
What is going on? You didn't click to 75?
Yeah, yeah. Dante's going to collect. Evidently,
Well,
he's
he's kind
loaning
of out
out
of
some
position.
some
You know,
funds
maybe-
to those that were taking
That makes sense.
taking hits tonight. So he's going to collect his
That's like the
points.
1-2 open size.
Typical Philadelphia fashion.
I mean,
Yeah.
why not, you know?
I was playing earlier and I was making
Doug
raises like
with
I was
the
here.
Don't ever.
The table was
mini big slick.
They were like, what are you
He's 5
doing?
suited.
Yeah, if they say a green shirt,
Manny, never met an ace he didn't like.
Dude, I'm not gonna
Yeah,
call
that's
you
kind of
out.
been the case tonight. He's had a lot of these mediocre aces. And Doug immediately throws in 50. We don't know exactly what the board is yet.
I see one face card, maybe a queen.
I see a
I
deuce,
find when people talk crap,
and it
they
looks
do
like
that.
a jack or
You
queen.
bet
Yeah,
75,
queen,
we're
and then
excited
now
to
a
see you remember
4.
that. I bet 210, and then Summer
So-
75,
And he bet 75. Well,
and then I think I'm still ahead.
now we can't see the card. Ah, there we go. Ace 5.
Oh!
So Doug's good.
All right, we got Steve Paul.
Manny
It's there on
shoves.
the river.
God damn it, that was mine. You stole me. Wow.
Manny's just had that kind
Oh
of.
wow! And Doug snapped him off with
Snapped him off.
Oh,
with 2
sorry, it
pairs.
was 2 pair. I didn't.
Yeah,
see
2
that
pairs. He
ace.
got there on the river.
Yeah.
That should take Doug pretty close to the.
No, he's
No,
still
he's still
stuck.
down
Yeah,
2.
he was pretty deep.
I can't keep rooting for these players to dig out of a hole and then realize how deep the hole was they were in.
Well, if there is a win for Melon Zone after a pretty rough night, he is no longer
He's no
most
longer
stuck.
buried the deepest.
You really did need all this cash.
He was on top of man. Manny's had a horrible night.
This stuff comes in handy.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of tough spots. That's one of the downsides of being.
Oh, there's
Yeah,
the
right.
money that Dante's talking about coming out. His
I
little
don't really have
man
to. I mean,
purse.
I probably do.
The only Philadelphia native to wear a man
Hand
purse
deliver it.
in his history.
I feel like
I got.
Don't know if I'm at liberty to share this, but he told me how expensive that man purse was the other day, and I was pretty shocked.
That's it. Yeah, see,
Is it one of those name brand things?
Yes.
But they should
Yeah, I was
Start
shocked on
with the B.
the high side. It's Burberry.
Oh, okay. Well, that is
Because your
what's
VPN
that?
is low.
What's that? Balenciaga,
No, it's not that.
Balaga,
I do have
Very
my own bank account.
Balenciaga.
Valencia. I don't know. Satan worshipers.
Oh, I have a nest egg.
Yeah, I don't quite get this time.
I don't get any of those
Listen, man, I
styles.
know
We're in
what you get
Texas,
taken
folks.
advantage
Yeah, we're in
Why do you take
Texas,
advantage all the time?
and that we only have one reason to
You
wear
did, Manny did.
that kind of
The
a,
guy borrowed $40 from me,
or
said
a
he paid back.
shoulder
I don't
pack,
understand why he would-
and that's because the gun's too heavy. You got to pull your pants
You
down.
got stiff for 40?
No, he came with it.
That's the only reason that in Texas you should ever have one of those on.
Rhino?
Yeah.
Oh, he's not paying you back. He owes Uncle
Woo,
Steve
shit,
thousands.
Just
what am I
post
gonna
with
do?
the zipper.
Say
Say
no.
no.
Yeah. He's owed him like
No,
thousands.
See if
I
Melon Zone
enjoy the
gets
chase.
full double
I
here,
enjoy the
he'll be
chase.
unstuck.
It's the
I'm not gonna chase you for 2,000, but
You're
that
not
40
gonna-
bucks
you're
is
not gonna
mine.
have-
Here.
You're not gonna have a problem with me, but
Dude, that was
Ace
that's
10
why,
versus
that's
Queen
why I
10.
love Jalen so much.
Doug
Years
getting
ago,
dominated.
I loaned someone money and it ghosted me for like 6 months. I told Jalen
Melon Zone looking for a 10 high flop, 8 high flop instead.
because it was like that, right? He's like,
oh,
bro, he's like a
Rainbow
flip-flop.
board.
I was like, oh, thanks.
King on the
It
turn.
was only like 300 bucks.
he developed that creepy set of
Graphic
skills.
showing an ace. It is
He
king.
is freaking
Correct.
taken, man.
Lonzo does that for
If
Michigan.
someone ever takes this honor,
Know what the last card is? Nothing. Oh, Doug.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Doug hits a pair.
2 red and 3 green.
So this $70 hand is gonna
Doug bet 15. Hasn't been a lot of $15 river
no, there
bets
has,
tonight.
especially on the river.
And someone
Especially
added
on the river.
They added on for $2.
Shut up.
So with a couple hands left, we're going to go over
Yeah.
real quickly. Kevin is the big winner
Yeah, he's
tonight.
like,
Just James and Dante
chips,
had great
please.
nights.
And he busted out
Ryan
the ball,
is
he only had $2 remaining.
made a
He
bit
had
of a
like
comeback,
40-something dollars in
optimizes
his
down a little bit, and then as you go
stack,
down,
he
it
wanted
just
that
gets
extra
worse
$2.
from 1.5 to 2 to 3 to 4.
It's fucking
It has
awesome.
to be our
Manny having the worst
I
night.
got rage bait.
No, this is like
I got to point out
$150.
Ryan a little bit there. He's up
100%
almost
Did you
honest.
see
over $500,
Yeah.
and
I don't even
had
remember
that
happening. I
one
just remember,
somewhat
like,
disastrous
That's
hand
sad.
when
Low key, that's sad.
Kevin had aces and he was trying to get him to fold.
It's
Yeah.
probably like a
With the
Put
paired
himself in
king
a bit of a
board,
hole.
and
Yeah.
clearly
it just
not.
didn't go his way. But
It's been a really polarized kind of evening
Might have
as
been
far
an
as
easy
winning.
tunnel.
There are the haves and the have-nots. You can almost tell, with the exception of Kevin, who the haves are because they're smiling. Just James has had a great night. He's fairly mellow.
yeah, being one of the big winners definitely makes
Nine's
you a little
good.
more jovial.
Eventually you get
You know,
something.
No,
you know,
just
you,
work
you,
it like
you don't really need
McDonald's.
All the
it. It's
nines
like
are
you
occupied.
buy into the thing, and it's entertainment. It's like going to see a movie. You play. You know, if you win, great. If you don't, you have a
Nobody
good time,
connecting
you know?
at all.
Kevin's going to bet his
My
king
first
nine.
tournament I ever played. I only
He does
played
have the
poker for
best
3 weeks.
draw,
I came
although
in
he's
third
behind
in a
right now.
stack $400 buy-in at the Venetian for 20-some grand. First round.
Yes, we've heard the story many times.
And,
Dante.
This is the third time Ryan's had nines
Do you
when
remember
Kevin
when
is in the
David
hand,
Blatt-
and
I was just thinking about
Crap,
that.
flat.
Not so much with Kevin in the hand, but just him having nines.
He does that a lot.
He was in some physical pain.
Agony, pure agony.
Wow.
He put it just the nastiest of nasty bad.
He had a straight, and then of course
Kevin
I
makes
got
another
the nut shot
bet.
for the nut straight. And
Must
checked,
have a sense that
jammed
there's
on
not
him.
much out there, and he takes it down.
No, this is at
Kevin
his
has been
house.
fairly flawless tonight.
Took him for a lot of money.
really has very impressive.
I think it's the black mask.
Oh, cool. Well, I ran out of money.
Nobody can get any tells off.
No. Yeah, he's usually wearing the
Giving it
surgical
all
mask.
away.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Actually, I had somebody, being in the medical business, I had somebody ask me the other day.
It's Wednesday.
A gentleman asked me, well,
Yeah,
he had heard what I did for a living, with the person that I was talking to, and he said, so is this mask doing me any good? And I said, okay, the mask is doing whatever you think it is. So I don't want to try to talk you out of it, because then you'll get whatever you're trying to not get the next week and blame me. And he goes, but the surgical mask, it works, right? I said, yes, if you're trying if the surgeon is trying to get
I'll take that win
you
rate.
paid.
If I could do that in poker, win 75, I do.
He's like, I had to explain to him how surgical masks, which I explained to Kevin one day,
This game, I probably lose 80% of the time.
are mainly for the patient.
Yeah, they're.
And after you wear
I
them
always,
about 2
I always
hours,
thought that was assumed. They're 100% for the patient.
yeah, evidently not.
Yeah.
We still have a little bit of a.
Nobody ever would buy action. My action.
They do protect you
What's hotter?
if you put cologne on the inside from that smell.
Jack and
From what?
If you put a
I
little
check in
cologne
the
on the
dark.
inside, they will protect you from bad smells.
Aggro over there.
Oh.
Having worked in an animal lab, I learned that.
Aggro fish.
That's me.
Aggro well.
That's about all they're good for.
Top middle.
Final no limit hand of the night. 2 pair for Manny.
King 9 last time.
King 9? That's my hand.
That's why I played.
Caleb
Checks
may
around.
have something here.
Versus
5-6
me.
would be ideal, but we don't know what that other card is.
20,
He's not inclined to
20,
bet, so I'm guessing it's not a
No,
5.
Nines again.
Probably ace-6, I'd guess. So hitting a 5 would be a pretty good card. But he folds.
Back door.
Nanny with his 2 pairs
Yeah,
takes
no
it down and wins a whopping $95.
So are we playing bomb pot or
Get a king?
King needs lots of
Final hand of the night, folks. We will finish,
Yeah, we're
as
gonna-
always, with the bomb pot.
Yeah.
Last hand, guys, bomb pot.
The bomb pots have been really interesting tonight.
Yeah.
We've had some huge ones.
Yeah, they've had a big factor on how this has played out.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin had a huge one. James had a huge one. Obviously, those are such, scooping or even having a multiplayer split pot can really make
Yeah,
a
it's just-
huge
oh,
impact
no,
on your
no,
evening,
No, he's not gonna win if he dealt
one way or the other.
He doesn't get fucking
deal him
special
in.
All right, just
treatment.
deal him in. Just deal him in.
In
Just
fact,
deal him in. It's fine. It's
that's an
fine.
obvious
Give
one
you
moment.
It's
special
fine. He doesn't
But
mind.
yeah,
15
no, I
minutes.
mean it's a
Special
good point.
treatment.
I've had going back to what I was saying earlier about kind of letting it come to you.
Yeah.
There's times where
Why
I've
would
been
he-
kind of
why would he go to that?
laboring around even, maybe down a little bit,
I
and
don't think
you
he
see
is.
somebody
But
just
I mean,
smash a
he's
bomb
gonna
pot,
control nature.
triple or quadruple up, and you're like, yeah, if I wait around long enough,
Yeah.
it'll be my turn.
Well, Fireman Scott would talk about this better than anybody, but it's a folding game, and
Yeah.
unlike PLO, more straight PLO, the position, a lot of other things come into it.
I
You can go
finished
on
too.
about that, how aggressive he can be, and then you got his
He's definitely
bracelet.
angry. He's
Oh my
Oh, he's
definitely
God.
really just concentrated
Are
on
you
the
driving?
PLO and gonna let the hold'em roll over
Are you
him
driving?
because he was in the round of each.
Yeah, give me an Uber.
But
Cut off.
for bomb
Okay,
pots,
what's hot?
start with the nuts and work
Yeah, you
backwards.
wanted to play.
And if you're not a part of that
Look at
conversation
that.
as you're doing
What do we
that,
got here? Oh,
roll.
this is like a dangerous pot.
As Jacks with the king for Dante,
Yeah,
getting
Players, we
pretty good
got
holding on both
6, 7,
boards.
8 check.
You don't even have to ask me.
See if anybody has nut diamonds.
9 check.
Do see
Melanzone
queen
has
10 of diamonds.
second nut diamonds.
Yeah.
Check around. We're going for
There's the nut diamonds
There's
for
the nut
Manny.
diamond. There are the nuts always there's, folks, and that's what you should keep in mind as the diamonds sit on the bottom board.
over the table.
Like,
Over the
Guarantee
table.
you
6 checks.
that
7,
Manny would like to
Bend
see that
them.
diamond come out on the top. Is with the paired board, it's difficult.
8. Bet 75.
Although he has got some equity.
Folds 1, fold 2,
I
fold
feel
3,
like that's a
fold
bet to
4,
keep people in.
A set of tens now for Melanzone on the
Yeah,
top.
trying to see if there's not an ace jack, so there's not
Two
Broadway yet.
3 players.
Just jacks on the bottom, so that's going to kind of put a cap on this action.
Quads for Melanzone.
What's in the middle?
Locking
Well,
up
that
the
got
top
real
board.
all of a sudden.
35.
And Dante with the nuts. Well, second nuts on the bottom board.
Yeah. Got the boat. And they're going to play with Manny's chips. He's going to have to fold that nut diamonds that he got on that
Yeah.
bottom board. It's just too juicy. Oh, don't call
Oh,
Manny.
don't make the call.
Don't do it, Manny. Manny, count it out and put it away.
360.
I call.
I have quads and a flush.
And a call.
I got
Quads.
flush.
Yeah, unfortunately for Manny, Melanzone and Dante will be chopping up his money there.
Oh man, quads.
Yep, bad nights gets worse. Well, folks, thank you very much. This is Uncle T with my partner, the Whammo.
Nothing funner.
Yeah,
Al
thanks
Frisbee
everybody
here.
for joining us. We will be back next Wednesday. Another exciting game. Thanks again, everybody that's hopped in the chat.
Yeah,
Give us a
come-
like or subscribe here.
And come listen to Kyle and Sam next week, Wednesday night, as he mentioned.
Yeah, looking forward to that one. First time with Sam.
See
She's a
you the
great
week after that.
local player. So. All right, this has been TCH Austin from TCH Social in Austin, Texas. Have a great night, everyone.